Hey, so it's E3.
Yeah, that's a bit of a jarring
Yeah, exactly.
transition.
So we're here for Nintendo's Zelda only, no other games allowed stream. No other games allowed. Please, only Zelda.
If you've been a
Show
fan
Monster
of
Hunter for like
Nintendo
3
over the
They'll
years,
show Monster Hunter for 3 seconds.
you'll know that the Nintendo experience
And Matt
is
will be here
different at
shortly.
every E3.
We accidentally had the
We
wrong
always
schedule.
look for
Hopefully
the
he misses
best
the
way to
entire
introduce
Zelda part.
our most important
Oh
content.
God, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
And this year is
Well,
no
did you
different.
see Zelda? It was so cool.
And that's
Oh,
why
we
we're
lost
coming
our
to you
archive, and all
directly
the footage
from our
is
show
gone
booth
and destroyed.
on the set of
This is
Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Literally at the booth.
Yeah.
On the other side of the wall behind me,
like
the finishing
they're not
touches are
ready
being
to
made
show the
before we
NX, then
open it
they're
up
not
to
ready,
thousands of industry
They shouldn't have
insiders
talked about it
in
like
just
2
a couple
years
of
ago.
hours.
I agree. But
That
they
space
have
will
so
immerse
many Wii U and
visitors in the
3DS
world
games
of a
on the
single
plate.
game.
Yeah.
The newest
Finish your
entry
food.
in the
Honestly, I
Legend of
agree
Zelda
with
franchise.
both of you, but at the same time,
What's in
like,
store is an
mentioning the
entirely
NX
new
and code
format
name
for a
form,
Zelda game.
Like, that's some investor thing, like,
3
what
decades
feels
ago,
like 2
the
years
first
ago,
Zelda game changed the way millions of people thought
of
about
course
video
everyone's
games.
just gonna go, what
And
up
this
with
week,
the NX?
you'll discover a game
Yeah.
that
John Palm
could
had a really
change
interesting
that
discussion on
thinking
their
again.
podcast a couple weeks ago.
Here's
It's
the
like,
first
are
look
they going to show
at
off
what
the
awaits.
graphically shittier Wii U version of Zelda?
Open your eyes.
Yeah,
Or
I
the-
was wondering that last night. Did you hear that voice acting?
Yeah, that's our her voice acting.
Yeah, I agree. Is this going to be the Wii U or the
It's
NX
the
version
Wii,
they're
it's
showing?
the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's Zelda.
That's confirmed. Here, confirmed.
I'll confirm that here.
Birds, confirmed.
What a bird next
Checking
to
a lot of boxes
For
right
scale.
now. Yeah.
Some kind of castle.
Shirt, broken cathedral, confirmed.
Little Zelda symbols.
Hyrule statues,
No, little Zelda symbol layout.
layout confirmed.
Open your eyes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Layout double confirmed.
I am hearing voice acting, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wake
Is that like
up,
a
Link.
busted moblin or some shit?
It's like a ribbon. It's
Uh-oh,
like the
what if
robot.
you choose to not name yourself Link?
Well, too late.
Too late. Maybe that line's not at the
I
beginning.
feel like that time has passed for like 15 to 20 years. People name their links not Link or Dirtbags. Looks gorgeous.
Open your eyes.
Take any horse. Any horse is Epona now.
This horse is mine. I own you.
Bridge of Elden confirmed.
This
Nice.
is definitely the Wii U version.
Looks really good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow. That's something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this looks hella impressive. Looks like you can kind of do anything. This is some
Are you even on an adventure, or are you just like?
No, you're just dicking around.
build Minecrafts.
Yeah.
Minecraft's confirmed. Looks really, really cool.
Build your Minecraft all day.
Spear confirmed. Club, axe.
Good old sword.
Armor confirmed. Different
Yay.
shields too.
Yay.
This makes me feel that the traditional green garb will be like the last thing you get in the garb.
Yeah.
This looks fantastic though. This is really something. Let's see if I can wait it some. Temple. Yeah.
Thank you.
Scan your iPhone to get in.
Yeah, kinda. It's got a Amiibo support.
Teaser beast confirmed.
It does have Amiibo support. That's been confirmed.
Now, what's that sword? I don't recognize that. The goober?
That's the Kokiri blade.
Oh, yeah.
Make the green tunic like the fucking Fierce Deity mask.
No.
Final boss on
Huh. Breath of the Wild.
Sounds good. Looks
That
really
is a
good.
wrecked ass Master Sword.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm glad that's all of Zelda we had to show to you guys to see 3 and
Turn
there's no other
Nintendo
games.
down a little bit.
I don't want to.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild introduces you to a Hyrule that is truly
Turn down
seamless,
25%.
where simply moving from one place to another begins to create what may be the adventure of a lifetime. And not only is this new world vast, but it feels alive. It teems with adventure. Throughout Link's quest, Hyrule will be a resource, an ally, an enemy, and always a place for discovery and wonder.
Now everybody go
This
home.
is easily one of the biggest
We're done
experiences
here.
ever created by Nintendo. And today, you're going to get a close-up look. The portion of the game we're highlighting at E3, a wide-ranging plateau, may seem huge. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it. But even then,
'Cause they only
that
get a 10-minute
plateau is
demo.
only
That's
a
right.
tiny
I think they
fraction
have
of the full
45-minute
game map.
demos, actually.
We'll be devoting almost this full first day of Nintendo Treehouse Live coverage to just this one environment. Then, in the future, you'll learn more about the story, the characters, and the ways in which the boundaries of all previous Zelda titles are being broken. But in the end, full understanding and full immersion will only come when you experience it for yourself. However, before we show you this biggest adventure for Wii U and NX, we're going to show you the biggest new adventure coming up for Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, so we're going to talk about new games, are
As
we?
you've heard, there are two
Kind of.
new core Pokemon titles on the way on November 18th.
What is that?
It's their new gun controller.
For that VR
what?
shooter
For PS4.
yesterday,
For the VR, PSVR.
the
Yeah.
Farpoint.
Yeah, okay. Oh, whoa. That's how Farpoint was being played?
Hey everybody,
Yeah.
welcome back to Nintendo
Which-
Treehouse
which
Live
is
at
good, 'cause
E3.
it makes
I'm
you feel
Ed,
like
here
you
with
have
Bill
the gun
and
structure
Noriko,
as
as well
opposed
as
to
a
just
very special
pointing
guest,
Yeah.
Mr. Ayanuma.
Interesting.
Has
Look, this
joined
robot's
us here.
back.
We're going to talk a little bit about
Look how
a
friendly
big
this
game here
motherfucker
that
is.
we're
Rarer than ever.
excited about,
Where's
The Legend
Bill?
of Zelda Breath
He's
of the
dead.
Wild. Before we
Oh,
jump
he's
right
trapped
into
in
things,
Japan.
though, Mr. Ayanuma, I think, is
I
there
don't
anything,
really like
a
Phil
message
when
you
he
have to the
talks.
fans?
Is he saying Ainuma?
Yeah,
Aonuma.
Why?
because it's his first day, Liam.
ブレスオブザワイルドいっぱい話したいことあるんですけど
First things first.
もうトレーラーも見ていただいたし
I want
ファン
one
の
of
皆
those
さんは
shirts.
早くゲーム見たいと思って、
Oh, guns
なので
confirmed.
もうゲーム始めたいと思うんです
Guns confirmed.
So I
You can
created
build
this
your own
game
guns.
thinking
Sorry.
about breaking the conventions of Zelda.
No, I actually wanna
and
see if
I
she
know that a
says
lot
that.
of fans have seen the
Dude,
trailer and they probably want us to jump right in. So why don't we get started?
I like that.
do it.
They probably, because of that Pokemon bit, they
We're going
probably
to
want us
showing
to
a
start.
lot.
They like
Nothing
accidentally
to do
show a
with
camera
that.
shot of
Right
people
here.
like beating at the
We're
booth.
gonna
There
show
he
you what you
is.
can do, and we're going to introduce you to this amazing world, but we're going to try not to spoil
Did
anything.
they just
so feel
yank
free
the
to
other
tune
guy
in for
away
as
and
long as you
shove
like.
Bill in his place?
No, he's on that side.
I know, it's just, it's the cut to him
Yeah,
being
flip
there
him
is
onto the
almost like,
floor.
who the fuck are you?
Oh, subtitles.
You like?
Open up your eyes, though. Linku?
Are you actually asleep? I can't
What's
see.
that? Is that a
I
lo-
was
that's
for a
loading
second.
for the game?
sleep next time.
Open your eyes.
That's really funny. You
Open
would have
your
slept through the
eyes.
footage. Yeah, you're right.
I got what I wanted. I saw a trailer. That's all I wanted.
Wake up, Link.
Pay me!
Canadian boxers.
You know what this whole shit reminds me of? It reminds me of that religious action game where you're angels and shit.
El
or
Shaddai?
genies. El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
A little bit,
It
yeah.
reminds me of that a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's got that.
Oh my god, Link's hair is so fucking cool.
That is a
Man,
spaceship.
aliens are super confirmed
That
in
is a
this game. like,
spaceship.
That's a fucking
they already
spaceship.
like talked about how aliens are a thing. So
This is a
like,
very mysterious place, Aonuma-san.
I thought that was a
神秘的な
voiceover
場所
in
ですけ
the
れども。
game.
そうですねゼロの当たり前見直すって言いながら
could you imagine?
昔いつもと
You have this baked
目
into
覚
the
めるシーン
game.
が始まります
Go Trinity
I've
is in
talked
the
about
game.
breaking the conventions of Zelda,
All these
but
constellations.
Link does start.
Yeah, it's
by
fucking
winking.
aliens, dude.
Cool.
Ponytail.
Aliens
Keep
like
that rooted in the
ponytails.
tradition.
伝統を守るという感じでいいんじゃないでしょうか。
ただまあ本当にミステリアスな、ね、場所で
Shrine of Resurrection!
That's nice.
That's
It
so
really is.
cool!
And it's nice that you get the little area names and
Very,
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That reminds me.
That's
of
like Dark
Souls.
That's like Dark
That's
Souls.
like
That's-
Dark
yeah.
Souls.
Skip. Here's your iPad.
That
Basically.
is a Sheikah slate. Take it.
Okay.
That's super
It will help
voice.
guide you after your long slumber.
Here we see the introduction of a very mysterious item.
Did they have
Seek
Nintendo?
Quest.
Did they have Nintendo of Europe localize
デゼルダっ
this?
て今まで剣と魔
I
法
hope so.
をね
Oh.
Better. See, look, it's just it's an iPod.
So
Sheikah
in the
Slate.
past
Or an
series,
iPhone.
we've
Gamepad.
used wars and
Yeah,
magic,
exactly.
but this time around, we introduced technology.
Yeah, get that last story voice acting in there.
Nintendo of
I know a
Europe's
lot of people are going to
localization.
be so excited to see how that plays out in this game because that's such
They take
a great new wrinkle to
Let's
add
check
to
Here's all your
the
gear.
Zelda franchise.
Your gear's over there, carrier boy.
Actually, maybe it's not your gear. Maybe you find gear and put.
Well,
Look,
sure.
it's loot.
Okay.
There's fucking
And,
armor values and
he's gonna
shit.
start.
Whoa, were there numbers there?
Yeah. Look at the screen.
Oh, sure.
Oh, look, there's an
0
armor
to 1.
category.
There you go.
Nice.
And there was lore for the shirt.
Yeah.
Was pretty much naked.
Get your fucking souls in this game.
Yeah,
Get the
right,
fuck out of here, all you.
These are well-worn pants. 1 to
Look at
2.
this shit.
Yeah, but the other trailer didn't have any.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, oh, there's so
No,
much souls.
because-
Look at
Because
that
the-
Dark Souls term,
The
threadbare.
whispers about the whole like open world
That would also
dungeon
make you
thing
very
from
vulnerable
before.
to
With
enemies.
that, I'm not the first person to come up with it.
No, I know, but don't say you can see it when you can't see it.
No, I'm saying take all the influence you want if that's where you're going. That's all I said.
And we'll see here one of the functionalities of the Sheikah Slate is activating.
Oh my god, like they said, yeah, we're really putting technology.
Yeah.
in this
Authentic.
Use your Opus slate.
I assume this is running on Wii U and
Yeah.
you know, and like art style and cell shading always helps, but it looks pretty fucking good.
Looks really good, yeah.
visually.
Link, you are the light,
Yeah.
our light, that must shine upon Hyrule once again.
Nice.
You're going to lose your souls, all of them.
Hyrule spirits.
What was that pink thing?
Sprint.
Sound meter.
Sprint.
Sounds.
Sounds.
Oh, it has a stamina meter.
The stamina meter was good.
So
now
I like
Link
that
can
one,
jump
so
for the
it's
first
Totally
time.
how much sound you're making.
For stealth.
And the
Yeah,
jump
you do
is for
sneaks.
him to climb up
Good.
the wall.
Because visual only stealth always bothered me. And sound only always bothered me.
Jump! Do a flip!
Yeah, that's the shot.
I wonder what that mountain's called. It's probably called Die Hill.
Life Mountain.
Now we see the subtitle on screen. Perhaps this would be a good time for Aonuma-san to
I
talk
wonder
about
if this
that
is
a little
actually how the
サ
game
ブタイトル
starts.
が見
That'd
て
be
き
cool.
ましたけども、これについて
Because if it just says
Well,
go,
first off, if you're from a resurrection shrine and you're not from some farmer's house, that it's already like a really weird
Oh, there's a
difference.
person.
この世界そのもの
kill it! Looks like
So,
Ori.
Kill him
this
immediately.
also
Like, you're not the
names
Link,
and
you're not a
hyperlinks
random
for
kid that's
subtitles, but
becoming Link.
This time around,
You're
we
some
wanted
other
to,
fucker.
Hey,
That
did
might
you,
have already
did you
been
notice
it.
it just said Link right
wanted
away? I
to,
wonder if you can still
showcase
input
the
your name.
world of Zelda.
Well, that's what in the
Yeah,
in
they didn't show
well,
title
in-
screen
that's
or
what
any
we
of
were
that,
joking
so
about, Matt. Because
shot
in the voice
right there,
acting,
we
she
see
says,
how much-
"Wake up, open
how
your
much
eyes,
the
Link."
character
So I'm like,
of
what
the
if you put your
world
own
is, how
name
much
in?
Yeah.
You notice
It's
there's,
like,
there's
open
also
your
a
eyes.
temperature meter above
What?
your sound.
Look at this
for-
lore!
Are
for
the
the
hero of
subtitle,
time,
and,
Matt.
Maybe
You
it
know, I
just
remember
won't
when
say it,
I
and
first
you can
heard
just put your
Breath of the
name, and it
Wild,
just
and it was
that
just
point
like,
that point
that's
will
the
be
right one.
voiced.
It felt so right with this, the in tune with.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
you could
nature
eat.
and the sort of.
Yeah, well, in the
expansiveness of
trailer, it
this
showed
world.
him like
このゲームの
cooking
背景を
shit,
見たり
cooking
その
Yeah, you
マ
can
マ。
just eat 'em
の
raw.
要素っていうのを見ていると
Why would you ever
初め
eat
て
a raw
そうサブタイ
mushroom?
トルを伺った時
Okay, is it just because there's no texture on that rock to even show that you could do this?
It's,
You could just climb everything.
your hands would not have anything to grab onto.
No, he's Tom Cruise.
So Link can climb the
He
mountain
doesn't need
or
things
the
to grab
wall,
onto to
just like
climb.
you said, you saw here.
で横に緑色のゲージがありますけど頑張りゲージ
Scale any
あれが
surface.
続く限り登っていけるわけです
So that is the green. You see the green gauge on the left. That's the stamina gauge, and you can kind of
But how
see
far
how much
you
you
scale
can
until
climb
you hit the big
by
nothing.
that gauge.
で世界にこう
Cocoon.
いろんな
Kill it!
どんどんどんどん手に入れ
Oh,
ることができるわけ
And then there's a lot of items scattered all
We
around
watch a
the world.
Zelda
and you
like
can
demo.
pick
It's
those,
like how many
pick those
minutes
up.
to kill.
任天堂といえば
And then, as Nintendo, we of course have to have this item right here, mushrooms.
We love our mushrooms.
We're usually on them all day.
Right?
Roll the boulder.
Mushrooms
Kill
that
whatever's
make it
down there.
big.
Kill the man.
That family shouldn't be fishing there.
Oh, and it's the cool kind of rolling where you like.
It follows what the rock actually looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
こうやってその 世界にあるいろんなものにこうリンクが
You actually slide some of the time.
アクションできるんですね。
And it just
So
went,
as you
the
can see,
kid
Link
basically
can
went
push off
nowhere.
big rocks down the hill. You
Apples.
can use all these little items.
Yeah.
Yeah, jump and
elements
grab.
And, incorporate
Apple
it into
lore.
gameplay.
Is that a context jump? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Is what a context?
See already.
Yeah, X to jump. Like
Bill
you can't jump
doing
all the
some
time,
gathering,
but you
lot of
press X
climbing
right there
here.
to get the.
And
When he was
already
sprinting,
there's
I
this
think
sense
it said
of,
jump when
you're
you were
just
running.
thrown into this world of
Yeah,
exploration.
When
I
he ran
think-
out of the temple, it
I
said
think so
sprint,
too,
and I
yeah.
think it said
You're,
jump.
yeah, because and he was. I was looking at his sound meter at that point, but you're right.
Somebody's
He did
calling
jump
me,
in
You
the
can
spot.
possibly just jump.
Maybe you can only jump when running and during the context sensitive stuff, but
Yeah, okay.
So here we get our first
Nice
look
map.
at the
Very
map.
Zoom it
this
out.
I like the
area
temperature in the
here
bottom
being
corner. I wanna know what
Objective.
that-
the
what
extent
that
of the
has to do with
E3
that.
demo that
Pneumonia
we're showing. This is
system.
a high plateau in the center of
Real
Hyrule.
weather battle
Um,
system.
We'll give you just a sneak peek of.
Do I have to drink
Toil
hot
the
drinks
earth.
and cold
I
drinks,
think you'll
like
get to
depending
see
on where I go?
better
Toil
look at
the
the
earth
scale of
for
the world,
rupees.
later on today.
ハイラルの真ん中に位置しているE3 バージョンで見れる
All right, light that bonfire.
マップは
Kill him.
また別の機会
Take.
にしましょう
No,
we had a baked apple. What an
焼き
asshole.
リンゴですね
あ怒られちゃいました。
No, you took a baked apple.
Okay, that's our voice. So there you go.
Yeah, he's not talking.
Now, who is this gentleman, Mr. Onuma? Would you like to share with people?
He's
こ
old
の
man.
男
He's
性は
Miyamoto.
誰
I'm
なんでしょう
sold.
かご説明いただけますかHe's kind of
I'm just a
No, you
strange
matter.
old man.
No, you
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, you matter more than anything.
And then the first of the
Ganon
series,
slash
I think
King
they
of
made
Hyrule.
it
Are
out
you
of-
Zelda, old man?
Are you Ganondorf?
It's dangerous to go
Is
alone.
that Ganondorf?
Right?
Take
Yeah.
this.
Is this the dangerous to go alone, old
ハイラ
man?
ル王国の誕生
That's Ganondorf.
Birthplace of the
Dude,
entire
that's
kingdom,
Ganondorf.
or ancient kingdom of Hyrule.
No,
Go.
I'm Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Let the legend come back to life.
His skin tone is totally
遺跡
Gerudo
のような感じになってしまう
looking.
神殿ですね。
So you can see the temple that's very worn down.
This is after
As it
Ganon
says the
1.
kingdom is in a state of decay.
No.
なんか王国がちょっと崩壊している
Okay, so go to that temple if you
This is
want.
after the Aliens 1.
So I picked up a
That's
tree
the one my
branch
game will
earlier.
link in Yen
Currently,
Yen,
it's
buddy.
all I have.
Easy
for
there,
a
a
weapon.
dick.
But you
Big
can
axe
see very
over
quickly
Burn it.
the things that
Burn
I
it
can do
down.
with a tree
Or
branch.
not.
さ
Okay,
っ
it
き
takes a
枝を
couple
ピックアップ
strikes.
したんですけども、これが唯一の今持っ
Does
て
it
る
actually die or
The
does
great
it?
forest fire of Hyrule began that day.
Good job, boy.
It never stopped.
That's how.
Oh yeah, it dies.
Oh yeah, it turns into dead grass, I'm sure.
That's how the Deku people were lost.
There's a fucking axe. Throw
We've
it.
just seen a window into Bill's play style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
プレイスタイルが今ちょ
How
っと垣間見れま
temporary
し
is
た
that?
Is
It,
what?
it might be like
It's,
Wind
an
Waker.
axe.
No, it's a
Sure.
what?
And
Yeah, but it might
so
be like Wind Waker where it
So-
There were numbers on it.
destroys.
Swap
its-
my
Yeah, it's how
weapons
strong
out.
they are.
So I'll
Uses
switch over to
good
the
durability.
axe.
No,
Nice.
their
The axe
strength.
is great because I can chop down trees if I want to get to some
こうやって木を
apples.
切り倒してリン
Look,
ゴ
you
を
gotta
Use
stick.
all
There's
the
a stick
resources,
inside that
right?
tree.
I can even chop the
Fuck.
logs that I've
Yeah,
cut.
just from the way you
To
pick
get
that axe
firewood,
up so lightly and randomly,
which I
like
can
not
later use
specially, it
to
kind of
set
makes
a
me wonder if it's like,
丁寧に
Just
全
an
部
item.
Is
No,
it-
it might have
you know,
durability, but that number was.
is it a
strength.
disposable weapon or is it like one of your
amazing.
main
Convenience.
stats?
Yeah, I think honestly, first time I
Nightshade.
got my
Never
hands on
mess with
the realm, I spent
Nightshade.
the first 20 minutes like chopping
Or
down
Night
trees,
Howlers.
cutting
That
trees.
circle.
That's all I did.
はじめこのゲームをプレイする
Yeah.
時にとりあえず
What?
Yeah, it's Makar.
登ったり
Korok's fucking cool.
The actual Koroks.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of the Korok.
Okay, well that's where our timeline goes.
Way in the future.
こ
Way
の
in
子
the
たちはね
future.
この世界の至る所
Oh,
に
yeah,
こ
the
う
Master Swords are
隠れて
rusty.
る
Don't be shy about poking into my suspicious places.
Well, you know.
I love the smell of my own cologne.
What do we have
What's
there?
the fucking
Is
sword
that the
up there?
fucking Master Sword right
No
there?
No,
way.
that'll
was
still
in a
be in like the
pedestal.
clay, but it
Yeah.
is in a pedestal.
見つかってしまったか
It's the fucking
Like you walk out of a
get the
cave,
four sword.
take
like
a
10
look,
minutes
and it's
in.
just like bam.
Oh,
Rusty
Yeah,
Broad
Rusty
sword.
Broad.
Seems about
No.
right.
Boo.
It's a nice place to put it
こんな
though.
ところ
They're
で
even there
It
laughing.
should have been
about
the sword of luck and pluck.
置いたわけないですよ
There's no way I'm gonna play
The
something
water?
that
It
is
should have
more-
been
Oh,
Dragon
you bomb
Slayer.
that. You bomb that
Be the
shit.
ultimate break-in with the Zelda
Is his
convention.
clothes getting wet?
それはなんかゼルダ
His
の
clothes
当たり
getting
前を
Notice now that you've picked up swords and weapons, there's not a million tutorials telling you how to swing, how to do
now
whatever.
I do need
That'll
a
be the full
shield, so
version.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah, they're gonna
run up this
impact
way.
that.
As you can see,
Ow.
the
They've been
world
pretty
is
good
open
about
here to
having
go any
all the
direction
different
that I
icons
want.
have to say what they are and
But
stuff.
I'm gonna run up here
Picked up
through
the
the
tetanus
grass.
sword.
I have a sword, so perhaps I
Yeah, I was
can
gonna say you can still
cut
cut
some
it.
grass.
Nothing's popping out yet, though.
But
Well,
it's coming out.
also there have been no rupees,
Yeah, you're right.
and there has been
There's not even a
yeah.
counter.
no rupee indicator,
Yeah,
and
totally.
and also you need merchants to have.
But you
rupees.
need a wallet, don't you?
Maybe you
You
need a
need
wallet.
the initial.
yeah.
Alright, here comes combat.
So let's try finding
Oh,
something.
good job, good job.
Yeah, so he did jump. He jumped and
Yeah,
then
he jumped.
attacked to do
Oh,
that.
that's good attack there.
I like the Nolan.
Goblin camp here.
Wow, that's an elaborate animation.
Yeah, that
was some
knockdown.
GTA shit where
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
the physics.
So
and
right,
stuff.
Ragdolled for a second.
This is Euphoria engine or whatever it's called.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
The rusty broadsword is
Badly damaged.
It's not
The
like
difficulty
those
is
moments.
shield. Yeah.
Give them lockjaw.
Look, you have everything within the first 15 minutes.
Oh, he's taunting me.
That's jump.
Oh, no. I'm gonna need to
Oh, he's gonna.
That was a hard read.
Oh, flurry rush! Do the flurry rush! I don't want to
that
see
it?
that.
So,
Local spear.
I want to see the flurry rush.
I know.
Okay, no, he still has a chance.
Spear.
No.
Oh man.
使ってるうちに壊れちゃうんですよ
Flurry rush.
Take the meat.
Steal their meat.
The weapons that
It's
link
delicious.
Succulent.
This meat is mine.
ビルも敵からこうやって武器を奪いましたけど、こうやってねどんどん強い敵
Yeah, you're gonna be switching
倒
up
し
with
て
block.
強い武器を手に入れるっていうそういうサイクルでこのゲームは進みます。
So the cycle of this game is that you go into a battle with enemies and then you take their weapons and then so you can use them
Okay,
as
so it's
your
like Wind Waker a bit, where you
It's like
just
Let It
pick up
Die. You
whatever.
go around
We'll
fighting
head down
old
and check
men,
out some of
steal
these
their
ruins.
weapons.
And you will constantly be switching weapons.
で、ビル
So like
ハ
when
ー
you
ド
find
Temple of
Straight up
Time right
temple of
there.
time.
Time
yes.
so when you find something like special,
getting a little
it'll
lower
like be a big
until-
deal, but
Yeah.
until
どうや
then,
ったら
whatever you
とい
pick
う
up
か
is
という
just
と
Yeah.
その
Not the same.
キノコを取ってましたけどその下にハートのマーク見えますよね
So you can see that little heart icon on the
これはハート
mushroom.
が半分入る
Yum.
So it's not just
And then it shows that you
parts.
can
You want a Red
get
Bull, dude?
half of the heart back if you want it.
今回はね草を切ってハートで回復するんではなくてリンクは物を食べて
So like, do you not pick up hearts at all?
This time around,
Oh,
you're not going to
maybe.
find any
Maybe you
hearts.
just
Oh, that was a
in grass.
consumable. That's
Yeah,
true.
But you're
Yeah.
gonna be
That's how you
eating
replenished a bit of his
these,
heart.
Food items,
just gotta
so
find
that
food.
You can get your
Why would you have hearts as a
Using
collectible
that way
if you
to
can
replenish
just
your
pick up
health.
any fruit
There's-
and or
I love,
mushroom?
Watch
I love
your
that
currency
notion of
be
really
like
having
souls.
to take advantage of the
Or like
resources
something
in
that
the
is
world.
Well, yeah, we haven't
Also
seen
with
any
regular
currency
weapons,
whatsoever.
Zelda bucks.
Getting those from enemies.
Maybe it'll be
You're finding
purely
them in certain
bartering.
places and then
Moblin
using,
heads.
using the food as this resource to keep
Alright,
your
let's
health
see if
up is
Flurry
also
Rush
really interesting.
rears
It's a
its
lot
head.
of
Well,
fun.
he doesn't have the sword anymore.
Oh, he's
so-
aiming. Oh, he threw a spear.
Oh!
Super worth it.
So you
Poker
lose it
Club.
though, probably every time you throw it,
だ
but
からねちょっとねサバイバル
Yo,
が
I love this OSP
現地で
Zelda
と
like
とにかくい
shit
ろん
going
なものを調
on,
達しな
man.
きゃいけない
Yeah, you got a
So
Bokoblin
it's almost
horn.
like a survival game where you have to collect all these items so you can move on. with it.
yeah.
Find your Estus flask.
Treasure chest.
So that rusty sword that was embedded in rock.
Yeah! Oh, so just during
It's a
slow mo
bullet
you get
It's
to.
bullet time.
So you so you dodge.
That
with
wasn't the
perfect
coolest
timing.
it could have been, but
Because he was on the ground.
That's what the bow and arrow thing from the trailer was
yeah,
about.
that we all freaked out in slow mode.
になって敵に
Ah, too bad he didn't have the sword.
So when you
Too bad he was on
dash,
in the
when you
air,
get
like-
perfect timing, the enemy slows
you got?
down and then it's
Yeah,
easier to
trousers.
the enemy.
My favorite type of
Looks like I
pants.
got a new pair of trousers, which I've been needing to pick up. So,
新しいパンツをゲットしたので。
So yeah, the suit of armor that you got in the trailer, it's probably something you just gather
see
up
there's
and
a
wear.
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff to
Yeah.
Maybe you
look
even
around
make
at.
it with the
It's
stuff you
definitely
collect.
gonna
Like how we
run
collected big
past
bundles
those
of wood. What
barrels
would
there.
those be for if not for
周りいろ
making
い
it?
ろあるので、
I hope the idle animation just has him like sending texts on his
そうです
little
ね
回すのがすごく
Gamepad
Yeah.
on Miiverse.
Um,
Hey
so
everyone, is
all of a
anyone
sudden I have
there?
a good idea of what's
Hello?
going on in
Look at
Hyrule
these
here,
dead
but,
machina.
it seems
These
like
aliens.
in
They're
ruin.
aliens, dude.
These teaser beasts.
No, these aren't aliens.
というか
That's an
これ
alien.
も足のトレーラーでもお見せしました今回の
Yep.
ガーディアンですね
So yeah, you can
So you
just straight up
Oh,
climb
Guardians?
anything. You're right.
trailer, they're
You
guardians.
just climb that.
なんですけど今動かなくなっちゃってますねもう
You see
And
that mountain? You
these
can climb
guys,
it.
You can see these guys
Actually.
are not
I guess that's why that main
moving.
piece of art was him literally climbing. Because it's like a
なんか
Climbing
その間にこう 時間の経過
It's kind of like climbing in Dragon's Dogma. You just have that grip on.
We are renaming this game to 2017 The Climb.
So I know a lot of people are going to be really
Rock and
excited
Roll
to
Climber.
how you're dropped into this world.
Rock and Roll
There's,
Climber
you know,
2.
minimal
You just get a guitar, like a
That
high-end
was what
guitar.
inspired
this
this.
game, other than here you are,
We
what are you
should
going to
play
do,
that
what do you
game
want to do, where do you want to go? And then yet there's so many hints in this environment about
There's a flurry rush
that
again.
hint of something greater has
Well, I really want to
happened.
see
I think, people will
Super
be really
Flurry with this
interested to see the
stick
story
of
sort
meat. What is he
unfold,
swinging
as they
now?
play the game.
Club, the
Yeah.
vocal
ゲーム
club.
が始まってからどのような舞台設定なのかっていうのはユーザーさんの方
Alright,
で
boss.
まだ詳しくわかりませんけども、こうやってゲームを進めてい
'Cause
く
I wouldn't mind if they had
こういう
bosses like
ヒントを使って
Souls.
あ、こんなんなんじゃない
Yeah,
か
the
こんなんなんじゃないかっていう
Abyss.
ふうに
Or the
考え
Abyss
て
Watchers.
ユーザーさんも楽しまれるんじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね。やっぱりそういうことが自然とこう分かる
Airtime
っていうのが
sense. You
面
just
白い
get arrows.
I guess
whenever.
just make a bow with your shit.
伝えたくなっちゃうんですけ
You
ど
wanna make a bow?
今回はねそういうところ
Maybe
が
this is the bow.
Traveler's bow.
Craft your arrow types.
ぜひ
See, there's different types of bows. That
So I
bow
think
had
with
like
this
5
title,
attack,
you'll be able
but
to learn these backstories, like you said, Ed, that
This is really
you'll be
cool.
able to learn them.
And all the
little by
shit is
little
on his
your
body.
own.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's not
physically
that
there.
the game
Love
is
that.
telling you, but you can kind of explore and find out on your own.
And he has like
This might
3
also be a good
sticks, so
all
it's
the, all the
whatever's
equipped
currently-
shit,
art
yeah.
style and
Because he also has like
just the
4
nature of the game
clubs.
itself.
Like,
the, if
when
you-
we-
if
I
you
wish it
look
was
at
all
Link
his
and-
body.
and
When we
the
were
world,
talking about
it's
like abandoning
clearly
the
deeply
Zelda
inspired by
like,
Japanese
formula,
animation.
it's like this is
今の
complete
リンクのアートス
departure.
タイルなんかを
Yeah,
見
this
る
is
と
really
日本
extreme.
のアニメに
Besides
It
the
looks
fact-
really good.
Like the fact that you look like Link right now is like the only thing tethering it.
ゼルダで
You
言う
know,
と
and the
ね
enemies.
And
you
like
fight.
the core mechanics as
Yeah,
well.
but this otherwise could be a completely different game.
そのアニメーションの表現を取り入れてみたんですけれども、
Much
それは
more
ね
RPG-ish.
そういう世界が広くその自然の中にものがあるんですけど、それをはっきり分からせるためには描いて
And Temple Time is just destroyed, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, we saw the
By the
colors.
aliens.
Yeah.
はっきりそれを分からせる
Dude, it's
こういうアニメーションの技法の方が
In this Shrine of Resurrection, there were
Well,
there were
technically-
there were
We've used
there were
this
constellations on
style
the wall.
before.
Technically, Din, Ferrar, and Naru are basically weird
Well,
aliens.
that I was
For
about
the
to say
players
they're
that
super
see an
aliens
item,
from
to
space,
find
an
and they
item,
came down to
It's
Hyrule
actually
and fucked
easier
off.
God, that was really
to use the animation
were aliens
style
the whole
where
time.
you
Yeah.
create something and then
And
you
then just now you
shake
gotta
off
fight them.
the elements. So
They hate
the items
He
will
seems to be avoiding the inner
users
part of
will
the
be able to
temple, so
identify
maybe
the
there's like something there
easier
he's trying to
rather
avoid
than
than a
adding
story
on
point.
elements.
Otherwise, I don't know.
Oh, this
So
is
if you
shiny
add
on that
on
guardian.
なのでそのアニメーションっていうその技法を使って表現するってことがテーマではなくて
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's the timer on the demo.
Yeah.
There is a timer.
ゲームの規模に合わ
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Well,
so
yeah,
that-
of course, Reggie. No one's
So
gonna be
the
able to
thing
make
here
it
is
through
not
to.
that
If you
we
put a
wanted to
timer
create
on it,
an animation style game,
That's a
but
huge departure. That's
we wanted to
They're playing
to
as the timer, and
use
they're
this
not just playing like a development.
yeah.
of this game.
And you see here the time limit on the
We
demo that
ran
people will
into
have
a
access
slight-
to on the show floor.
Yeah,
you'd think
we
they
were
wouldn't
supposed
have
to
a
disable
timer
that. That
thing
was
for the
that was
fucking
my
treehouse
mistake.
thing.
Oh.
These things have
what we can do is
What?
we'll,
He
we'll
just said
skip
we were
through a
supposed
few
to
things.
disable the timer.
It's
That
an
was a
organic
mistake.
Oh,
playthrough.
okay, well,
It's
of
true to
course.
the nature of the game itself.
It's Nintendo, so they barely know
自然な
how.
形に今作っているので、
how things work.
そうですね、今日体験してもらえるものを生で皆さんに感じてもらったってことです
So
よ
yeah, this is
That's
something
right.
that the users will experience tonight on the show floor. So
So don't show the footage of Bill Tridden putting in the code to
Yeah,
take away the
just warping,
timer.
warping past everything. Exactly.
And as Reggie
Stall for
said,
time. Stall for time.
nobody's going to be able to explore even just this small area that we're showing here at E3.
And we
that's-
know they have a
that
timer,
speaks
you
to
dipshits.
how
And we-
large
well,
this
that's- yeah,
experience
that's
is
what
going to
we
be,
do.
and I think that people are going to be
That,
really
the flip
excited
out
to
arrow
just
from the
get that
trailer
little
as well is
taste.
clearly going to be
あ
like
の
some
さっき
shit
レジ
you
も
just
言ってましたけれども、
possibly
今
craft.
回のショー
Or
フロア
like
で
it's always
どうしても
situationally
本当に
dependent.
一部
Like
の
if you're on a
部分
horse,
し
you
か
can
本当に
do it.
しかゲーム
Or
内
if
でし
or
かプレイ
in
できない
every
ので、
weapon you
まあ
can
今
do
の
it with
この
or
プレ
whatever.
イで
Because
す
I
ね
couldn't tell if it's
それで
something
どれぐらい
you
の
initiate or only happens when an
ち
enemy
ょっと
leaps
し
at
か見
you.
れないかっていうのが
Like, I'm not sure if there's, like,
皆さんにも分かったり
flurry
皆さんにも分かったんじゃないかな
High time, whatever it was.
But,
But
in going back and talking about the art style,
Flurry
the
Tokyo
colors
Tomoe.
are very reminiscent of a type of paint called gouache. And
A little
gouache was
bit.
actually
It's like they tried to
it's-
do
it's a
that with
material that's used frequently
Skyward
in,
Sword, the
in
Monet
animation.
style
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and like
But
it
it's also
never
a material
really.
that's used in the style.
great.
There was some environments where it
It
worked
looked
out
good.
where like the
Called
trees
en plein
and
air,
overlooking
or
stuff.
It,
but then
it's
in
it's
any
like what
bush,
Lord of
open
the
air
Lord of the
painting
Rings.
where you go
Game
out
of
into the
Thrones tried to do,
environment
but
and
Game
you
of
sit
Thrones did
down
it
in
even
front
worse.
of
Where it
the
always
object
didn't
that
look
you
good.
intend to
And,
paint,
yeah, and Skyward
and you
Sword
paint
looked good
it
in some
in
places.
that real
And the
world
thing is, too,
setting.
is like in like DS3,
and then,
you have like
as we
pathways,
started
but they're
looking
like
at
they
you know,
branch, but
the
they're
art
hallways, so you
style
can have
and
moments of
its
art happen, like
similarities to
walking
Gouache
into Irithyll.
and
Yeah,
that
But in
connection,
an
we also
open,
started to
giant
feel
environment,
that
not every
the music
direction you stare
in the
at is gonna be
game
pretty.
also has a very open air feeling to
Because
it.
they can't
that direct
control every
ensemble.
single
Where you're gonna be
path.
coming from.
Especially if you can climb everything.
Yeah, like they can point a giant god ray towards this door, but if you
Yeah.
crawl over the wall,
You can find the ugliest camera angle to see that shit with.
just some moblin asshole in your camera's face.
ねあの
Oh, you
Alright, so Bill still hasn't figured out how to disable the timer, so let me talk more. Japanese talk now.
間にこう音楽をこう盛り立てて
spoiling
み
anything.
たいな
Whoops, I spoiled the
使えない
ending.
That old
So
man
because
is the
the
last
players will
boss.
be able to explore and do anything that they want to, we
Yeah.
could
Well, it's like
use
German.
the conventional
Yeah.
Yeah.
types of music where
Great
we know
Plateau,
that
there we
where
go.
the
Or-
users
or
would go
Naked
and
Boy
we can
again.
Kind
We have to do it all over?
more
Yeah, well,
dynamic
you reset the
as
demo.
the users explore
But
certain
he's
areas
probably
of the
gonna
map.
just, like,
So this time around, we
blitz it,
kind of took
yeah.
a different approach.
なので今回
Uh
は
oh.
えー
Look at that in the background.
What, stuff popping in?
Yeah, the stairs up
まあ
there
大
are
自然
kind
の
of
音があります
Did I miss Ganondorf?
No, they're just, I
Bill
guess they,
Trennan said he's like, oh, we were supposed to disable the timer, but I
So
forgot.
Oh, I
as you
see.
can hear,
so they didn't
there's a
show
lot of
you how they were
sound,
putting in a
that
code.
you
Oh, they
hear
had to
throughout
take- yeah,
the game,
of
and
course
then
they
we
did.
we try to blend that music, that sound.
So like all this crafting like equipment stuff, it's like
あの先ほど
I don't mind it too much. Like usually I mind it in a lot of games. Like I don't like crafting that much. But as long as it's simple and as long as like
And
I
you
don't
can
like
hear
being
the
I don't
little
like
piano sounds of
encumbered as
piano
a thing.
throughout
Yeah,
the
If
game.
I'm playing a game that's like Zelda, so if it doesn't have like a weight limit to your shit,
And
then I
then the
don't.
sounds of piano
I
actually
think that's
matches this
a fair point
nature
to like hold
element
off on that
very well.
Oh,
amount of hardcore
nice
stuff.
design for the
こ
Chew
う
Jelly.
働きかけるような
Oh, pick it up.
And then the
Choo-choo
sound of
jelly.
piano
It's
actually,
unusable in this state.
strikes a chord
You got
with
nothing
people's
to-
emotions too.
Yeah,
so I
I'm a
think it
long
works really
expert
well.
on all the genesis of the choo choo jellies.
Choo-choo
You
jelly.
picked it up without a bottle.
Yeah, it just
That's
it's just jelly.
impossible.
It's like when you put Jello in your pocket for later.
ふっとあの気持ちが盛り上が
You
る
don't need a bottle. Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly. You don't
when,
really need a bottle for
when you're
spaghetti.
playing the game and when Link goes to
A
do
hard
something
knockdown.
and
Is there
then
no
it
He's
feels
not dead, he
that
took his
piano
weapon.
sound
Yeah, just
happening
he
on
just
the
he
song.
blitzed it. He
It
blitzed it.
Fuck
makes
you.
feel
Yeah,
so
water
emotional.
listeners.
Yeah,
Just
fuck
hearing
with
that
you.
Yeah, I
match
fucking with
of
you.
Stupid ass
and
bitch.
music.
だって本当の偶然の出会い
Oh, who's talking?
あの100人いたら100人
Head
の
to the
が
point
体
on
験をす
the
る
map and Yushika stuff.
とあの
You can just you can just raid a camp, take their
So the
shit,
music
and leave
is,
before
our
they even know what's
intention
up.
was
Yeah.
to, because this game
Well,
it has
especially with the
100
stealth.
ways of playing
Yeah.
it if there is a
But like the fact that he was like a
100 players playing
knockdown,
it.
dropped
Yeah.
his
Kind
weapon,
of
and
wanted
he's
to
like,
make
nah,
that,
I'm out. We
that
done.
very unique experience.
Yeah, you
There's
see
some-
everything
there's some
pop
pop
in
in there,
there.
yeah.
it's-
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you
I
can
know
see the
long-time
stairs.
fans-
Okay,
He's gonna use
look,
that boulder to murder
Yeah,
them.
it's exactly the shot in the trailer, I
Constant
think.
theme
Careful with the
music
door,
always.
yeah.
always
Yeah,
affects
yeah,
it
yeah.
before
Don't
you
get too
go.
close now.
And this new take
not go
on
nuts.
this sort of
C3
on the
will fuck up
aural
demos.
experience is really
Yeah,
it's really
just one,
refreshing.
really.
It's true to the game,
Yeah.
and
I was gonna
it
say,
does
Sony's-
resonate. It feels really good to play.
ゼルダファンにとっては常にこうテーマ
Barrel.
音楽が流れているようなバックグラウンド流れているような
They're
環境
scared.
なん
Oh,
で
they had to
They
go
have
pick
to
up
go
their
pick up their
weapons.
weapons.
So you can just
Ambush
steal
them.
their-
Nice. Killer is dead. Killer is dead.
Yeah.
It's not as
Yeah, no more heroes too.
すごくこのプレイスタイルに合っていると思います。
Yeah, throw the
Yes,
axe.
so you can get rid of their weapons probably before
Sick.
they get a chance. Nice.
Bill continuing.
There we
I want
go.
to see enemies
Campaign
with
of
weapons that are
brutality.
scarier than the
あの花がですね
Mm.
You know where like the strategy
I
is to
forgot
get the
to-
weapons
I
first.
forgot to
Otherwise, you're
on.
fucked.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Their fangs.
You knock their teeth out.
Just like any other day. So we do have, one of the things that we're not showing in this morning segment that's going to be coming up in just a little bit is puzzle solving. You'll be seeing some of that today. You'll be seeing quite a bit of exploration and the ways to use
Okay, what do you-
the
what do you-
objects that you've discovered.
Stacking them.
But one of the
Wait, what?
things, there's a lot of
Okay.
different ways that you can kind of
Oh, he's making a
experiment
line
with
of
the,
barrels, I
the
think.
environment
You'll
in the
blow up
world
your meat.
here in Breath of the Wild. So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with a little project I want to try out here.
なんか
Little project.
こ
Alright,
の午後の
Bill,
セグメントでは謎解きだったり、い
They're
ろ
off
い
the
ろな
office and they're
他
like,
の
Bill,
マップ
come
の他の
on.
エリアの
What are you
探求
doing?
なんかも
Bill,
します
stop
け
getting
ど、
trying to
ちょ
get
っと今
yourself
回は
over.
ビル
You
が
never
やり
will.
たかった
You
ビルの
just
プ
got
ロ
back
ジェ
to
ク
the
トを
States.
Yeah,
ちょっと
you
今
just got your job back.
Your passport can still be revoked.
Oh.
Way to go.
Good project,
I
nerd.
like that you call this setup a project, Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Do
ほぼ
I?
何がしたいか分かりません
Oh.
I don't know what you're trying to do
What?
here, Bill.
He's gonna throw that at the fire, I think.
Let's see. Close enough. Nope. Oh.
Should you practice this before the demo?
Let's see.
He's gonna light the club on fire and make a.
Oh, no, not quite.
And he needs more clubs to throw.
We'll try one
Maybe I have
more.
an idea here.
All right.
Yeah, look, Link's actually doing the
Right,
Euphoria
like,
engine.
yeah.
死なずに
Well done. Now,
かなりやばい状態になってます
Because in old games, Link's
quite,
animation getting
quite
hit by
dangerous.
attack
Thank
is
you
the
for
same
joining
no
us.
matter what it is.
It's Ken. He
I
goes
hit-
like that and falls on his
A
back.
hit,
Yeah.
an explosion of a bomb or anything.
Yeah,
It's always like,
knockdown is
Zelda
one
items
knockdown.
come
and then he
into
like,
Tomo.
you know, pulsates
なんか
red
ここに
with it because his
新
ulcers
しいゼルダの
acting
アイテム
up.
が登場するということで
We've just been
Like,
told that
that's
those
in the
items will be going
world
live at
gameplay
3 p.m.
reveal.
Pacific time.
And it's
so
like you were
be sure
fucking
to
around
check
with
into
exploding
Miitomo
barrels
today
like
Yeah.
we do
to
on our
get your
channel.
free Zelda
Yeah,
food
that's
items
something
there.
I would yell at you to
We
do.
have a lot more Zelda
No,
coming
just
up
doing
by
dumb
Zelda.
shit.
As we've talked about, we're really focusing on introducing you to the world, the things you can do in the world, how you're going to be surviving. It's really all about the actions and the
It
activities.
should have been called Legend of
You
Zelda
won't be seeing so
Survival of
much
Cat
in
Eye.
terms of characters and story. So if you're the type of
Sequel.
person who doesn't want to be spoiled, feel free to tune in all day. Yeah.
で今日も午後からいろいろとキャラクターとストーリーというにフォーカスしたものではなくて
Spoiler.
他の要素にフォーカスしたツリーハウスライブのセグメントがあるので皆さんご覧になってください。
まだまだたくさん伝えたいことがありますねよろしくお願いします
There's so much more I want to tell you about this game.
And I have to tell you before I die because I'm aging super fast.
Another look at our next segment. We're going to be focused on some exploration. So thank you, Noriko, Mr. Ainuma. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much for your
keeps saying
time.
Ainuma.
And don't go
Ainuma.
anywhere. We got more
It's
Legend
his
of
first
Zelda,
day,
Breath
Liam.
of the Wild coming up.
You'd be remiss to
That was
say
my
that
first
you-
day. I'd get fired.
Yeah, it's like, thank you for not getting it out. He just gets up like, fuck, that's actually
He has no honor. Have you heard if there's been any like gameplay demos of For Honor other than like what we saw?
Probably on the shelf floor.
I just mean of like the Viking stuff, just like a little bit more than the knights or whatever. I still don't see why you couldn't just have like an hour and a half direct and have like 45 minutes for Zelda. But
Yep.
we got no money left, so. Can you pass me my bag when you're coming back?
Yeah, we could. How much time do we have?
I don't know, but we'll. Yeah, you want to take a minute? No?
I wouldn't mind. I could use a little snack.
Okay. We're gonna take a minute. We'll be back as
What's
soon as the things thing.
As soon as the thing things.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Sam, joined by my colleagues Nate, Chico, and Teresa. So just a few minutes ago, Anuma-san gave us an introduction to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and the Plateau. And now we're going to do some exploring and just check out a little bit more of what the Plateau has to offer.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Let's do it. Let's do some climbing, shall we?
Yeah. So Mr. Anuma and Bill kind of looked around the bottom of the temple. So now I'm gonna go up and see how the world will look like.
It should be noted that the first time I found this temple, I tried to climb up the other side where there's no ladder, and I fell and I died.
Yeah,
To be fair,
I
though, like-
didn't know there's another neither.
You did that and you felt so proud of yourself.
Yeah, I did.
And it was only later you walked around and was like, oh, ladder.
Yeah, well, the game encourages you to climb. What can I say? I figured I was doing the right thing.
Have to be careful.
Steady.
No!
We already had Bill set himself on fire.
That
It's
is
all right.
true.
Even if
Yeah,
you plunge
yeah,
your
yeah,
death,
yeah.
I don't think it's.
Does that mean we have to ramp it up now? We're just
Fucking
gonna
General
we
Ram
have to beat him, I
sucks.
think.
General
on
Ram
Glorious
sucks.
Destiny.
We're back on.
Then I'm just
Not fun to play.
Oh, really?
This is my favorite moment.
No,
When I go
but
up
like
to
I
the peak,
played him.
I can actually see the
Oh,
sun coming
he's
out.
out. He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
It's
last
kind of
night.
scary actually how many
He's
times
just
I've
he's
done
just
that
so
playing
basic
early
and just
builds of this game where
not
you
interesting.
Oh, look, there's a clock on the
Going
map
high
too.
places so you
I
can
didn't
just
notice
look
it.
around.
You
Oh,
can't, you viewers
yeah.
at home can't
Weather,
see it
you know, just
because we
scenery
are
is so fantastic.
covering the map.
That's interesting
Actually,
how
I'll
big
move
it
us
is.
to
I'm
that
especially
corner.
curious
so we don't cover
have any
the red.
control as we're showing this game off to what the weather's going to
Was
do.
anything
So
there?
it's nice right now.
I'll adjust it if necessary if we need
Nothing
to.
up until this point.
It's easily raining and
So you got the
Since
blue
this is a
shirt now.
decoration,
Yeah.
segment, I kind
In
of
the
want to
downtown.
try to explore.
What does General
And
Round
I'm
have
gonna
besides
try to head
the dash
toward
grab?
the highest
A
peak
knife
in this
strike that just
plateau, which I
straight
think is
strikes,
that
and
thing.
that's it. Leads to
Yes.
auto
So
doubles.
use the scope.
He can make a swarm of
See,
whatever,
using the scope,
whatever
you can
gears
actually
stuff, and he
pin
makes a swarm and it damages you over the
things,
time.
so you can see
And
where
that's
you're
it.
heading toward.
Look at that, you
So
can
right
pin
now
objectives
I'm
on your
right
map
here,
with your scope.
and I
Good.
think I'm trying to go to the Mount Hylia, the highest peak on this plateau we're on.
it's crazy thinking this is
Knife
just the
swipe,
plateau that we have
swarm,
visible here,
dash
but there
You can
this
create
is
like a little
tiny
bit of armor
portion
from
of
the
the
swarm
world.
on himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
This
it.
is
Like
how
that's
big
all
the
he's got.
world is.
Does he seem strong?
Having
No,
the
all his
top
normals are
graphical
garbage too.
details on the map too are hugely
So,
important. It's like when you look at it, you're sitting there staring at your map and trying to figure out how to get somewhere. You can see obviously if you have huge elevation gains that you have to get
It's
over.
just like it's
planning
probably like a
your route
really
becomes really
basic
important.
like thrown
And
together.
just for the Treehouse
character.
Live,
What's
Salma
his,
gave us a very special
what's his instinct?
So we can actually use the
That I didn't have time to
power
mess
in this
around
one.
with. The one thing he does have is when
So
someone's knocked
I'm
down, he
gonna
can
try to
stop them
take the scenic
with
route.
weak kick or
Oh,
medium kick,
like an OTG.
like an OTG, and it like combos.
Yeah.
I will make it. I will make
Someone here says he's supposed to be a true grappler.
He has one grapple.
Oh wait, there's something here.
Hisako has more
Is that
grapples.
shiny?
Yeah.
Grapples rather.
That's actually one thing I found really
Like maybe I
useful
need to
about
play
being
him
able
more, but I was
plan
like,
your location
I'm just
before you
not
actually get going, because
into-
the number of
it
times I've
seems
gotten
really
away
basic
late by
so far.
collecting stuff or hunting, or I'm
Yeah.
totally
Anyways,
off of where
Zelda.
I intended to go, and then
I'm
I can
not
check
so
and go, oh
lucky.
yeah,
I
I
hate goat
was
cheese.
supposed to go
I'm
over there.
doing
I
goat
should
cheese
get
all
back
on
to
the
that when I'm
side.
done.
I missed it all.
No, that happens all the time.
Okay,
Like,
so
every
we're
nook and cranny. I mean, it's
this
not-
segment
it's
is
not like you're
called
gonna find,
exploring, and we're in the
this
same
incredible
place
sword
we
or
were
every
when we
nook and cranny,
started.
but there's
Liam,
always
They're
something,
restoring
like,
their
whether it's an
progress.
apple
Have you
or
ever
something that
tasted
you're
a
gonna
baked
use
apple?
later on.
Yeah.
There's stuff.
That
There's
sounds
secrets
delicious.
everywhere.
It's
so
very
it gets really
tasty.
distracting.
I've never had one, but
And I
that
collect
sounds
everything
really
I see.
good.
You've had like a hot
I feel like I
apple
just
pie
saw
or
Phil
apple
when I make it
crumble or
speed run
something.
down.
Oh,
That
Lily's
kind of
intimidating
thing,
for Lily.
minus all the
Luckily, we're
sugar
going a
and
different
and
route.
stuff,
You went
but
down the path. We're
Nothing.
going
It
Yep.
softens up a
To the
lot.
different
Like,
direction.
Very nice.
he picked it up, and I'm like,
So this is
you
actually
can
the
do that.
peak or the
That sounds
cliff
good.
they first come out from the resurrection cave. I think that's where it was. I think.
Get a horse.
Hey man,
Hey, in case
That's the
anybody's
other thing I'm
wondering,
interested in.
We're not gonna
obviously
offense
just went
Pat.
through
He's
Mr. Anuma's
he's
section.
dead.
So the first
Yeah,
time
he's
you pick
dead.
something up, it
Hey, when I
it
passed
stops
out
on
the
10, tells you what it
street,
is,
my
but
corpse was on
thereafter, if you pick up the same
camera.
item, you're not going to get
When
interrupted.
you guys made fun of me when,
I'll
at
tell you
Pat's
what
old
it
place
is.
for
You just pick it up
sleeping
and
one
just
time
keep
because I was
rolling.
super tired.
So
It was during a
Yeah,
stream.
during one of these.
During a
Yeah.
stream,
behind
so
me,
it
but
happened.
I'm gonna try to go
Go
around
into the cave and
Go to the fucking cave. But I really want to see like a horse to see how it controls it. It controls shitty like a lot of
And I love
games
that.
do
It's so
nowadays.
interesting how
For a
in this
horse.
game, so much of it is being able to take your adventure into your own hands, do whatever you
Exploring.
want to do, go where you want to go, and
Getting all the
Oh my
shrooms.
god, you
The
can
first
just
thing
go
you
over
can
there
do
because you can just climb this wall.
Climb on top of the
But you're
dungeon, jump into the boss room.
stamina. That's how they control
You
it.
need a
I
rest
found
point.
I've made
Yeah.
You need a
I've made
rest
many
point,
entertaining
or
mistakes
you
as I've
need
been
like in
exploring.
Skyward Sword
I've gotten a
that
little
had
bit
those little.
But I mean,
green,
someone could have, instead of
like
going down
that
that path that's the game
replenish
sort of
as
gently
you
guides you to do,
But the
somebody could have just
wall
taken a left out of
being
that
a
cave and come right up
barrier
here.
is
They
like you
wanted
have to
to.
think
Yep.
about that. Or you have to destroy that kind of convention.
Oh yeah.
Chico, come on.
Murder, death,
Horse.
kill. Murder, death, kill.
Mordakuto!
Chico, it
That
should
was
be
it.
known
Pumbaa.
for those of you guys who are watching.
Did it just
Chico
jump
likes
off the
to
cliff?
shoot everything that moves.
Yeah, he loves it down there.
I saw you fuck up.
He's loving life.
You can survive.
Bill's
and
gone.
play
Bill
this entire
fucked off
game
to go
without
play
hunting
games with
innocent
Sony
animals.
Yeah.
like Chico. Well, no,
They
He's
have
like, I've been playing Zelda for months. I'm done.
they have more than one.
Did you see what Norman Reedus put on his Instagram last night?
Yeah, I did.
This area
What?
is
That's
super
Pepsi.
overlap
It's a picture of
you have to be really careful as you
It's a
run through
Photoshop
it.
picture.
Whoa.
There are all these little
Holding a
cabinets
holding
that
a
you can cross, and depending on
mug that
which
says
direction you're
Konami's
coming from,
tears. and he's
you could
sipping
be
it.
climbing from the other way,
Well,
cross that hill,
Kojima
and
also
Couldn't that be
posted it on
Photoshop?
his
Camp.
Instagram. It is. No, it is Photoshop. But Kojima grabbed that old picture and put it on his
And they have
Instagram,
meat.
and Norman Reedus.
Oh, Oh shit.
Nice roll.
Get fucked. Or.
You missed it.
Wah!
There's still. Oh, look, your bomb regenerates.
Yeah.
Or is that what that
Whoa.
is? Or
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Nice.
throw it again. And now it's gonna go in the
that
place
should
where
be
they
a
all
relative.
went.
Oh no,
Go,
they
go,
already
go, go,
dodged
go, go,
it.
go, go.
No, they all moved. She threw the exact same throw.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh fuck!
Oh, man.
Yeah, kick him in the
Ambush.
face.
Oh!
Plunging attack.
That was so much better.
That was so sick.
Shoot them before they get the weapon. But
Dude, you can do like giant
Oh,
plunges
you
off
went
of
over the
cliffs and
side.
shit now.
You have options.
what?
Having a jump button seems really nice.
These dudes
honestly.
are chilling. They're like, we
What
got
an
our permit,
innovation.
We got our
Yeah.
Dude,
giant
this is
hunk meat,
totally
we can have a little
like
camp.
you are
There was such a good
Mononoke
time.
Kid.
They're bad. They're bad.
Just going around, seeing roving bands,
Yeah,
It's
you gotta-
glistening.
you gotta
ambushing,
grab that.
taking their meat.
I
It
have.
looks so delicious.
Would it be weird if Link rode a
Oh,
wolf because he
Yeah,
was
would've been a
one?
good meal
at
for
a
him.
point?
Well, I would.
He's like,
Bone
that,
as a weapon.
that's how this feels.
Throw that off the cliff.
We've seen
They're
Stranger.
no longer here, so it's all
It's
Chico's.
It's that energy mirror. I guess
And
a
now you're gonna burn
bombing
their
or whatever.
Yeah,
stuff.
he's still
That's
alive.
good.
Yeah.
Sort of a.
What?
Nice.
Fireman.
Get fucked, Barrel.
Oh, there might be something in there.
It's gonna fall apart, I assume.
Explosives.
When we
It's
saw
gonna
the,
take a second.
It's not what?
It's not
that rolling
explosive.
issue.
No,
with
it's
how
not
over
red
that
one.
crest there, but
It's not.
No.
you really have to take physics into account
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're doing anything in this
Look,
game.
look at that.
See,
There's
Oh, what are
something
those things down
Oh, yeah,
there?
go down there.
Everyone's gonna have a really
Yeah,
good
that's
idea
right.
what's going on.
God, that thing's fucking.
that useful as hell.
Stuff
And it's not like the
everywhere.
leaves that you
So
get
these
in
are
Wind Waker where you
ore,
need a gust of
you
wind.
can, of
You
course,
just go.
Oh, it's
whale
ore,
arms,
so you
could
can
also
make
blow it
metal
up.
shit with it, I guess.
Various
Oh, that's
minerals and other things.
Ninja Turtles.
You gotta save that axe. It's like a
The
mini
spark
Yeah,
is
a little
really
bit.
nice.
That
Very
really
square
looks like a
bomb.
Oh,
chandelier.
look
Remote
at all
bomb.
the different bomb types.
It looks like a
There
chandelier.
are two different
Where?
types.
No, remember the arrow that he
This
shot in
one?
the other trailer? It was
And the
glowing
square
blue
one
like
is
that
much
too.
easier
So I
to
guess
keep it in place.
some
Craft
sort
your
of
arrows
weapons.
with your.
The spheres unfortunately were all the
Whoa.
shadows.
Yeah.
Big old
Did
cloud
it
just
just
went overhead.
become
Actually,
evening?
can we look up for a second? I just want to see if that
We'll
cloud's...
see. It might be just a
It might have
cloud.
been Zeppelin.
Yeah, it might be a cloud. It's
What's the time?
12:30
It's 12
p.m.,
p.m.
so it's noon.
Oh, it's just overcast.
Nice.
Noon.
I was a little worried a storm was rolling in and everything was going to start getting all slippery.
Oh, go all the way down. Do it.
One of the different things about
Do a
this
massive
game is
plunge.
that
In the dark,
goblins
travel with the
actually
cloud.
live in the camp instead of just scattering
Camp.
around.
Do it, do it, do it, do
Yeah,
it, do it.
that's true. You kind of
Yeah.
run into.
Also,
obviously
she
run
picked
into
up
some
ore and
monsters that
crafting
are sort of
material.
wandering the
Yeah.
environment, but they actually
that's how you
have
make your
their own
metal
communities
stuff, I
gather in
guess.
camps.
That was 100% crafting.
Just having
material.
fun
Jump.
until
Chilling.
Link comes over.
Making their evil.
We'll see.
I like Chico's showing right here, right now. It's that you
Jump, let
have
go.
all
So
this
there's no
environment
jump
to explore
up, maybe,
and
to,
at
like-
your own pace,
No.
and you
Yeah.
can just climb everything and just
the Tomb Raider
try
move.
to
Oh, look,
investigate
he's
in different
sweating
ways
'cause
and
it's
take
hard.
different paths.
You can wait
it's
right
not
there, though.
linear or anything. You
Yep.
just choose your own adventure.
And there's so much hidden goodness to find.
Right?
So if that cliff had been higher, like her stamina wheel basically, it allowed her to get that
Yeah,
high.
it
But
replenishes
like,
fast,
if that had
I
been a
guess.
higher cliff, you probably would have had to find.
It's
Yeah.
it's
So
cool
I
because
kinda
you know
have to like, what's my
Zelda's
limit before I
identity
start
has
finding
always
out.
been in that big exploration and
Getting into
adventure.
some
So as
serious
different as
elevation
this
here.
is, it feels
I
like
love
a
this about the
perfect,
game.
like
It feels
100%
like look
perfect
around for
fit.
this one second,
You know?
Chico. I love how the natural progression.
Because
of the
whenever I really
environment
think
sort of
about
looks
that, I
like
think
you would
about like
expect
Zelda
sort of as
1,
you
how
go
it just
into,
drops you
like,
in there,
sort of mountain meadows
and you
and
can
stuff like that. You
technically
expect
explore a lot
the
more
trees
than
to
you
change,
should,
you know, you'd
but
expect
you can't
some
get
more,
so
like,
far.
sort of
Yeah,
opportunity
you can do
as
some
you get
stuff
into
out of
that
order.
area.
Is that a giant sword that was embedded? Look,
I think
look
that's
up.
I think that's a
There's very
dungeon.
ominous
I-
direction on the
Fuck
map.
you.
Let's not
Like
go
the
there.
feeling you
Look,
get.
look, look, look.
Try to stay on the
Ah,
left,
damn it.
to the left a little
Just
further.
to the left.
Yeah, I'm left.
Oh, I hope you get a bug catching
The
there.
don't know if
feeling
we're
you
able to
get
stop
from
Chico
seeing the map for the first time, like this is actually the application of that.
That's all right.
Because
Yeah.
in practice, it always turned out to be way more linear.
Especially
than
because
Yeah,
you
exactly. Well, like Hyrule Field and Twilight Princess,
I mean, the
there's
last
not
one you
much
sort
there.
of
Oh, look,
stepped
there's
into
There's a
he's
couple
doing
parts
a
to,
stealth crouch.
introduce yourself to him, but
Crouch walk.
Oh.
Took Metal Gear so
thought.
many
Well,
games to get
the
to that.
hope is that
And actually,
this
the
definitely
field
doesn't see you now.
is not just
the
modeled
anime AI is really
you know,
interesting. So
encampments,
depending on what you're
encampments,
fighting,
and that's it. Yeah.
Might be.
It could be a thing where as you progress through the story,
Oh, is he gonna light the grass on fire by mistake?
But
as you progress through the story, the enemies could change to tougher ones as you go on in the
In
field.
different areas.
God damn it!
Oh, there's water.
Or you get towards
before
the
they
ice
grab the
places
weapons, it
and
might have
stuff.
been easier, but then they had
Nice.
to
Nice
grab
throw.
the
Great
weapons.
throw.
You did not
Perfect
Z
throw.
target as you should have.
yeah, if you sneak
Oh
in,
well,
grab
you
the
can
weapons, they
hurt them towards and detonate it. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh yeah, before weapons.
There.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I
It's
see
a
it.
fucking giant sword embedded in the
Or you
rock.
can sort of,
And
whatever
I love
the
how
device
that's
is
just
there, which you can
knocked
actually
his
use to knock
shield
shields
right
out.
off.
Enemy hands, the heavier weapons can knock out shields. Then pick
Yeah, the
up
whole
his
yeah. You
weapons, and
definitely
now
want to
what
have
this dude's gonna do? It's
because you know how like a Phantom Pain was
yeah,
like
check him out.
pretty much bunch of just soldier encampments and then
Yeah.
nothing.
I think that
It'd
would
be nice if there was like, here's a little community. Here is
I'm sure there's towns.
a caravan of dudes, you know,
Oh, there's a strategy
whatever.
there
Yeah.
and something more unpleasant.
Oh, maybe.
Not even full
It seems
town.
pretty
It's like
desolate.
See
small
that
settlement.
right now we're fighting during a fairly nice sunny clear day, but
Or just different types
how
of
this
enemies.
would go, and also how the goblins.
Because that's one thing that most
might be
open
very
giants.
interesting
Oh.
to
Oh,
see
shit.
that
Oh.
Night became her during
So you have to
the
kill
day.
all the enemies for it to open up.
Yeah.
You can sneak in.
Oh,
steal
that,
other
look at those
stuff.
boxes. They're dented with battle damage.
Afterwards, too, if you want. But in general, I'm sure Chico
Big
wouldn't
fans
do
of
that.
battle damage
Yeah.
over here at Best
Sleeping
Friends.
enemies.
Definitely.
Yeah, average.
Oh, what's
average
in there?
open world.
I'm excited. What's in this
Probably
fucking
not much,
chest?
but
Chest that was locked. And
Oh,
the
good sword.
around, so
Fairly
when you
durable.
defeat them, nice. That's
Unreliable
upgrade.
against monsters.
But essentially, you can
So it's
interact
pretty
with
useless.
everything in this
Anyway,
environment.
yeah.
It's good for
The
murdering
steel box
people.
So
is
average
great.
open world setting that's
Chico
like that
can't
doesn't
really
take place in a
interact with
modern
them, but
day
later on,
has just
the-
it's like
the later
Oh,
stages
did you see the
find
amiibos
out
at the end of
how
that
you
list?
can
I did.
open
He
a-
just took magnetic
Forest.
storm.
Oh, that
forests
terrain over
and,
there is so
and
cool.
like clearings,
Yeah,
and then
like
you just
desert
have randomly
views.
placed enemies, but that's all there is to it.
Not
And I
going
love
there
that,
today. We are staying on the
something beyond.
Yeah.
Look at it!
But they
I think it's a tower.
It could be a
tower,
tower,
I think,
right,
as
right.
well.
Now
Some
that we're
lava
getting
tower.
closer to it.
So
Boo!
Yeah.
up on that thing. Oh, and there's another tree.
Oh,
That'd be a hell of a piece of concept
Guys
art.
have really built
Like
it
a
up. They were
world
a nice
where like
place.
one
Yeah,
corner
no,
of the
that
world
actually
has a
is
giant
Giant
sword.
sword.
Oh,
They got the
Super
the
Mario
box
RPG.
camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
You
at that.
Smith-
Like,
Smith
they got
is
Let
not
that one
bad.
stand or not.
I mean, he's Bowser's Castle big.
Yeah, I will like, but like I'm not like fucking
Come
like
like an
Like the world.
Xenoblade.
Yeah.
You know, take them out first.
I hope he sinks when he gets up there.
I will.
It's Nate, how
I hope
you got
he
enough
picks it
stamina?
up. I think
She's
he
gonna
will.
get it. Yeah, she's
Alright.
got it.
I've actually
I
done
don't
that
think he would
it's been
attempt
really fun
if
about
he didn't
all
do
of us
good.
being able to play at work and
Is
the
there a
different
girlfriend?
experiences
Okay, you can jump up.
and really just comparing notes about how
Takes
different
a lot
the
of stamina
experience
to
would
jump
be.
I'm gonna see if I can rename that
Focused
Sony
on
video right now because a lot of
rapid
people are asking
destruction.
for it.
Right,
and
yeah,
are
that makes
not
sense.
clicking
One-man
on
war against
Ubisoft
the goblins.
ones, so.
Other folks are focusing more on hunting or exploring.
If you're looking
Oh.
for the Sony video right now, guys, it's
Mark-
just it's under the Ubisoft
Mark,
video.
mark your
Oh
guys.
shit! Really?
Yeah.
That is such a modern, like,
That's a great feature, though.
The
Yeah.
Targets, yeah.
the only fucking
Oh, and you can
Jap-
see their health: 13 on 72 on 72.
the only Japanese game that does this, to my knowledge, is Phantom Pain.
And you can see that actually by
Snake, try marking
identifying
your
the individual
targets to
enemies,
see
you can
the
see how
moment.
strong they are. And yeah, it looks like
Nitro.
there's a serious one back there.
Yeah.
And with
I
a
don't
with
think
a
you may not be geared up.
a
Not right now.
Give it a pass.
set of binoculars, no less.
Let's go.
So
Let's go to the peak.
Yeah.
You can also see that she's got, once she marked that spot on her map, you can see it down on the
What
map.
happens if
So
you
even
go in the
it's not
waterfall?
Specifically in the little radius of the
Ah!
you'll at least have a beacon.
Yeah,
shown
one
to
heart
you.
gone.
Oh, actually, since those guys will probably be fun to fight.
Hideo Miyamoto
Maybe
game.
with, marking them on the map so we can.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
going!
okay, I was wondering when the temperature would come in.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Always so
Does it-
sad.
what does it do?
He has a quilted shirt.
Oh,
Freezing.
Makes him cold.
But before I go, I
know.
definitely
You take no. It says you take damage. It said right there in the top
Yeah,
corner.
that's it.
That's like in Quebec.
yeah.
That's like
The
real
The
life.
temperature is dangerously low.
Forest of spirits.
Find
So
two
now
warm
I-
sooner you'll
later.
take
Yeah,
damage.
death. You don't want to go
Sounds like Montreal.
Yeah.
Because they have that in Far Cry Primal. You get to like the northern
So,
region,
so
it's
what
like
she would
you
just did,
take
obviously,
damage
was,
as you go, and you have to
she went
craft
into a colder zone from the
some
temperature
equipment
gauge
to
there. She went
like
somewhere that
furs
was
and shit
beyond
to
sort of her
not
current
take any
clothing.
damage in that region.
And you're gonna lose
Like
health
the
if you don't.
The
gear
run
up
animation's
or
good, but
otherwise
like you
warm
can.
yourself. Clothing's only one
That
thing you can do,
stamina went
but
down
for the
really
purposes of
fast
that,
for
just put
running.
on a nice little
I think
tank.
it's a good holdover from Skyward Sword.
No, it is, but I'm like, running is the most basic thing I'd like
Why
to
don't you
do.
take
I wonder when you can if you can raise your stamina gauges.
This is gonna move fucking consoles.
Yeah, and X's.
This is gonna move consoles.
Yeah, no, totally. This is a fucking system
It
seller.
moved Wii's.
What is that stuff?
Oh, you're right.
White jelly. It will explode in coolness.
Lot of stuff in this game.
So you have
I
to
don't even know what that
you
stuff
do have
does.
to pay
I've been
attention to
playing this game forever. Have you ever made anything out of jelly? It's gotta be able to make something.
So he still has 3 hearts, so it's like, do you even get heart containers if you
So I
don't
kind
even...
of touched on
Yeah, I
it,
mean,
but,
I'm sure you.
maybe we can
I'm
talk
sure you
about
do.
how
And then you
Maybe-
have bosses. Yeah, beat a boss, get a
Beat a
heart
boss,
attack.
Well,
Yeah,
they probably
it
have
actually
heart
affects,
pieces as
like,
well. Hopefully back to
gameplay
4 to a heart
Oh,
container.
yeah,
I would
totally.
love to
Well,
see a boss
I mean,
fight.
among
There
other things
was a
that you
boss
make
fight
so
in the
that
trailer.
Okay, so they
same
on
experience
their
in the
schedule
I mean, if you come into an area
later
when
on
it's
they
at
said
night
they're
and
gonna
raining,
do
it
puzzles,
may
and
be
I
a totally
imagine that
different
means a
experience
dungeon.
than when you come in there
So
broad
imagine.
daylight. The enemies will be behaving differently. The terrain behaves differently. I mean, sudden downpours can put out.
Because like
campfires
Zelda's
and
weird
stuff
where
that,
like
so
certain
it really
depending on
is
the
dynamic,
game they have real
and
duds
that's
of
in the
boss
truest
fights
sense of
and
the
then
word,
they
it's
have
dynamic in
like
the sense that
Yeah.
it just
a couple that
the
are
time of day
awesome and
could
super
affect how you
memorable.
approach a particular mountain. It gets colder at higher
I
elevations.
really want to
at
play
night
this
than
game
it
a
does during
lot.
the day, so
Duh.
even that'll
But I
affect
kind of
how you
feel
use
bad
it.
because like I'm gonna want to play it on my NX.
Climbing because if
And,
it's
like,
slippery, it's just a lot harder to
But
climb.
at the same
so
time, I
you're
want
not
to
gonna
play
be
the
able
Wii
to hit things
version
in,
now.
every
you
once in
know?
a while you're gonna
That's
have to
why
wait
it'd be
for
nice if they.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or-
that's
Which
why
I
it
know
would be
I'm
nice if
going
they
somewhere else.
outlined at
It's always
least what
something
some
else to do around the corner.
changes
I'm not
are
gonna
for
wait.
the
I'm not
end.
gonna wait for the
I-
snow to pass
definitely if they come out on the
That's the
same
puzzle
day,
and the
I'm gonna play the
strategy
next
of,
version.
Sure.
But
where should I
if
go next?
if it
And
does
they
come
should
out
go
ahead on the
there,
Wii
just
U, I'm
mark
gonna
it,
fucking play the Wii U version.
Of
Just go
course, but the
explore
whole thing I just said about
elsewhere.
like
I'm
moving
impressed that you're
systems
going
is
around
like
paths. See me,
they
I'm
wouldn't
like
shoot themselves
straight
in the
line.
foot by
I climb
making
over
it come out
absolutely
earlier
everything in my path
and then getting
unless I
that.
don't
But
have
the,
an
but the
A lot of
NX
people
isn't
that-
come.
Because who's gonna buy it twice? The
She
hardcore.
kinda was
If you're not
sticking a
super
little bit
hardcore,
to
you're
it.
not buying it twice.
Yeah,
Get to it.
that's why like I really
I find
only
these moments
think the
when you're
NX is going to come out like next
fun.
March,
Uh-oh, I have to get really kind of
and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this will
Not this
come
year,
out
for
on
sure.
both
Gotta-
at the
gotta
same
pause.
time.
They're gonna do the
Pause
same
and appreciate
time.
the-
It would.
the
There's,
Yeah.
like, they can't.
Stupid
all
to
the
do
way
it
to-
No,
otherwise.
exactly.
You're such a romantic, Chico.
But
You
it's
can't
so
see because of
pretty.
their stream. Now I know how it feels.
Can I make it? Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. Sunset's nice.
Was you have to get up there before sunset? What?
No.
Oh yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Oh, that's all right.
I think it was a personal goal to make it up there with the sun still
Some
up.
really interesting cloud cover moving over there.
Sit back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Okay, dude. Whatever.
That's not-
Oh
this-
shit.
You know, this
That's
would have
what
been a
we peak- oh,
really
yeah,
good
we are.
title for the
I'm
Wii
gonna
game.
make
for
search.
sure.
Menu there. Wait, no, it says search. You gotta grab something. There's something
I
there.
would do it later.
All right. God, you need resources.
I just want to see what's
quite good.
around.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
look at that fucking
This is the
Shadow
highest peak
Castle.
on the plateau.
Castle
Of
Super
course, there's
whatever it's
more
called.
Yes.
higher
Super
stuff
down there.
outside the plateau.
There's a lot of those like
Yeah. So
Sword
there's,
looking
there,
things
there,
all
yeah, there
over.
are these
This
floating.
seems
Don't
like
go
it should
over
be the
there.
highest point in the
Yeah.
entire land.
So we'll
It's
see if
definitely
like if
Yeah, it's just
harder,
everything's so
tougher
vast,
enemies come
but
out or something.
The higher you get, the farther you can see, and that just makes planning so much easier.
Well, it's nice seeing in the distance how we've got some illumination marking locations. So there's some certain sites that are really going to catch your eye as you look over the
So
I know,
they
I'm
took
so distracted by
magnesis
all this
on the
stuff now,
top
I
of
wanna
the
mark all
D-pad.
those-
They still
all
haven't done
those
anything
photos.
with
Go
it.
to those.
Yeah, it was an item that they cycled through, and I was like, look,
Yeah.
they took magnetic
They-
storm.
so-
They hasn't done anything yet.
So yeah, they switched from the bombs for that. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a magnet bomb.
Or maybe it's
Give
like
me
whatever
vertigo.
was in the trailer where he was levitating and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
we
is
pull
the
stuff
actual
out of the
we have
water
on
and
the
shit like
demo
that,
on the
yeah.
floor. So folks who are here are going to get to play with this. It's only folks who are
Yeah, the
watching this
fourth
are
option
gonna
after the
get
bombs and the magnet.
Okay, yeah, look,
was,
dead
Amiibos.
enemies.
Stalfos.
Nice, good skeleton. Oh, his head's
Oh,
just popped
shit.
right off.
Nice shot.
Yeah, got his weapon too.
Get fucked.
Oh, grab it. Oh.
The bow looks like
Oh,
it'd
that's
be
alright.
fucking
Use that for something.
amazing in this
Yeah.
game.
Make a necklace.
I don't know.
Well, if you can hit enemies in headshots. Was that like in
If the aiming is quick,
Twilight
then
Sword,
yes.
Twilight Princess? If you shot
Is it
people in the
high
head,
enough?
they didn't
Am I
take
high
any
enough?
I'm
damage.
actually not sure.
Just
Maybe,
snowboarding.
maybe
I
not.
don't think so.
That's
That
right.
should be good
I
for
wonder
you.
about
That's
Skyward
right, that's
Oh
right.
wow! Actually, take a look at the moon over there. It's come out.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I should look at how fast the
Big-
clock is. 10,
Big angry
15.
It's
face
pretty
on the
quick.
moon.
Yeah, I have to go up.
Oh,
That,
yeah,
this
yeah,
looks
right.
really
Down
nice with the
first.
moon on the
Hold
ice.
on.
I came with a buddy.
Oh,
You
are-
see how their heads are kind of big and they're kind of the
See,
target to
I know
shoot
where this
for?
waiting
Like,
there with the sword, but
Stalfos
you're
don't
actually
usually
smart
look
to do
like
because
that.
Did you catch the
fight
ammo
Stalfos
counter?
at night with
No,
the
I
sword.
didn't.
Generally knock
No.
their heads off.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
it's
it
on the
survives
on the
and goes and
reticle.
tries to find
Looks
its
good.
body.
That's
Really?
They
really
just
good.
swap their heads too.
Yeah.
I like how the map has a little north indicator that circles around it.
And actually, if you take a look at them afterwards, sometimes
Did you see
their
the
wings
Amiibo
will still be
symbol
moving
there
after you
as the
defeat
fourth
them.
one?
Whoa!
Yeah, snowboard on your shield.
With a double
It's my
jump.
favorite feature.
Remember when
No, I
we-
think the second jump was
Yeah.
Pulling it up.
snowboard,
Yeah, for sure.
not an actual second
Oh,
jump.
for sure. Yeah, that's what I
I was wondering if you could take that jump. Actually, if we start high enough, we just.
like. That could get you places, maybe.
Remember we were talking about how like kind of blasé the snowboarding part in
was, yeah.
Twilight Princess was?
So some people pointed out that when you return and do the snowboard against what's her face,
Yeah.
that's when it has the music and
So
stuff.
Oh, okay, that's what it's a little
And that
more
one's a
involved.
bit
Just
more
right on
punched
our
up
shield-
with rupees
shield
and
surfing.
a
Okay,
race
okay.
and stuff.
Um,
So
that
Yeah,
does
that's the
upgrade
thing, I
your shields,
couldn't
so it's not
remember
like you can do
that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's
forever.
totally
Well,
so,
you can. You just have to go get more
might be.
shields, but you can't ride on that thing forever
that
and
thing.
expect it not to
I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
there's
It's
you
a
might
chest.
have a chest or
Yeah, they
something.
do break.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
With
not?
all your
I see it
weapons
through
and
the
your
chest.
gear,
Do it.
they have also
Show us your
their
point-to-point
own stats.
teleportation.
The
Show us
more
your
you use
tether.
them, the more you wear them.
Oh shit, he's
You
really
wanna say
overshot.
that?
No, no.
Yeah.
You could really stop. I saw that he
The
was
cool thing
going
that I
backwards
actually,
before with it.
found
Yeah,
out
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
it's
if you're shield surfing,
It's like a
you can
shit
do other
chest,
things at the
but
same
so
time,
it's got-
like shoot an arrow.
Fire arrows.
That's fucking great.
That's
Your
the
shit
thing.
chest
Fire
is filled
arrows.
with
People
amazing
just keep trying
contents.
stuff, so it's super cool.
Incredibly weirdly effective against cold things.
So I know during the video we showed right at the beginning of the
It
day.
definitely makes me think a lot of
we
like
showed,
survival
like,
games
swimming,
in
but I can't remember
Minecraft.
if you're
Yeah,
supposed
you're
to
right.
look
Never
at
seen. Whoa, that was
Yeah,
cool.
that's good. So maybe
Can you
I-
light? Can you
yeah.
light that on fire too? Oh, that's a super good effect.
Oh, for sure.
Come on.
Yeah,
You
he
were
wouldn't
such a
even try if he
force
didn't think he.
They
Oh
could
no,
just
he's
find
missing.
out
Can't
that
aim
might
good.
be stuff.
Might be.
Okay.
But it reminds me a lot of survival games in Minecraft and the way that items and tools are distributed
And I
around.
just wanted to try that.
And like they're
Leave me alone.
doling out all these
So there's
cool
a
tools
waterfall,
right
so
away.
you
with
can
reckless
even get the
abandon. Yeah.
waterfall.
Might be the demo only, but
It's gonna be
you're,
there.
yeah.
It could be the demo.
Has taught us this.
But like
But
the way you
that's-
find a bow and it has like
that's-
a gear.
You
like an
walked
equipment
into an
number.
axe, like yeah.
That's a pretty
absolutely.
shit representation if they're like actually gonna change
Yeah.
all that. That's like
People,
this
when
is
they're
a
playing the demo here,
misleading
hopefully
fucking
don't go
demo.
jumping
You
off
found
the-
an actual game.
It'd be great if they handed them all out willy nilly, and then you had the rare, amazing shit.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
okay,
dungeons,
that's
you get your hook shots and shit, right? Like
You get the one piece of whatever that
Oh.
doesn't get killed.
This is actually
oh,
a
a
really
soldier's
good
broadsword.
It's a
That's really
it's a
strong.
durable blade. You
They
can't
carry
carry
it.
it anymore.
So
Drop
you might
some
look
sticks.
in a little nook and cranny
His
that
little
looks
fleshy
suspicious,
face.
and sometimes you might
How
find
cute.
an awesome trope like this that has.
So are they gonna
chests, but
confirm or deny
they-
playing as a girl?
Sometimes you might find some
Shrine of Resurrection, it could be
but all of
anybody,
those
right?
things have
Yeah.
value.
I
Like you
think that's
never,
possible.
there's never a time.
Seems to
when
me
you're
like the kind of
looking
thing they would
around
have spoken
and
about right
Spike
at the beginning.
bow.
But the fact that you're coming out
Oh,
of
you
a
can
fucking
stuff
little
it.
You can
crib,
change different
and you're not,
bows.
again, you're not.
Yeah,
a
you're
boy,
in the Lazarus pit at the beginning.
So you can be a chosen anyone.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be?
But I just mean that like that seemed like a good way to intro that.
Yeah.
So I hope
Give me
that
a
that's.
second.
Now, to be fair, we are talking over a lot of stuff, so
More
they could have
fire
very well
and
already
yeah.
said it.
I think I caught there that you could attack
You
with
may be geared up to
bow, like
Yeah,
melee.
fire arrow.
It was called a spiked bow, so
Yeah.
you could.
Burn it. Oh no. I don't know. What do you think?
Wait, are you talking about the real?
But, like-
I renamed the
Yeah.
conference, so you should see
Okay.
Ubisoft plus Sony if you're looking for
We
it.
got
I think
time.
the goblins might be in for a bad day.
Overkill.
Oh,
Those are the.
I'm not wasting.
That did look really cool though.
Like, I'm
That's
happy
probably
because like
the
everything
right
shown
weapon to
so
use if
far,
you
like
want
makes it look
damage to an
really
enemy
good.
that's made
I'm
out of
glad
acid
they're
Yeah,
showing
fire.
this
Oh, yeah.
much.
This looks
of it.
phenomenal, and there's so like the
Small
volume
here,
of
we can't
content
confirm
is
stuff
It's,
crazy.
later.
it's pretty much what we all
That's how
hope
Chico
for.
has to
from
manage
the
her
other
resources.
stuff. It's
really
Well, I
want
mean, you know, like we were talking earlier about the fact that they're only showing this, and they're
Yeah.
showing a lot. So
Oh, for sure, yeah.
that's great.
Hey, wait, double check.
I still think it's remiss because they have so
I was
many
trying to
games
remember
that
where
they
you stuck
could
that
be
skull.
showing.
Yeah, no, for
Pushing
sure.
it.
I'm just saying
But-
that I'm glad that they're at least
So
doing
yeah,
this.
we did.
Yeah,
I think we were
definitely.
starting to say
Right,
this earlier,
even though
Sam,
they
that you
should
can,
be doing
we saw
more.
them
Yeah.
jumping in the water earlier. That was much more.
Whoa!
Magnet
tempered
thing.
water.
Yeah.
See the
This
Amiibo
is a
symbol?
frozen.
Fucking there, I
lake.
promise.
You're gonna die.
Oh!
She knocked down the trees.
Yeah.
Where's
Or
the,
her
where's
bomb.
the
Oh, nice.
Oh, look, the trees against
God.
the cliff.
That was.
You're not sliding.
Dope.
It's only death and destruction
Why
when
don't
it
you-
comes to Chico.
Oh wow, you got.
Oh, like the
Leaf
leaf and Wind Waker, probably. Do you knock enemies off cliffs?
Okay, I love
Yeah,
playing
maybe.
with
I
Chico.
mean, it's what you
I
do
actually
with
watched
anything,
her
but-
shoot a butterfly with an arrow once.
Really?
Yeah,
That really
I didn't know
shouldn't
you could do that, but
Me
she
neither.
won't pull that off.
And there, so I had to try it.
That's
By the
impressive.
fly
Told
in
me
the
he can
sky.
do it, so I had to try
I
it.
can
could
shoot you
shoot
twice
twice.
as
Yeah,
high.
it's like,
Your
look at that pretty little
explosive
butterfly.
demonstration back
You
there.
Wagaseki Wakura!
Because it was in a destruction zone. You see trees. I mean, you can.
Did you
you
see
can
that
damage
stuff
them.
that, like, if you
When
take the
people
wolf
saw trailer and there
costume
was that
for
sort of sequence
yeah,
of
Hanzo, it
knocking
changes
a
into
tree across
wolves.
the chasm.
And howls.
The
and
dragons
jump
are
down.
wolves.
Yeah, with Reinhardt.
It's like a stealth mode ultimate.
When you change the different Reinhardt armors, the symbol on his shield changes.
And if you take Thunderbird for Farah, her missiles turn into arrows.
Yeah, there's one in front of me there.
Oh, you put the other guy's head on. What are you doing?
What?
That's not yours.
Oh my
You grabbed the
god.
wrong head.
Chico, what I want you to do is
Stalfos
take
are
his arm
recovering
and beat him.
themselves. You have to break the head then.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really
That's
do.
the only place with the head. The,
Look, there's a bunch of bodies all looking for the one head.
Yeah.
Oh, the arm is a weapon. It's a sword.
Shut up.
The Bokoblin arm is a sword.
The arm is
Ah, you're right.
Wait.
No, he's getting it.
back, I think. He's putting it back on.
Drop a bunch of
You're getting
useless shit. You
outwitted
got
by
so
things
much
that have no
useless shit.
Fine. Are you saying I'm
There it is.
don't have
Pick it up, pick it up.
No, drop your stuff
Who's
first.
playing?
It's the girl.
Nice.
Yeah.
There,
Bill?
there, she got it.
Yeah,
She
you
got it. You go in the middle.
So we gotta equip that for a second, I think, just to show it off, because it's so creepy.
it's really creepy.
Okay.
Beat him with his arm.
Teach him a lesson.
That's
There
embarrassing.
you go.
I could stop
Use its own arm.
That guy too.
It's
Yeah.
badly damaged.
They
Yep.
did the job.
Yeah,
Style
I mean,
for
we already
warriors.
have
I wonder if you can increase your
Whoa.
inventory capacity. and
going
stuff.
out of that cave and
I'd
instead of being
imagine
handed
so.
the sword
You
by
have
an
to
old man
have the
getting
same
a
limit.
crappy
entire
tree
game.
branch to sit
It's Nate.
Oh.
Look.
Stupid spin attack with his fucking arms.
Still like
Grab the
clawing
other
in the
arm
back
and make a
of
super
Link,
big
and it's
arm.
like grabbing
That
at
was
him.
good. It's intimidating.
I want a screenshot of that to have leaked yesterday.
Yeah.
The Bokoblin arm is badly damaged.
Everyone's like, you can equip different arms?
Well, no, because he was holding the sword there at the time too, so it's like, what the fuck is that? He has a
That was-
Bokoblin arm?
Yeah,
Like,
That was a really sick.
Rumors
sword
of
swing
different
anime.
body
Yeah.
parts that Link equips. Can
Oh,
come
it's
into
like
play.
it's like severed.
No, it's that samurai game.
1,000 whatever part
Blood
of your
will
body.
tell.
Blood will
Oh,
tell.
Blood
Yeah.
will tell, yeah.
You pick up all your dumb body parts or
I like the
never
word
dead or
epic.
whatever the fuck.
I thought it was an epic ending.
Oh yeah, so that's a tough Bokoblin. He's a different color, and he was the one who had a huge health bar when he scanned
That was better
those.
anyway.
Huge dick.
They got better tech than you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Can you burn the tree?
They have no
Okay,
idea.
aim at the tree.
Nice.
No, he got him. Holy shit. Oh, he hates it.
Damn.
Gotta adjust for height.
Burn, traders, burn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he really does have to adjust for height.
Compensate for the wind shear.
Ha.
And wins?
Oh, he shot back.
Shut up.
He said it.
He said it, but I don't know if he's just.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, there's no wind right now. You can
Okay, you
look at
fucking,
Blake's hair and shit.
you fucking
well, that's
killed
all
it.
And they're not
the
showing
time
you a
that we've
wind
got
arrow.
here
I wish the whole
today,
thing
but,
would burn down.
we'll leave the fate of those bokoblins up to folks' imaginations. We'll let them be for now. But thanks, guys, for swinging by and doing some exploring with us. Folks,
All right,
remember,
so
please
they
stay tuned.
explored,
We'll
and
be
they
right
they
back
did
with
it. I was complaining
Legend
earlier, but they explored.
of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm not trying to make. I can even say what we're gonna do next, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Well,
Thanks.
there is a schedule,
Okay.
isn't there?
We're gonna do something, but we can't say what.
Okay, so
don't
we'll be
know
back
what
on
it
in another minute.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm going to the bathroom. If you guys want to do what, if you want to mute it or if you want to keep talking.
Yeah, what was there? There was another trailer for something, wasn't there? Something
Neo.
else. Neo, that's what I want to
So
say.
we can get that. We can get that.
Let's see what's going on with that.
I really wish there was like live, like a gameplay demo of Spider-Man, but like I think it's like way too early. Like they're not even
Yeah.
giving a year for when the game comes out.
Nintendo teased Waluigi Amiibo on Twitter. This is news. This is news.
Look at this useless Amiibo.
We are all
Fucking. Look at this.
Look at this hero.
He is all of us.
Yeah. You have a bad.
You want to
thing.
get rid of that?
Oh yeah, I've had this pop up happen before. Where's that?
It ain't there. Just Google it.
It's fine. I'll get it in a second. It was here like a minute ago. Oh my god.
Wait, was Detroit always called Detroit Become Human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. I remember that. Hey, see if we can find.
Peggy 8.
Apparently the Wild Gun stuff. Might
There's
be up
Wild
there.
Guns details?
I
All
think
right.
so. We have to
Alright.
look it up.
18.
I saw some people saying, "Oh, there's footage now."
Let's find out what's popping.
Oh, is that an Amiibo? I love that. That's a yeah. That's an ancient Japanese monster who. Oh well, tough. Oh, Flintlock, right?
That was a straight.
Oh, it was probably a.
That was a straight up Ninja Gaiden.
Kind of gotcha.
Yeah, that's hot. I like that.
Fight your enemies.
Show me a launcher. Just show
No,
me a
it's
launcher.
not gonna be a launcher.
There's already super launchers in situations, but I mean, I'm wrong. They can launch off of other shit already. I think it's there.
But it's
It's
not.
not that type of game.
Like the system supports it.
No. Nah.
Is it Ayane? I expect Ayane to be in every
Show
Tecmo
up,
Koei
yeah.
game.
Oh, that looks like Momiji enough for
You
me.
got some buddies.
I'll
That's what you-
fucking jerk off to that.
Well, well, well. I never expected you to follow me all the way to these godforsaken islands.
It's Conra.
A little bit.
You no longer need this.
Beta demo August 2016.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll play that again and again
and
again. I don't mind if that's like a bunch of different
things. Can you quickly search to see if there's any?
Go ahead. I'll do it.
Okay, you'll do it. You can roll back.
Go ahead.
All Death Stranding content pulled from PS Blog, YouTube, and Flickr. That's weird.
Weird.
Wild Guns.
Or not? Okay. What you got? What you got?
May 12th. Let's try.
Search for today specifically.
Just go click on our news.
That's
filter for today.
News. That does it. That usually
past
does it.
hour, then past 24.
Click news. It's good.
7 hours ago. No. No, there's nothing.
Damn it. Why was that?
What did you hear?
I saw it said there's footage now.
Okay.
What?
But I just saw someone say there's footage now. That's old.
No, this
is
old.
May 12th, May 13th.
Alright, fuck it.
Lies.
People are lying to us.
Stupid lying people.
That's okay, we're back to this. The screen.
Yeah. Again, well, again, like, we can check out some other shit. Go do your thing. And we'll
Go
see.
do your thing, which is shitting.
See if there's any other shit we can see.
I don't think there was much else.
Was there more Berserk?
No, there's nothing of Berserk.
Berserk's not even like an E3.
If we're gonna see Berserk, it's gonna be in like Famitsu on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Confirms no female playables in Zelda.
Oh yeah.
GameSpot just wrote.
Bit of a bummer. Wow.
No, they confirmed some different guys directing Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Yeah, someone said something about Attack on Titan, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Hey folks, welcome back to Nintendo
Oh,
Treehouse
back.
Live at E3.
Back.
I'm Sam, joined by my colleagues Audrey
Yeah.
and
Back.
Teresa. And no, over the last couple segments, folks have seen some really interesting locations.
Blizzard
from
announces
Legend of
there's
Zelda Breath of the
10
Wild, kind of
million
off in the
players
distance.
playing
But in
Overwatch.
this segment, Audrey, you're actually going to take us into a couple
Last
of
I heard they
shrines
sold
that
7
we're going to get
though.
find
Up
on the
close and
plateau.
really
personal
good.
with some shrines.
Oh yeah, there's Attack on Titan season 2.
Yeah, but that was a
starting
few
up
days
here
ago.
on
Where
Red
Yeah, it was.
4
It's
million
really
people
tall.
bought it.
That was a
It's
whole
really
bunch of
tall.
hours ago.
But that's great because it gives me a good vantage point for the entire Great Plateau, which is pretty, but that's not what we're here to look at.
Serious
We're here
Sam
to get some
developers
shrines.
confirmed
So,
that Oculus
while I'm up
offered
here,
them
I'm
a
gonna actually
quote-unquote shit ton of
pull
money
out
for
my
Rift
Sheikah slate
exclusive.
and my scope and try and place some pins
good.
so I know exactly where I'm going to go. This is going to be super handy because this is just the starting area, but it's huge. And I
It's
tend to
super
wander.
huge, she
I'm a known
says.
wanderer, so
That's
I
crazy.
need these pins to kind of help get me back on track whenever I
Did I miss
Go
Ganondorf?
after some Bacabras
Yes.
that I probably shouldn't have.
whole battle.
So if we could hop into the map for a second and just show folks exactly what the distance is
Couldn't have
between
done
these
it
two shrines.
worse.
Yeah, so those two shrines.
For
I'm up here,
This is a different
so I
island.
made them look
Hopper
pretty close together. But they're
Pond.
actually
No, this is the same
Fishing.
place.
So
It's not an island either. It's
those
just they
pins are
don't.
gonna come in handy.
The rest of the
There's my
map's
first
undiscovered.
shrine, and
Not highly.
I'm not supposed to have this
Because
yet,
they just said the
but
opening thing is like this section is quite
so
large, but it's
I'm
like
gonna jump
part of a
using
bigger
my
map.
handy
Yeah,
paraglider. And I'm gonna soar to the
Yeah, you can
ground
see everything
and head off
popping in,
to my
it's
first
not-
shrine.
I mean, it is the Wii U version.
satisfying.
So, and this is a
I'm trying
beautiful
not
game
to
for
step
something
now.
as strong as the
That'd be
Wii U.
kinda bad.
Because
Let's do this,
while it
Link.
is stronger than
We're
PS3 and
ready.
360, not by a huge
Come
amount.
on,
So.
I can make it. Almost. Okay, that's
thought
pretty
that was
close
Jade Rain
though.
for-
That's pretty good.
Pardon?
I thought that was Jade Raymond for a
No.
second.
We're
Is
gonna
that
go
fuck.
and see
Yeah, what is
the
this?
shrine
That's
is
another
all
orange.
about.
Jade Raymond's working for
It doesn't
EA
know it's a
now, right?
dungeon. Like, there's an opening in the
No,
side.
no, the big boulder like he rolled
Oh, the
by.
boulder he walked by.
It was like
Sorry.
shiny.
Shrines is as far as why folks would
Oh
want to
man,
do that.
ow.
Right, so I don't want to give too much away.
Shrine,
but
oh man,
basically, challenges in the first
We
portion.
did that's
Which we'll see when we get there. Exchange I just wanted to play around with it, but
Alright, this is a shrine, so let's see if there's a
You're
great
gonna have
fairy. I would love a great fairy.
Fucking,
No,
it's
it
not the
wasn't-
one,
it wasn't one.
but that's
No,
the one.
but that's
that's
one,
the
that's
one. That's
one.
one that we forgot.
Now, finally, I'm going to try to use my Sheikah slate. It verified that I am the hero, so I'm going to be able to get inside here.
Tips and tricks.
Over 100
tips and tricks for your Zelda game.
So okay, so you gotta load into the
Defined
dungeons.
and look more
Yeah.
video
That's fine.
That's
so
fine.
many shrines, and just dungeons, and there's just a lot to do in this game.
We're not gonna explain it, so don't ask.
Yeah, you'll get your context in
Little
time.
girls, cool arm socks.
Yeah.
Remember arm socks? They're back.
When they first head out,
I love when we make stupid jokes and no one knows what it's from until like a year later.
In the name of Goddess Hylia, I offer this
but
trial.
these are definitely two
Look,
that
there's
give you
constellations
Okay.
all over the
Magnesis trial. There
Okay,
you go.
it says the update I saw is that Wild Guns is playable on the show floor now, so there should be footage.
So we might get some
but,
footage.
It's up to whatever journalist to
Dirty,
get off their ass.
dirty Nokia cam footage.
Actually, can we take a look kind of like up
That's
and
the
around?
footage. I want quick time, real player footage of Bungee's MK4 fatalities.
I want people blocking the view, walking by and getting
Yeah.
hype.
I want cigarette smoke in the way.
Like fighting games, the way you used to find out about
It's
fighters.
really cool what they did with the constellation.
Dingy ass footage.
Looks like some metal slabs on
Right,
the
like
floor
14
that I can't
FPS.
do anything with
Less
just
than
yet,
140
but
feet.
anybody
Less than
who's playing
144
Zelda knows,
p,
if you
yeah.
see
And
something
like
that
horizontal
looks
and
like
like
you should be able to
vertical
interact with it, yeah,
or
but you can't. You wait,
portrait.
you just
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Now,
Was
what
that
I
an
would say
ultra?
that
What
that
was that?
What
I
was
can't-
that? I only saw like
Look
2
at the
frames
color
of it.
flash. It looks
Yeah.
super
I
hype.
actually
It's
update my
distilling
Sheikah
a
Site with the brand new
rune.
rune ability. Rune
Yeah.
abilities allow Link to do all kinds of
You get a
different
drop
cool
So the
things,
Impa
not just in
tribe are
shrines, not just
aliens?
in dungeons, but
This
all
is
around
all
the world.
aliens look-
You can
Those
solve
tears.
puzzles, you can
This
find
doesn't
treasure
look like
chests, you
magic.
can do all kinds of things.
Looks like the
This one
witness.
here we just got is the Magnesis.
Amiibo.
Just like it
I don't
probably
see it.
sounds.
Nah.
Oh, so this is how you get the abilities. You
Have
get them
the
from the
map-like
shrines.
ability,
Just
we're
they
gonna
were
be able to
cheating to
pick
have
up
them
and
early.
interact with
Nah.
No,
the
that's actually
objects.
just another type of rune.
So we're gonna have
It's
some
in
fun
the
with
Amiibo.
It's an Amiibo.
You scan the
I gotta say,
Waluigi
I'm seeing
rune.
this updating my
Access
devices
runes
feels kind of
From the
lackluster,
Amiibo
honestly.
tribe.
Agreeing to a terms of service agreement just doesn't
They're a
have
useless
the same
tribe. They're very
Well,
popular.
Everyone really wants them.
Everyone wants to be in the Amiibo tribe. Okay, there we go.
But you don't get much.
It's like the multi-passes of multi-passes.
Yeah.
So-
Multi-pass.
Put my phone down, just have this magic Sheikah update process happen.
As you can see here, I've activated the ability using L, and I can kind of see the things that highlight as yellow.
Fucking
Those are things
aliens.
that I
I don't
can
care what
interact
anyone
with.
says.
So those big metal slaves that I couldn't do anything
Not
with.
saying it was
boom,
aliens.
Look
now I'm
at
just
look at this
throwing them out.
fucking
There's
look at this
nothing to do
psyops
with
shit.
power.
Yeah, the
Link
mind
is
gate
drunk with
conspiracy.
power. Maybe that's just me. So I got those out of the way.
Fuck your shit.
Now, boom, I can actually enter the
Neat.
shrine and see what's going on. Yes.
So I
Let's
assume
see
these
what
are like
kind of
little
mayhem
tiny
we can
temples
do
and
with
baby
this.
temples.
It was just called
Mini
the shrines.
temples. Yeah,
And
exactly.
this is just, again, we
Maybe
already
you just
looked
get an
around, but
ability
this is a
here.
really
Just like do a few
cool
puzzles.
looking shrine. It's just
So
really...
you gotta build a ramp.
What should you
really
pull?
particular.
Oh
see,
yeah, pulling
I
boxes
can't get
without
past
using
this
your
big
hands.
Right?
wall of
Perfect.
stones. But
I'm sure wooden
luckily,
boxes
one of them is made
Dude,
of metal.
like next
so it
level
stands
puzzle
no
solving.
chance
And that's gonna all
against
topple
me
down.
if I
Oh,
use this rune.
nice.
So,
Just push that shit.
Yeah.
No fucking physics.
No more
so
actual
like I said,
slow
I
push.
activated the ability with L.
This makes
watch
some
out.
Real
this
push.
like totally changes.
There's a big
Zelda
one star.
Use the control stick to move the thing
Okay,
that
can
I
you
grabbed
attack
around.
with it? Just push him
Push
out
him
of
out
the
of the
way.
way.
Oh,
Good
I'm gonna
push.
use this metal block to
You
block
can
this
block
guy's
things,
attack.
cool.
This guy's
He just
actually
took
very
damage.
powerful. He could do some real damage to me.
Jamari,
So
appreciate the
I
mechanics.
actually.
The push
oh,
tribe.
No, I need you. I'm not done with you. I'm gonna push you
Get
in the
out.
water.
Leave. And
Yeah,
just dies.
you don't like that, do you? I'm gonna drop that on your face. That's what I think of him.
Excellent.
It's
Ooh,
interesting
and
that
he drops some goodies.
it's interesting that that's one
Ancient
way to
spring.
kill that enemy, but other
Blizzard
players
and
might find
Ancient
different
Spring
ways
over
to
10 million
see how you
Overwatch
tackle
Yeah, I
those
said that
puzzles.
earlier.
And that's what this
Fuck,
game is all
sorry.
about.
Oh, yeah, and
The
that's what,
way
no,
I
and I was
play
like,
is not
they
the
just
way
said
that-
7.
anything
Like,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Gameplay
hours
really
ago,
is
idiot.
just
Like,
all about choice
Welcome
and
to
freedom.
today.
that was a bunch of hours ago.
Welcome to this minute.
We
Fuck
walk
I like
across
bunch
the
of
middle right here,
hours.
but that's not gonna help me get across.
We don't
this
know.
big-
Like 24?
big gap.
Not
You can't
even.
tell there's money
We're gonna have to
everywhere.
There's a
use our
whole
puzzle
lot of
solving
hours.
abilities. And again, I'm gonna
Okay,
lift
good.
up this
Alright,
metal
yeah.
plate
Replace
and create
the
a little
bridge
bridge
part
for
with the
myself.
ones that are just land there.
Oh,
You can like smash
gently,
guys like flat.
gently.
Yeah, I'd like to
Boom.
think so. If that's a heavy
Now we
enough
can
object.
get across. And look
Just
at
get, like,
that.
blood
That's a
splatter
shiny,
I like all these
shiny
god
fairy
rays
crest.
and
I'm
how
not just
dusty
gonna
it looks.
pass that by.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No, all
no,
the
no.
particle effects look great.
Come to me, treasure.
I want the chest.
Come
You
to
just took a
me.
that's a
Just took the
chest.
chest.
Grab that and then use that.
Wow.
Oh, but it's a magnet chest.
Yeah,
It's got a
special
thing
chest.
on
Oh, okay, so yeah.
You can just
Can't
count
take any
all kinds of
chest.
mini
Yeah,
games
yeah.
and
Trivialize the entire
The entire
game.
game.
Oh, you.
But you get good.
All right, level up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
boss we go. Like,
gap is
snatch
maybe
everything.
why we
like-
didn't just climb that wall. Why is that a problem for us? But the structure of the shrines makes climbing around a little tricky.
That's true. They knew that we would be trying climbing
Don't crush
everything,
yourself.
so a lot of these walls are really
shit.
smooth, so Link can't actually climb up
play
them.
yourself.
That's why he's gonna have to. Hey,
Chests
I
in the
told
way,
you
so
to
you
open.
can't pull them.
Stay open. Don't make me get mad.
Don't do
okay,
it.
So we finally
The
made
Magna
it.
Cube.
It's
to
an
the end.
alien,
Dun,
bruh.
dun. Look, it's a mysterious dude. Let's talk to him. Let's see what he's got to
It's a
say.
very.
It's an automaton?
And you
Or
may
it's a
notice
gross
there's
old
a mysterious
man.
An old
voice
Sheikah
speaking to
man.
us at the beginning of the
Yeah,
shrine.
this
That
Or
was
woman.
him.
Are the Sheikah
He
aliens?
set up this trial and he's been watching me cause
Have I been
mayhem
feeding
really nice.
over
this whole
extraterrestrial
time, so.
booty this
Just
whole
saw you
time?
steal his treasure.
He did. He's
Hopefully
okay
he's
with it
cool
though.
about.
Yeah.
Just
He's
raided
been-
her home, his
He-
home,
Yeah.
like, opened everything, destroyed everything.
I'm Omen, creator of this trial.
He's just been waiting
Oh,
for
God, he
someone
looks like
to
the
cause
gross
mayhem.
monk
It's so
that's in
lonely in here.
Ninja
Although, to
Scroll.
be fair, it
Ganon,
looks like he's been waiting
mentioned by
for
name.
a really long
Yep.
time.
A very long time.
Probably any
Skin
entertainment at that point is worth
He looks
it.
gorgeous though. He clearly moisturizes.
I hope it zooms out at the end and they're like,
Let's
this
be
is just one of the many
But
planets in
now
No Man's Sky.
he's telling me that he's the one who set up this trial.
Goddess
basically,
Hylia.
and
I want
to
every
reward me
single
for
EC
solving
tempo
it,
to
not
do
only
Okay,
did
what
I
does he
get
get?
this
What does
cool
he get?
Who the
magnesis
fuck is
rune, he's
Hylia and
actually
why
going
are
to
you
give
some
me a
extra
spirit orb.
goddess?
The
Spirit
orb,
orb.
if I collect 4 of
There-
them,
what-
it's what
what
I
is
can
this?
exchange to the
That's-
old
I
man
think
for the
that's been in other
paraglider,
games, too.
which
Who's
I
this
already
fourth
have.
goddess we're talking
Wahaha.
about?
99% sure that's
But,
been.
as
Okay,
I
she
said,
just
you
said
can
that
collect
if you
them
collect
throughout the
4
game from all
orbs,
of the
you
other
exchange it
shrines,
for the
and they
paraglider.
serve
Oh,
purposes
you have
the
it.
full
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, she was saying
So
earlier
clearly,
she cheated to get
Looked
it.
a
Yeah.
little bit trustworthy. He's like, what is this?
It's
I'm
not
so
every day.
sure.
Not every day you have a spirit orb absorbed into you.
Seriously, I'm impressed with
Yeah, so I
how
think the stuff
this
like the
guy
axes
has
and the
this
bow you
pose
probably get
mastered.
because those were in
Seriously
chess, but he
dedicated in
just
his
they
yoga
just
stance.
started with
Very, very
the
flexible.
paraglider, so
I
that's
think the work
like a
that the
piece of gear
developers
you
did
can't
to
just
really
get.
build the atmosphere in the shrines is amazing. There's just such a, especially when you go into them, you
Well, when you were
feel it.
naked and you're opening
Oh
up
yeah,
shit, you got
yeah,
your
it feels
trousers and
very
your shirt.
mystical and
I
very
imagine that was the
magical.
other thing.
And now we get to
It
go
should
outside
be
and
like
have
Doom, where you
causes
just
of
you
mayhem
awaken
with
on a
the
slab and you're naked
You
and
know
you
me
start
so
killing
well,
everyone.
Sam.
Well, now we've got it. We should try it
The
out.
Doom
It's
Slayer.
okay. It would be a disservice to the Magnesis room to not cause.
The
intense
Nintendo, I'll
mayhem
come
to
out, I'll
everyone
demo
who
your
crosses
game,
our
but you're
path.
gonna let me
Two
wear my
friends do
arm
just that.
socks. Fuck you.
No!
Alright,
Evanescence
now
called, they
I've
want him
exited
back.
the shrine, but I'm a new.
They
I'm
can't
a new
have 'em
Link.
back.
Oh,
I've
Great
got new
Plateau.
abilities.
So these boxes actually look really similar to a segment that
The
Chico
mortgage
just did,
rates on
and,
these apartments
before
are
she couldn't
very
open
Oh, look,
it.
so you pull the chest out of the water, pull the thing out of the water.
Oh, now you have
There's
power.
treasure chests
Now you
everywhere.
can use this on the map. Right?
Yeah.
I get it.
By the way, treasure chests fucking everywhere.
These
Like,
abilities are not just
we've
for
seen
shrines,
like
they are
40
for the
treasure
whole
chests
game.
open today.
Shrines,
Is that
dungeons, the
a
world
another
at
magnetic
large.
one? Because I don't see the.
Treasure.
I don't
They
either,
are for
actually.
treasure.
No, I
Maybe-
bet if
That
it's
one
steel,
treasure
you can
chest.
do
I'm
it.
just
Maybe
going
OP
treasure fishing,
confirmed.
you know,
Not wood.
doing what I do.
Because there were shit wood
Aw,
chests
yeah.
before.
I like this type of fishing.
Ooh, it's the best type of fishing, really.
Yeah.
It's so
really
interesting
is.
thinking
What the fuck
earlier
is
on,
that?
As a
like,
plank.
walk by this little patch of water
That's
and really
Venus.
thought nothing of it. It's only when you have
It's
this room
Venus.
and you activate it and you actually take a
shortcut.
look down the bottom that you realize there's stuff hidden all
It's
over.
too
the
small
place.
to
That's
create
the
a
only way to look
shortcut.
at the
Yeah,
world.
what the fuck's
It's not
that?
long
Well,
enough.
you're not treasure.
paddle.
Get out of my face. I don't need you.
Oh,
That was cruel. I'm sorry.
and it's actually interesting. It looks really decorative, like it was maybe a piece of architecture at one point.
Amber.
It's pretty.
Usually traded for rupees, it said.
I just
Oh, really?
love
Whether or
this
not
game.
that
It's
confirms
kinda
rupees.
watercolory.
Yeah, usually
It's
traded for
always
rupees.
intricate
Right there again.
detail as well.
Again, whether or not that
It's just so
confirms
gorgeous.
rupees, I don't
Refuse
know.
to become opal.
Or maybe you
so
don't
alive,
get
so
money in the
I
wild.
should
You
probably
get it
head
from
on to the
people.
next shrine.
Well,
but
also,
first,
maybe that's just like a
Like
historical
that.
holdover or something.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
can pick out
a
one of
flavor
these
text.
boxes,
But like,
I have a
that's what they
little
changed it to,
friend
where
here.
you
Well,
don't get
actually,
money
open up
unless
the
you're going to
boxes.
deal with other
Ooh.
people.
Or you sell stuff or
It's
whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
totally.
You
That's
convinced
very
me.
It's what you say. It's like bartering, basically.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Ooh,
give me
treasure.
10 rupees.
That could become
Found a
Yeah.
prime steak.
In
You
this
eat it raw.
busted up
Sam
box.
was right, as she
You
often
eat it
is.
raw?
So,
Really
actually, Teresa
prime.
mentioned that earlier, and
I bet you
that
Willie plays
morning
this
showed
in his
us off
inventory. There's
during
tons
that
of
earlier
steaks,
segment,
and he
there was
just
one
throws
just
out all
down
the
there.
eggs
get
and
to show the
collects.
skill. know, it's
Just eat
really
steaks
cool.
all
So,
day.
again,
It's one way
it's
to
like
attract the
anything
chick.
in the environment is interactable, and
The mod?
it's just so much fun, and it's so gratifying to
character.
just explore every nook and
The
cranny
fake
and
girl.
just try everything.
And break junk.
Yeah.
You have a girl?
I
You
found
have
it's
a
really
real
interesting
girl.
comparing notes with
So
people.
Cheese in Chicago,
there's
and
so
he
many
keeps
times you're
threatening
like, oh,
to
you found
like
this thing? And they're like,
bring me to
oh.
drink
And-
tons of mead.
Little nooks and crannies they'll run
No,
through.
I don't want to
Both.
drink mead. I
But
don't
then
like
hopefully
mead that
somebody else
much.
will hook
Why
you up with
not
the information about where to go.
Everyone's gonna play a little differently, but Hello, old friend. This is my good friend Boldy.
If you drop that on
I'm gonna
it,
use
it'll fucking
dangerous
kill
If you drop that on yourself, will you just take damage?
I want Link to be a pancake on the floor.
Yeah. No, I want you to get pinned with life left, and you're just stuck until
Good
someone
thing I
comes
have
out.
that pin on
I like
this
how
map
the
because
magnet
otherwise I
item's
would
just a
run around
fucking magnet.
killing things
It's coming out of your iPod,
for
you
all
see?
eternity.
Oh, I
But
see, okay.
I kind of have a kingdom to save, so that maybe is not the best
It's
idea.
possible.
I'd assume
instead,
so. Just
Though I
because
wonder.
Saw the only timeline thing we've seen.
Yeah.
All right, look, she's gonna show it.
I think that makes sense, but I wonder why a millennia is the specific
you're like
number
so
picked.
peaceful and cute.
You know.
No. Just
Now you're
okay. Just smash
Fuck
it.
you.
Oh no! I deserved that. That's the worst part.
Counter
You
pick.
deserve this pain.
Oh, you know,
counter
what?
pick.
Maybe I'm just gonna use my weapon. you,
All right.
you let me down, Boldy. It's over between us.
And so the adventure is over. Link and Boldy.
It didn't seem like there was a limit.
Just gotta go on.
Yeah,
my
there's no
way,
magic
Boldy.
or
You go
anything.
your
or
way.
magic meter
It's
or-
interesting though, thinking of
Climb up that
how
shit.
you make this game your own. If
See that
you
mountain?
wanted
You can
to,
climb it.
You really
Probably.
could carry that boulder with
No,
you on
maybe
all
the
of your
blue spire thing.
adventures.
So
I mean,
those
it could be a
tiny
beautiful bike
things are little
company
temples. So I guess those big spires are like big temples.
But I mean, if that's how you want to play, that's how you get to play.
That might be how I play the game. We'll see. Ooh.
Sad, man.
Hello,
Okay, this is
guys.
where
Here's a lot of
Bill
fun.
embarrassed
So-
everybody.
I mean, we're here.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
see
we
if
are
she can
here.
pick up the
Okay,
Use
slack.
a boulder.
maybe I'll
Bill
go.
didn't do it.
No,
No.
I have a mission. I have a mission, darn
Oh my
it.
god, just
I'm
do
gonna
the
go
thing it's
towards
telling
it.
you to do.
See, there's so many ways to distract yourself.
No, she said she has a mission.
Things to
She's going on a mission.
collect, things to
She
kill.
marks it on the map.
I
Yeah,
feel really
she-
bad
that's
about
the
harping
point.
on
Stay on
Bacob, but
task,
they just
arm
happen to be
socks.
the enemy in
You
the
can
Great
do it.
Plateau area, so
Going on
they
a
get a lot of
mission.
my anger.
Put on
but
your
it's
shirt,
nothing
and you
personal.
swing
I feel like
Sure,
we're
they're
gonna
into
fine.
the mission.
be receiving letters from the Save the Bokoblin group or something after
It's
this.
true. I'm sorry, I promise
Everyone
to mess with
but
a whole bunch of other
no
different
one
kinds of
got that
enemies.
Yeah, there are so
Later in the
many
game.
Equal
Nothing
opportunity.
got it.
Well, there are so many other enemies and monsters to find. We just happen to be in Bokoblin heavy territory, but
Yes. It's not
So it
just
seems like
the
everything is
Bokoblin. It's just-
destroyed and
we can leave them
shitty.
alone for a little
Yeah.
bit.
All
Give them a break.
temples and structures.
Well, this is
Now
like
I've made my way
post-Independence
to
Day kind of
the
thing.
second
Yeah, yeah.
shrine, and I'm in kind of this big labyrinth, and as you can see there,
God, wouldn't it be
lot
cool
of
if like one of the big reveals in this
suspicious
game was there's a
looking
dark world or
rocks
something?
around. Oh.
I'd be
Oh,
fucking
hello.
pissed if
Hello.
there was a dark
Hello
world.
there.
That would be
Alright, now one of them has come
too
alive.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will tell
The
you,
volume
yes,
would be
from
truly
ex-
great.
oh,
That's not a good
from
light.
experience,
Okay, this is
that
the new
guy
turret enemy
really
that
powerful.
has an eyeball and shoots a laser at you.
Well, this is
Totally not
I
aliens.
guess this
you
is one of
guys.
those aliens that.
Totally not aliens.
Party mushroom
Oh, it gives
spirit.
you 4 like temp hearts.
Oh,
What?
Give me a
Ghost
few
hearts.
extra hearts.
So when you cook, you get
So-
items that give you these like
Bonus
ghost
hearts.
Great
Yeah.
things about this
You
game
don't even need
is
the real hearts.
there are
I'm sure you
numerous
still
ways
get
to go
heart
about
containers from
everything.
bosses, but
I
like.
tend to go
But
for
you can go
the
up higher than you're
stupidest way
supposed to.
possible.
It's not stupid.
Solve everything.
Break through the limits, Link.
It's what I do.
I was just gonna dodge the
You
thing and
don't
blow up
try
that
to
rock.
get the
Oh, it's well
okay,
missed,
it's
so.
okay. Now I'm trying
That
to
missed you
use
by
this
a
guy's
hair.
firepower to break the boulder here
That's a good trick, actually.
without killing myself, which is actually.
I don't know, I think.
Oh my God.
I need
That
to.
was
It did hit
so
fucking-
though.
suddenly.
I think the rocks are gone.
The rocks are gone.
Hold on,
It's okay.
And everything's on fire.
I'm not
Problem
scared.
solved.
I'm just
Shrine
hurry.
jump by.
I'm in a hurry. So,
When you
Try to
when
use
you
your
go
best.
to your
Say,
menu
well, the
and you
smarter
select
way to
something
do that
to
would have been to
replenish
sneak
yourself,
around and climb
doesn't
up
it
that
go
wall.
back to
That would have
gameplay
been
and
a
Link
bit
has to
safer,
physically
but
take
hey,
it out
gotta live
in an
life on the edge,
animation
right?
and then his heart's healed?
No, here we saw him eat it on the
Into
menu.
the
No,
You
no,
just eat it in the menu,
Away
yeah.
from
But I'm
that
saying that's how it
very
works
Used
like
to
in
work.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
you
but it would
equip
pause the
and
world.
then you gotta.
It would pause the
The
world.
world would
Oh.
pause, you do the animation, and then it would go
Give you
continue.
Yeah, yeah, you're doing
you
animation,
actually
yeah.
can
But
It would
here,
pause,
it's like
yeah.
he's doing it on the
Because I
menu.
know like
Some
fairies
sticks you can
pause the
set your
world,
own
but like
difficulty level,
long arm
so
milk
you
pauses
could
the
actually
world.
Yeah,
design
I'm
this
99%
guy.
sure it
Maybe you'll
does,
be
yeah.
able to, but
Not sure,
probably
maybe in
better
Skyward
idea to
Sword
go
it
get
doesn't,
more
but
hearts, get
like that's the
better
only one I
equipment.
haven't
That's
played
my favorite
extensively,
choice if
really.
you wanna
So.
try and
Ingredients have many.
tackle
No,
the
I want to
more
learn about
difficult
cooking,
enemies or
girl.
wait until you're better prepared. So it's kind of up to you.
Yeah, I kind of made the mistake when I first started playing of just feeling so like carried by the spirit of adventure that I had my stick and I ran off into
I
the
always
distance
feel like I'm
and I
carried
ran into
around by the
those when I
spirit
was
of
not at
adventure
all
when I
prepared.
wander
It
outside.
didn't go well.
And And I'm like, oh, there's a hobo. Let's see what he's up to.
I learned a lesson, though. A very valuable
He
lesson.
gave me a sword. How nice.
People. Okay, we hear another mysterious voice. Dude, we know we're gonna do the thing and get the thing. Don't worry
Brother.
about it.
Bomb
So
trial.
he wants the
All right,
thing.
this is how
He
you
wants
get
it.
the bombs.
He does.
Then.
So
Shrine
here's another
Usta
really cool
Bayaz.
shrine, and this one
What a
It's gonna
shit
give us the
shrine.
bomb
Is that
rune.
still? Is that shrine
As
still
you
a
might
thing?
imagine, it lets us blow stuff
People
up.
are
Listen to
talking
this-
about that.
Listen to the sound when this drip happens.
As you've noticed with these first two
I
shrines,
heard it last
they give you
time.
they're kind of shorter. They give you a primer on these runes, just give you the basic idea of different ways you can use them to interact with the world.
It's
As
the
you
opening
move
chest.
It's the
noise.
treasure chest
game,
played
you
really
can
high on the
love
piano.
the
Yeah.
complicated, the puzzles
It's really
you
good.
solve and the
Weird.
things you do using these different runes. So
Yeah, both bombs at the
enjoy
same
the
time.
simplicity of these first shrines. Trust me.
It's cool that the bombs are not like
We've got our
consumable
bombs.
Yeah.
And we've got two different kinds of bombs.
Because you
here.
have so
We've
many
got
other
a cubic bomb
consumables
and a
and
spherical
random
bomb, and we're going to
weapons.
use those for different things. So, I pulled out a spherical bomb here,
You
and
just gotta time it.
we're on a flat surface, so it doesn't make much of a difference, but that's actually going to roll.
Laugh
And
it real
that's
fast.
going to open up some possibilities, which we're going to show off in a bit.
I heard her say
That's the thing,
pastability.
Pastabilities. That's when you go to a good
The fact that
Italian
you're able to do
restaurant.
that
You got
whenever you're ready, so it
pastabilities.
gives you a lot of control, especially
That
with
that
the
sounds like
spherical
something
bomb,
on the
where you're
menu at a
maybe rolling
TGI
down a surface
Fridays.
Yeah,
to make sure
yeah.
they detonate
A
just the right
section.
moment. You can be really precise about how
Pastability.
you're
Oh
handling
god, that
your
has to be.
detonations.
Right. And there's no limit to the number of bombs you have. You just have
Map.
that gauge that you just have to wait to refresh.
Source.
But the bombs are limitless.
Gives you a lot of chance to experiment.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wonder if you
Very
could
true.
use that
And
bomb
it's got
check
a
if it's
treasure
stronger than
chest
swinging
using
your sword.
Well,
my handy
there's
bomb.
the meter that has to refill.
Yeah.
So
to get
That's,
the
satisfying.
that's not very long at all.
Make
right?
sure
It's
that
not,
you're at a good
but-
It's
distance
not,
when
but
you
I mean, if you're
detonate it
fighting hand
because,
to hand, it's.
you know,
could
fun
be-
fact, Link
depending
can
on the enemies
explode. you probably don't want that.
Yeah, probably
So
not.
so
especially
far
after
we've
that
seen two of
encounter
these
with the
trials, and each time you
Guardian.
either get
It's
the
very similar to the BMOs of
the,
past
the
games.
paraglider or
That'd
these
be a little
bombs. So it's
interesting.
like,
Now we're on a moving
do you get all
platform
your
here,
major
and
weapons
I don't
in
think
these
my
just little
spherical
mini
bomb's
trial
gonna do
rooms?
so well here. So
I do
actually
hope there's
changed
still
to
main
cubic
dungeons
bomb,
and
and
No, I'm sure that there is, but
just
like, do
get out
not
of the
get.
way
Yeah.
here because I want that to
Like the little
blow
hop.
up that wall, and I don't want
Manual
to be
Because,
anywhere near
like,
it.
are these trials more or less like a
Yeah.
replacement for the
Okay, now, you know, I better eat
Rovio's
something.
shop,
Link is
where
Ravio.
you go into
Yeah.
these,
Looking
you
at the two
find this
shrines
item,
that-
then you
that
have
we're
to
checking
search
out
out where
here,
this item is useful,
Yeah, to go to
be it
the
a
puzzle
dungeon or
But
not.
that's not
Yeah,
always
maybe.
gonna be the case
Because
with
remember
your
the
shrines. You might
like
find some
when
that are
there was a
more
dungeon in
combat-focused, some that are
Link Between
small,
Worlds
some
where
that
you
are
had to use
larger
like
as
whatever
well.
the
Oh,
arrows
bomb.
or whatever. There was all those little signs on the outside of
Yeah.
the things.
So
like
yeah,
that's
instead,
what
that'd be cool. Like, instead of just renting it, you have to go earn it from a different
and I'm
dungeon
going to
or
use
mini
this as an
trial. That'd be
opportunity
cool.
to blow more
I
things
believe it.
up. So
Get
I'm
it
gonna
in
drop
there.
this bomb down there. I love how this
Neat.
is like
Oh,
a
it's gonna
theme park.
catapult
Yes,
it.
so
And you
good.
gotta time it.
All theme parks should have explosives.
And
Or
actually,
just
since
rolls.
they're
Pretty
being
generous
lost,
the timing.
Oh, because
being
it's a
watched.
surface for
Yeah, it'll just
Oh
land.
yeah,
That's
so
all.
fuck that, it
I'll
should've
be
been
there in a
harder.
second.
I'm sure there's one somewhere where
We
you
got
have
stuff
to.
What a
do.
fun catapult
I
room
really
of
love
bombs
this
that
part.
just
I'm
But
gonna
you can
jump
stand
on
on it, right?
Yeah.
We're about to go for a ride.
Oh, you know what I like about that? It didn't
Success.
cut and
Yes.
just show a black
There are probably
screen and
better
Link
ways
just
to get
wound
that
up where
treasure
you.
chest, but no, there aren't. That's the way to get that treasure
Nice.
chest.
And I can't imagine a way that's more fun, really, than just getting
And I got a really nice bow out of it. That's gonna come in handy later.
Fucking Twilight Princess LP
So like
canceled.
Sam was talking about earlier, where there's a
Oh,
lot
if we had
of
this, yes, I
shrines,
would.
and it's really interesting to see like,
In a
Anuma-san
heartbeat.
saying and Bill talking about how this was related to
Oh,
Japanese,
I don't know.
art
Way to
style,
go.
Japanese anime, and the number of shrines that are on here. It's pretty similar to like how many temples there are in Japan. So it's really interesting.
You
to
fucked
see that.
up. You fucked up.
But it's definitely
I was gonna
having
say
all
she
these
already
sacred
solved that.
sites
She
all
just
over
hung
the
up.
world to find.
Mm.
And I've actually been trying to figure out with all the constellation
And they're not
motifs we
that
see in the
long.
shrines here.
There's the guy right there.
Outside on a
Oh,
really
the
clear night,
This is
and
gonna
you
be
look up
another
in the
old
sky.
thing.
I've been trying to
Let's see
figure
if it
out
looks
whether or not I
slightly
can
different.
find those same
It's like
constellations up in the sky, but you get a really beautiful look at the stars if you get a
Oh.
clear night outside.
It's true.
I
It's
did it.
gorgeous
It's
when it
Ninja
changes
Death.
from day to night and the different weather. So we
Master of
finally
bombs.
made it to the end here. I'm sorry about blowing
You
up
were
your
a shit,
home.
and all you made
I
and
didn't
gave the
mean
world were
to.
bombs and death.
Oh, no.
fuck.
I think he understands.
The
New
Ninja
Cool.
Best
Understanding
Peace
guy.
Prize.
He's
Nah,
got that
it's
smirk
exact
on his
same
face, like I know, I
Yeah,
know
like
what
the
you've
model
done.
looks slightly different.
Back in his day, he would have done the same thing. But we got our second spirit orb.
Oh, we should also
Now I
talk
can
about
die.
like the difference between
Thank
dungeons
God.
and shrines because
Yeah,
they're not
tell me
one
about
and
the
the same in this game.
That's true. They're not. Shrines are supplementary to dungeons. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, there, as Sam mentioned, there are a ton of shrines, like over 100 shrines. There are so many that they're just gonna be a little sprinkling of things
The
to
world
do
looks
on
really
your
big, so I
screen.
believe it.
Over 100.
But yes, there are
100.
dungeons.
Okay,
and
great
Some of them are just
dungeons
gonna give you
too.
fucking
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Very good.
Alright, we got our spirit orb.
And I've got to ask,
success.
we're close to running out of time, but is there anything you want to try the bombs out on out in the world before we wrap up?
So I used myself to blow up that wall, but if I hadn't, I could have actually bombed that wall to have an easy way out.
I wonder if we should try rolling some bombs down
Right,
some hills.
it's like an exit.
See how
That's
that works.
always a good idea.
It plops you right in front of the horror
Succeed
beast.
at rolling at some
Like endgame Link is
You
like
know I'm always
summoning
game
bomb,
to
throwing it into
blow
the
up
air,
the bomb.
using the magnet, batting it towards the enemies.
Oh, there's scary. No,
Endgame Link looks
I
like
should.
that Darksiders version of Link.
Yeah.
That Penny Arcade.
Like he rolls up.
It gave me more
He's just
joy than it
red
probably
eyes
should
and a
have.
dark hood.
So there's something
Yeah,
kind of
it's like a
tragic and
overall
poignant about
always.
these runes. Just
Eight
imagining how
stands
beautiful
hanging
they
up
would
Did
have
someone
been.
live? That's not okay. That's not okay.
Is the
it?
bat fighting the
Buddy, you got a
Southpole
friend?
for a
Let's be
second? Or
friends.
they
Yeah, I
just
wasn't sure.
I don't want to be your friend. You're not very bombable.
Stoffels like, no, please. Please,
Well, as
Doom
you
Slayer.
are wrapping this up,
No, not like
I think
this.
that's all the time we've got. So thank you so much, both of you, for coming by and checking out these shrines with us.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.
There's still more
In a few
after.
minutes, we're going to be coming back with a look at weapons and combat in more detail.
Weapons and
So
combat.
we'll be
They
right back.
haven't,
Don't
they
go anywhere.
haven't
Thanks for watching.
talked about a release date, but
No NX, so.
That looks so cool.
It's a
I have to assume it's going to be next
Mike's
spring.
still live. Hot mics. There you go.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
Good thing we didn't tell them it's coming out in 2025.
Good thing we didn't tell them that Nintendo's secretly racist.
We hate black people.
God.
The Asians are terrible.
The
too.
Orientals.
The treehouse is just an orgy house.
We were against putting that one black guy in Elite Beat Agents.
We sacrifice Russian children all day.
They get fed into a conveyor belt into the treehouse, and we are sustained on hard Russian flesh.
So Nintendo just announced a new video game for 3DS entirely, and it's like,
Where?
do you think
Somewhere.
Don't you think you should have had a direct? It's a Mario Party game for 3DS, but
Well, the
nonetheless.
last one was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, but nonetheless, don't you think you should have a fucking direct if you're gonna announce like new software?
No, there's no time.
Mario Party Star Rush.
Star Rush is a nice name.
More fast-paced and portable friendly. Players no longer have to wait for their turn.
Everyone turns all
Everyone
at the same
moves
time.
at once. That's actually really cool.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is getting its very own Amiibo line.
Yeah, not too surprised with that. There's
Huh.
money. There's cash money.
Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Sega will have an E3 stream on June 15th that will unveil a brand new Sonic.
Well, we're doing that then.
Oh.
We're the 14th, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're back here tomorrow then.
Yeah, I may not be able to make it though, depending on when it is.
We'll do it at your place then. We'll make it so you make it.
No.
Good thing we turned the mics off.
Oh, okay.
We didn't turn the mics off.
Today's Overwatch patch nerfs McCree and slightly tweaks Widowmaker.
No, nerf Bastion. He's too strong.
I'm so sick of every play of the game. It's always Bastion. Like I know, everyone's sick of that in general, but I'm like really annoyed with it.
Ugh.
New Sonic game?
Yeah, tomorrow Sega's gonna have a stream apparently, so we're gonna have to come back out here.
They're doing like an E3 full stream.
Unclear. Matt read it off recently.
It's just a headline.
Like if it's just a fucking trailer on YouTube, then like no. But
It's
if
unclear.
show.
Matt said there's a stream.
Okay.
Can you read the details or?
What we got?
Mic's on.
I know.
That's what we got.
Yeah, I only because they're telling me about.
They're telling you about what?
No, because everyone's talking about Sonic. So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
what time is it?
2:36.
We started at 12. So.
Would that be the end of it in theory?
No. No. It keeps going.
God damn.
they'll keep coming. Might just eat my dinner.
Yeah, just checked in on Pat's corpse. It's still a corpse.
Good.
Hasn't resurrected.
Resurrection.
Hey everybody, welcome
Hello.
back to Nintendo
Just
Treehouse Live at
conveniently
E3. I'm
dirty
Ed here
Nintendo
with
stuff.
Aubrey and Chico,
Heroes
and we're
always
going to be
die.
playing some more The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
for
good.
this segment, we're going to be focusing on some weapons and combat.
Yep.
Well, I hope you show some
And
stuff we haven't
before
seen
you go
already.
to
Yeah.
serious battles, you
Good, Arm
want to
Socks is
make
back.
sure you
Yeah,
have
Arm Socks.
House.
So I'm going
Farmer's
to
Farmer's
make
pitch
something
fork.
Steal it.
like here.
He
You
needs
steal
this
his
to
stuff.
provide.
So yeah, here's a
for his
little
family.
house.
Okay.
You're gonna return it
Yes,
later.
I will return that.
This is the
Like
only
a
way
Oh,
his
stamina restoration.
wife and child will
Let's see.
eat.
Sleep.
So Chico's raiding this place, picking up
Just take
snacks.
all of his
At
stuff.
least
Sleep in
that
his
way,
house.
You know, breaking
Okay, I
the
just
base,
noticed
that's
it's
Become
giving
him.
it's
What are you
giving you
doing
like
not
a
breaking
pop up
their
for
base?
every
They're
Well,
single
bad
you know,
at
we're
that.
breaking
Yeah.
the convention of Zelda this time.
That's true.
Unless you pick
That's
up
true.
the same thing and won't say it twice.
I would have broken the base. That's
I
just
know.
me.
Kill it.
Murder.
Bury his
Nice.
So
body
you got
and
a good
replace him.
variety of weapons.
I
Is that
like
a
how
bird?
From
The
there, you
bird
got
just
a
popped into
sword,
me.
You got a
Bird
spear,
just
otherwise
bird
there's a
me.
poking
Popped
stick.
into me.
Well, that's what happens when
No.
she
Fight
birds.
me.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes, yes. So each weapon have different type of movements and actions. So you have to kind of know what you're doing and what kind of enemies you're facing next. And
You think it's gonna be like huge
this
beats between story?
That's what I'm a little concerned about, but I don't know.
Do it.
Do you
I think
see
if you
that?
mainline
It's
it, it might
like
be
he's
Yeah,
fine,
scratching
right?
like if you
his
mainline
nose
it,
up.
why
Scratching
not?
his butt.
Uh-oh, I
He's
didn't
got
do
this
it.
You
coming.
can go as
Oh,
fast as
no.
you want.
no!
Now he's gonna tell his
Shoot.
friends about you.
Uh-oh.
No, because that's the hope, is that it's
Fine.
not
You
as
sounded the call.
Fine.
long of a
Okay, let's
game
see this. Let's see this.
as
This could be
like
good.
MGS5, right?
Aw, I didn't blow it up.
Oh.
Because I totally.
What was that?
That was a whiff.
Totally
Tried to
feel-
get against that.
Like I feel like we're watching
Watch out for
the
the dude with the
Konami
fire
guys
torch.
demo.
I
Phantom
want to
Pain,
duck.
a little bit of infiltration.
Sure.
It does kind of give me
How
that
the
kind of.
axe moves.
Oh yeah, like
So
he
this
w-
one's
they
heavier.
weren't able-
Oh,
What?
were
But
you
it's
about
slower.
to do?
Yep.
It's a
And
big
it's but
spinning
the attack
overhead.
is bigger,
Your
so
entire
it's
stamina bar.
Try out.
Yeah.
Well, as much as you wanted to vote, you saw it like it
You're
was
hungry
growing in
now.
cost.
Yeah.
Need some food.
But you can pause and
Definitely
and there's
need
this-
to
yeah,
eat.
yeah, super delish.
Okay.
It is still Zelda. Well, it's not meant
He
to
does at his
be.
best with
Gave
the
it-
coming.
Yeah, and then it looks like the axe is not a good one to use for
Well, maybe
him.
there's
So
a
I'm
quick
gonna switch it
menu.
to spear, which has
Just for like a
better
health
range,
button.
and I don't have to worry about.
Because
that weapon.
every time
Depends on depends on what the fucking controller is, though, doesn't it?
Here,
Yeah,
Chico,
it does.
that skewer that you ate gave you these temporary hearts, which is sort of a new wrinkle to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
guess.
I guess about the cooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
we're going to keep that a secret for now.
No, it's not secret, but you know, we can
It's
talk more about
Cajun
it.
style.
And maybe people already know that I like the meat.
Search
so
the
I think it-
seared steak.
Goron
You're gonna
style
steal their
steak.
steak.
You picked up more meat in your
no, they
entire
don't.
body.
They no longer need it. So I'm just.
I need
They
it.
were gonna waste it.
Exactly. So. The fire on the torch.
Nice.
Now
You know,
burn down
You know what
the
it
thing.
is?
Like
For the
this
voiceover
suspicious
stuff,
thing over
it's really similar to
If you see
Hyrule
something
Warriors,
suspicious,
where it
light
had
it
that
on
narrator
fire.
girl
Yeah,
always
that's what
like
you
Yeah.
do.
part of it. No one else would
Not in
really
life,
voice.
just in the game.
I still stand by the
I have a little
percentage
cheetah.
off.
As a
It's like,
Skulltula,
you'll get some moments
do
with
not
some
do that.
lines, but
And there's honey.
and I think that's right.
It seems like a good
I'm
idea.
I'm
Shooting some
surprised that
bees.
the old man at
Yep,
the
yep,
beginning
yep.
didn't say anything.
Switch it.
Traveler's Claymore.
I knew it. I knew it. Leave it alone.
Maybe if he started talking.
Yeah, fight the bees.
With a claymore.
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's a big
Idiot.
sword.
Keep coming
That's
at
cool.
me.
He has like
Yeah.
an actual big sword.
Preferred weapon against
Like
bees.
if that old man started
two-handed
talking in his
shrub.
Ganon's
Yes.
voice, it's like,
And I
No,
can get the honey
it's,
there, and
honey
then
bee
I can use
thing,
that
so
for
it's
cooking
Skulltula.
later.
A hearty truffle.
Two.
It's the only type of truffle
treasure.
you
Can't
can
wait for
eat.
you
So
to
I was
use
just
a
using
picnic
the
truffle.
two-handed sword now. So even just the
Bomb
sword,
arrows.
there's like a one-handed and a two-handed
Okay.
one.
I think
And
it's time.
of course,
it's time
two-handed
you
one is
reveal the
better,
tingle
more
contest.
powerful.
Yeah.
However, you
Your
don't
tingle-
use the shield,
Nice.
so
What
you
does that
can
do?
kind of
Your
protect
Tingle
yourself.
content roadmap over the next year.
Sacrifice that, I don't know.
What is the Tingle content roadmap?
Buy the
Using
Tingle pack.
Those like item when you
The
screen
arrow
comes up,
going
because
towards
that was the first
2019.
time I
Yeah.
picked that.
No,
Yeah.
Once I
2026.
picked that
How do you
one,
hope
like,
to support
A decade
Tingle
of
content?
Tingle.
it's not
What's
gonna work.
phase
You don't have
two?
to worry about seeing that over.
Year of Tingle.
Yeah,
Sneak
you
a
get
black
nice
tingle in
description
there.
once you pick it up, but then you're done. You
Yeah.
can see it
Not
Yeah.
right
if
at the
you
beginning.
want
Who
to,
I
will?
actually like seeing that when I find a new item because that way, like, I know
Someone,
how the,
someone
you know,
Photoshop up the
dynamics
Tingle
level,
content
they know,
roadmap.
they know.
what kind of things it is,
They
what,
know.
how can I use it. So that's a good information to know.
Yeah.
Great, looks like there's another bokoblin camp over there.
So yeah, it has
So
only
you
been.
get to peer in
We're
on that
picking on the
family
poor
who's shit
bokoblins
you
this
raw.
time. That's because
So it has
they're
only
the
been
predominant
bokoblin
enemy in this
camps
great
everywhere
plateau
so
area.
far.
Yeah.
There are lots
But
of
again,
other
we're only
enemies
in
to
one
mess
first
with
level
in the
on the
world at
first
large,
level.
but
I'd
these
love
guys
if
are
we
gonna
could wait
get
for
all of it
nighttime
for
and
now.
just look
And
there's
then
a family
maybe
sitting
some
on
of
an
you
empty
noticed
table
that
crying
on
'cause
the
they have no more tools.
right
Yeah.
bottom there's
And
the
someone stole their
purple
big
Because
thing.
the Doom
purple,
Slayer
like
stole
leaves
everything.
moving. That's a sound gauge. So when I move around, I make noise.
Alright,
Look
let's
at
see.
this beautiful open
Moves
world
a
game,
lot
and I'm
more.
like,
And
you
if
know, I
I
want to play Xenoblade
walk around just
X
like this,
because
it
I
makes
still never got
even
the fucking
bigger
mech.
movement. Oh, I
You're
moved
not
too
allowed.
The first thing I thought.
Ooh, they're
too,
suspicious.
I didn't say it, but I'm
No,
like,
I don't
I
want
should
you to
probably
notice
go
me.
back and play Xenoblade X.
So
Yeah,
I'm
did
now
you get the
crouching
mech?
down, trying to
I didn't
be
get the
a
mech.
little
Only
sneaky.
Cranky got the
I
mech.
played a lot.
And
I
there's
played
another
like 20
innocent
hours, but I was doing, I was like
you know,
off doing a bunch
they're
of
not
bullshit.
innocent.
Not
Well, that's
mainlining
true.
it.
They
Horrible
will come
people.
after me. So no, they're not people.
They're
not
horrible
people.
things.
Yes, monsters.
Horrible monsters.
Cannot be reasoned with.
What? What are you doing?
Shooting the beam
This is
nest
another
down.
way to use a
They're not
honeybee.
close enough.
Yeah, yeah.
They're,
Oh, yeah,
they're
they
basically
were.
naked, so when they see the
she
bees
wasn't
actually
able to
go
ghost
after
it.
them, and they don't like it. So when they see the bees,
The noise you're
they
making.
actually go after it.
Yeah, the Claymore, 2
I'm a
hits.
little busy right now.
Show the amiibos.
Switch it up.
We are not showing the Amiibo
Oh,
content
no,
right
this
now.
one.
Scan
That
Waluigi.
You got him though.
The next controller is just a giant amiibo.
And the weapons do break, so you want to
It's a toy of Link
make
and you
sure that
move its
you
limbs
pick
around.
up
No, it's a big lame
enemies'
Mario
weapons, so
amiibo.
you have enough stash
That'd be a big lame,
for you
like,
to
Link
prepare
Amiibo.
for the next
Imagine
battle.
it's just a fucking
And
like
you
a
can only
voodoo
have
doll.
limited
You just
number of
manipulate
weapons
its
in
limbs
your
to play
slots.
your
Like
character.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What an optimal way to control your character.
So that time I had
Ubisoft,
to
like, just
decide, do I
Dance
want
NX
to keep the
cancel.
one I have,
Fuck,
or do I
man.
want to swap it to the one I just found?
Exactly. You want to walk?
Lose
You
that
gotta
one.
get
And
step
then
by
you
step.
Something up,
And of
yeah.
course, pick up the honeybee.
Revolutionary
The cool thing
controller.
is when you find a new weapon too, you can
Just
immediately see what the
manipulating
new
the
stats
sad
are. So
doll.
you
I
can
wanna
kind
know
of
what
decide
that
on the
Chaos
fly. Is
Dome
this
is.
better? Is
Yeah,
this worse? Do I
I
leave
wonder
it? Do I
what's
grab
happening
it?
at Battle World over
And
there.
also
Yeah.
at nighttime,
Castles,
daytime and
Super
nighttime, the
Beast.
web
Battle
so
Forever.
the,
That's
Oh,
Battle
the
Forever.
fireflies,
Enemies you see
cool.
will
We're gonna
be
walk over
different.
to Battle Forever.
So, oh, sunset.
Cook them with monster parts.
Give it to
Cook the
Agatha.
fireflies.
Wildlife
Different
setting.
enemies. Yeah.
Go to Battle World.
Yeah,
Based
it looks
on
so
time of
different
day.
too from where we were
really
exploring
beautiful
earlier too.
playing on
Oops.
all the
So
grass
now
and
there's
stuff.
more.
Got some Stalbokoblin.
Oh, he blocked. He was like, no, please.
Oh.
Can't do this to me.
Like the fact that they're using the rock.
Yeah,
And
he
then
didn't have
the
a
other,
weapon.
see, the other guy is looking,
You've
waiting
been
for the
throwing
other
rocks
guy
at you,
to
girl.
lose his head so he can take it.
They're so crafty. If they don't have a weapon, they'll just dig up a rock to throw at you. Anything to hurt you.
Yep.
Yes, the Bokoblin arm.
I know, that's your favorite.
This is my
isn't it?
favorite.
No, we saw
I'm
it.
gonna make
we
her
saw it
equip it
already.
at
It's
some
alright.
I love the little arms. Just
Oh,
He's a
oh.
little busy
like
right
jumping
now.
to pick up stuff.
Oh,
You can spend more meter to
he
make
lost
it
his
bigger.
head.
Full stamina, no magic. No magic. Good stuff.
Restless
You see the
cricket.
hand crawling
I like how
across
you
the
can cook
ground.
bugs with monsters.
Pick me up, pick
Come on,
me up.
swing. Hit it instead this time. Hit it instead of don't.
Okay, so let me change it to something else. Oh. So I'm
Okay,
using
good,
a spear, and then the movement is a little bit different. It
Oh!
Yeah, they showed that earlier. But
Wait,
it's
yeah.
much,
So
much
when the
less
enemies
than
have a
like
spear,
two or three.
it's better to use that than the sword, of course.
Give him a stinger.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I
He
could
already,
see-
actually, he has one in the
I'm
slow-mo
trying to
mode,
see if
right?
there's any more,
Yeah.
He dashed up to the enemy.
Well,
Now's
it's,
a good-
it's the
time
first
to
hit
equip
when
the
you enter
arm.
that
Just
mode brings you
throwing
right
it
up
out
to the
there.
end. So you can
If you wanted to,
You're getting
just throw it
closer to
away.
Battle World.
which is exactly what he does in his final smash.
Favorite.
Yeah.
It's wiggling still.
That
I'm
teleport
easily
like
amused.
slash thing. So that's
And if he puts it on his back, it gets all wiggly and grabby and yep.
Like trying to,
Oh yeah,
You
that's
know,
creepy.
terrifying.
It's still like wiggles.
It's a big
No,
fan
that's
of
not
Link,
true.
you know.
It's gripping.
Final Smash, they
Okay,
come
that's
to Link.
That's all I had
Grippy
to say.
links.
Just wanted
He
to
doesn't
see the
dash
artwork
towards
a
the
little. Go
ass.
about your
People.
business.
So there's another
get locked into the
goblin
beam of
cap.
light.
This one looks a little bit different, so I want to kind
Marth
of
is the
show
one
how
who
it looks
dashes.
from the front.
I always
Link
thought
shoots
Phil-
the beam of light.
He hits you and then they go into the
And again,
Triforce.
this is one of those
And
things,
then I always
you
thought
know,
he dashed
as-
to you and then did all those
people
slashes.
are adventuring, people are exploring, everyone's kind of taking their own
Because there's
takes
multiple
on
characters in that
different
box,
things.
so.
You see this cam,
they're together
and you
now.
know
I
you can
don't
rush
think
right
so.
in.
Maybe, I don't know.
I haven't played in
There's
a
different
million
ways to do
years.
this, and
Final
Chico's going to
Smashes.
kind of take us around to give us a full survey of the land here, so we're going to get a good look at how things are
Wants a
set up here.
piece.
Well, big meat over there too.
Yeah.
You're gonna take their
Succulent,
steak
I will
tender.
come to them later.
And they should like pause it and show his face being
The
kind
thing
of
is
like
that
mushy.
they actually go to sleep at nighttime, so right now they're sleeping over there, so they don't even know I'm right here waiting to pick up their meat.
Steal their weapons
Yeah,
and their
yeah.
food while they're
Yep, yep,
sleeping.
yep.
It
Yeah.
looks like one.
Devious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like a skull shaped.
It's
I don't know
really
what they call it,
advantageous that
house.
there's this gigantic
Yeah, they
boulder
got a
that looks like a
skull
skull. Maybe we
house.
should
No,
keep
to
our base
each
in
their
there.
own. It's okay.
There's a
That's
big
where my
house
base
there.
would be. It's fucking Wiley's castle.
Yeah, well.
And then I don't know if I mentioned it, but did I?
Wiley's sunken fortress.
Oops.
Well,
Yeah,
he
right in
called.
the
He
nose.
called them in.
They
I'm
heard
gonna
his
hide it.
noise.
He
I'm
called
gonna
in
hide
the
it so they
crew.
don't notice.
Mm.
Cortez,
Even the
They
bats.
touched it.
Big Rick,
can't fool that guy
Oh,
though.
that's right.
He knows what's up.
and the other guy I don't remember.
That's interesting. The bats didn't have the same AI as those enemies, so
Go
it
to
fucked it all up.
Straight to you.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, la la la.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, were they actually sleeping?
Relax, nothing to see here.
Keys.
Okay. So it looks like there's a explosive in there too. Whoops. What I'm
The
doing.
cave of
So you're gonna let them
F-Zero
sleep peacefully, right?
Yes.
Right? Oh.
That sleeping Bacoblin slide.
Nice.
I made a
He
mistake.
alerted them,
Knock it down.
and
What?
it didn't
Smoke him out.
Nani?
Smoke
Okay,
him out.
they're suspicious, but they're okay.
Oh, I'm
Good
oh,
job.
bad at this right now. Fine.
Just gotta find another way to blow them up.
What's happening?
You're right in there.
They don't know what's happening.
Whoa!
There were
I
big
guess that's
red
what's supposed to
barrels,
happen when
which
you
always
knock
means
them down.
explosions
Yeah,
in video
so I
games.
wanted to use the lamp to do that one, but
I'm glad they got
I
the
just had the
combat
stage
specialist
fright.
on the case.
oh well.
Hey, you got the
It was
explosion,
eyeball.
that's what
Again,
counts.
you,
Yeah.
there's
Eyeball.
multiple
Gross.
ways
Maybe a
to
collector would be
solve the
interested in
puzzles
that.
and then
Ooh.
enemies,
Like a monster
defeat
part
enemies.
collector
So
guy.
I just tried that.
Yeah.
I was
I
just doing
really
it.
need
I was
Wait, was that a harpy on the
making
ground below?
mistakes.
Thinking on the fly.
Yes.
And now
Is
you
this
can
the
steal
twinkle,
their
maybe?
treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
Great.
just a twinkle.
I'm looking at the
See,
chat.
So I got
what
the
do
new
you want me to
soldier's
notice?
broadsword, which is 14 instead of 5.
Nice
So
upgrade.
just seeing
Who you
that
talking
screen
about?
didn't
So a bunch of
help
people
what
were
I
like, look
got.
at the chat.
That would
And I'm
help.
like,
Oh no,
yeah,
I
I'm
can't
looking.
take
What?
it, so I have to change. Is it Audrey?
Like
is
they
it
were
okay for me
telling
to
you?
leave
It's
the,
okay.
A minute
We had
ago.
our fun.
Yeah, only Woolie's
It's
looking
scrolling
at the
really
chat.
fast, guys.
None of
too.
us are looking at the chat. There's no
Stay
chat
there,
where we're
wiggle
looking.
I'm looking at it.
Forever.
What do you want to say? What is it? What?
But yeah, the guy you killed was really powerful Bacoblin.
Maybe they're just
so
saying,
he dropped
look
a
at the
really
chat.
powerful
Square
sword.
Enix is starting. Square Enix is
Okay,
going
10
live.
arrows.
What? Square Enix
Don't
didn't have a
sneak on
scheduled
those
thing.
You're gonna need those.
Is it just a stream?
I don't know, but Zelda's pretty exciting. So
Well, I mean,
Look at the
Square Enix
potential
on. What the
Sky.
fuck?
new
So
announcements.
pretty.
is all-
Yeah, yeah.
The multi-twitch,
Those
multi-twitch.
bokoblins just
Let
have
me
nice
find it
streak.
first. Because it's
They
like.
have no idea what I'm trying to do.
Now they're gonna go into the big stage.
Ugh, I can't spell.
Be a natural
Okay, Square
transition.
Enix is starting. We're gonna take a look.
Where's. Yeah.
I'm back.
Anyone have a
I
link?
really want to watch Zelda though.
Yeah, no, does anyone have a link? This wasn't scheduled.
Just type Google for.
Yeah, I'm
Square
gonna.
Enix.
I'm gonna.
Don't go to NeoGAF. Just do that.
Sorry, NeoGAF actually usually does have stuff up very immediately, so.
Right, multi-twitch.
Well, let me just make sure they're
So,
on.
Confirm
you know,
a thing is
some
happening.
people might
Oh,
really
no,
like
it's the
just
active time
jump
report.
into
It's
the
just about
battle and then try
FF15.
to
So, I mean,
kill
we
them
can,
with
but.
sword and stuff, but sometimes, like,
Oh, shit,
person like
shit's
me
happening.
who's not good at battle,
Uh,
I just like to
Zelda.
be sneaky and try to
Nintendo,
shoot people
and
so
what's the
that
other one?
they're
Just Square Enix,
from a
yeah.
distance. Difficult
Yeah, it's the
problem.
active time
You wanna
report. It's
find out
not
the fact
like
that
announcing new
Bacoblin has
games.
an
It's
affinity for
like
sleeping next to highly
details?
flammable
it's
vents.
FF15
I mean,
active
it
time
only makes
report.
sense.
Yes, it wasn't
Oh,
my
was
fault.
that? Was that music?
There may be.
I don't know. Sounded cool.
Well, you messed it up.
This is what you guys wanted.
This is what they
Source.
It's always
The Final Fantasy series has sold over 110 million copies worldwide. Each
More
time,
the
less and
better.
less.
Oh, bokoblin. No, style bokoblin.
Get in there.
Is that too loud? Maybe it's too loud.
Yeah, it's all too loud.
I didn't check what the volume was before I changed it.
Two different ones. There's the.
All right, there you go. You got it.
This book will be very
That's what you wanted.
Where's the head? Where's the head?
What is the active time report?
It's
Oh, head's
FF15 content.
He's
I
going
don't
to his
really
own
care.
arm. His friend's arm. Wait.
His own friend.
I know.
Like between FF10
But
and
you've used so many
Scalebound,
different kinds of
seem
weapons so
kind
far.
of
This is just
actually
a small
oddly
sampling of the
similar.
different kinds of weapons in
FF10
the
and
game.
Scalebound
There's
seem
so
similar to
many
you?
different
Sorry,
FF15.
15.
Which one to take?
RE7 demo and thing on Capcom Community. We can play the demo.
No, we're gonna play the demo
We
on our
don't
own.
need to look at that.
I'm not gonna watch the
I
demo
know,
when it's
there's-
on my
there's
PS4.
zero
yeah.
reason to look at that.
Yeah.
guys. Stop. Alright?
Oh wow, missed both enemies.
Fine.
Beautiful whiff.
Oh!
So that's what it is then. You drop from the thing.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
Or maybe
That's exactly what it was.
Maybe it's just whenever you're in the air.
In the air, you get that slow down to aim.
Oh Jesus Christ, my heart.
Fucking radical.
That's cool.
No one cares, Holtz. Shut up.
Stall time
Yeah.
with that.
So whenever you're trying to jump off from the higher cliff,
Open.
try to
That's the
use
E3
arrow
2016
and go
grand
into that
opening.
mode where you can kind of slow down the time, so you have time to kind of concentrate.
Botch.
Look at this. What is this right here?
Really cool.
You can see that from
Open
Look at
yeah,
that.
you see that from really high up too. And it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
epic.
Okay, they're going to the thing though.
So
No,
I,
never mind.
as you might have noticed, that I use a lot of bow and arrow, and sometimes I run out of my.
If you notice, I
So what
botch
I
a
do
lot.
is actually try
She
to
just
pick up the
starts
ones
blading
my enemy
on
draws
the Nintendo Treehouse stream.
and make sure I have enough.
You can kind of taunt them to keep
Yeah.
shooting
Man,
at
I
you.
really love this,
It's
like,
a dangerous game.
starts
It is.
blading
Yep.
immediately.
Can't
It's
wait
really
to
good way to
exactly.
sell.
This guy's like, oh fuck, we messed up our title card.
Why,
Thank you.
We DSP'd it.
why,
They're playing right into
She's just
your
picking up a
hands.
bunch of the enemies are shooting the arrows and she's taking
just
them
picking
to,
them
to
up.
restock. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. I'm busy.
No deadlier weapon than the plague pitchfork.
What?
Oh, she's on the shield.
To do that.
What was she doing?
She jumped into the shield, like hopped onto the shield to snowboard, but like in front of the enemy, so she kind of flipped over it.
Different kinds of
You
ways
can
to
probably
play
do
this
some
game.
dumb
On the way
shenanigans.
here, I
Yeah.
saw the Guardian, so I kind of want to be there, make sure
Nice.
I get there
Nice.
before our
Yeah.
time runs out.
Anyone watching the previous segment, I told him what's what.
I wonder if stuff can hit
Yeah,
your
did he?
shield on
By
your back.
running.
And actually stop
running
you
really
like
Yeah.
fast.
assholes? That'd be great.
My stamina wheel.
Or not
parry.
I think he got the
Sure.
point though. He's pretty terrified.
Maybe
Yeah, I
try
remember
it.
reading about that dragon fight in
Where's
DS2. Where if you have the
Mike's too
shield
far
on
away.
your back, you just turn around and absorb all the damage.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There
He
you
put
go.
it back up.
No, leave it.
It's
Leave
hard.
It in.
It's hard
Commit
coded.
to it.
Leave it in.
Yes.
Actually, put another spelling error. Have it
Yeah,
square
yeah, double
penix.
it down
Square penix.
with no neck
If
limit.
that one's
Eastern
not
Abbey.
moving. That one looks good. Let's go.
We got all these guardian relics around.
Oh, he's
Oh,
waking
what's
up.
this?
Uh-oh.
Good morning.
Like they should
Oh,
whisper
this
into
is
his
exciting.
headset like you're competing with
grumpy when he
Zelda
wakes
footage.
up.
He just starts sweating. It's getting really, really moist.
Wow.
Well, how many people are watching this all the time?
We can actually find out.
Good.
But we're not
Wait,
We're not
wait,
going
Your
to.
bow's gonna break.
I'd have to open a new tab.
Alright,
Ah,
Go broke. You
fine.
shot too many arrows.
What?
throw your farmer's
5
plagues
damage?
pitchfork.
True. And I have.
Oh.
You scope him out.
Oh yeah. That's
Throw
right.
it. Throw the
Let's
axe.
do that first
Oh,
to
fuck.
make sure.
Yeah.
So this will give us a little.
Oh, you see his health on the top. He has a lot. It's 500.
480.
500.
Okay.
I don't
99.
know.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. So one other thing you can do with the weapon is
Wow,
actually
chat,
you can
this was
throw
a
the weapon
terrible
like
idea.
that.
It's almost like they don't have a real stream, and it's just FF15.
critical hit
And
if you
this was a
actually
bad
land
idea.
it on
That is true. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Good way to get
But-
rid of
Hold
weapons
that L.
about to break.
Well,
But
to be fair, we initially
Oh
thought
look,
watching-
she threw a weapon and she's pulling it back now.
Oh, that's
Or is she
awesome.
gonna attack him with it?
Shut up, really? It is damaging.
It's doing damage.
She's gonna get fucking lasered.
Yeah.
That is
God, I
crazy.
can't believe she survived.
I can't believe it lets you do that.
Right now.
That is
Do they have a
Okay.
like a cheat on right now to survive? Because that seems to
No
do.
one's died yet.
This is a great
No
show.
one has died. You're right. They've always gotten down to one half heart.
I think it'll
That was
ultimately
a
So
quarter.
to be fair, we didn't really think of anything of watching the Square Enix conference last year, and we regretted it.
Yeah, but this actually isn't a
No, I
conference.
know,
It's an
I know,
active
but
time
like,
report
what if
that they've been doing all year.
Adam
for
Jensen from
F15.
DSX has diplomas from 3 universities and Tornado's Wall.
Or just happens to be going on during E3. Okay, they definitely have something on to stop them from dying.
Live to fight another day.
Because like every time they've gotten close to dying, it's put them down to like half
Otherwise, we
heart.
would have
What was
got
it, a
him.
quarter before?
Like when Bill like
No, it was at a quarter heart
Oh, he
just before.
threw the axe. It's super good. No, the Claymore actually.
I think they have something, but it was at a quarter heart before. So.
when Bill like ate that explosion and like there was like that didn't kill him either.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We're going to talk a little bit about Amiibo. So stick around.
What was that?
Is that a fire alarm? That might be a fire
There might be a fire alarm.
Is Pat's building burning down again?
Let's find out if Pat knows whether or
We
not that's
might
a fire
have to leave
alarm.
this building.
Anyway, I was
Best friends burning to death live on camera.
Let's burn.
Let's burn. The world's first. Let's
burn.
burn just for you.
Do you want to stop it? Do you stop it? Let's stop
yeah,
it.
let's.
I don't know what we do.
Back on. We're alive. We beat the fire.
Defeated.
We defeated the evil fireman.
The Abyss Watchers came. We kicked their ass.
I saw that producer that from Microsoft that remember he got to be on stage for 8 seconds for Killer Instinct. He wrote like last night someone turned on the fire alarm at the Sheraton Hotel here at LA, which is what happened if when I went to Captivate where like a fire alarm went off at like 6 a.m. and there was nothing going on.
Yeah.
In September of 2013, Just Cause 2 had sold nearly 6 million copies. We have noticed that this has not continued with Just Cause 3.
I just realized if I took a step out, Pat's asleep, so he couldn't let me back in.
It's true. So when we decide to leave this hellhole, we
It's for good.
it's for good. Is there not any Wild Guns footage?
I really.
Dude, it's like I still don't know what it is.
If it's on the show floor, some eyeballs have seen it, and that means.
But someone has to care.
Yeah.
If you and I were journalists,
Yeah.
we would show it by
break
now.
the.
We would be brave enough to show it.
What's this Attack on Titan information? What's this all
It's just a techno game. Like it's coming out.
No, it's,
so-
I think it's like the anime actually.
Nah.
Yeah, season 2.
Nah. Nah.
What
That's
happened?
fake.
After the leaked video for Attack on Titan season 2, here are further
Willie
details.
thinks there's more Attack on Titan, but there's not.
There was a video for the game that came out detailing the Titan mode,
Okay.
but
See,
like the game's
that's
been out in
what it
Japan
is.
for like months, so it's not like it's new news.
See?
That's actually kind of spoiler information too. Well, I mean, not for the manga, but
Spoiler for who's that?
season 2.
Oh, season 2, yes.
New characters, storyline details.
Season 2 is fake.
Attack on Titan 2 is the last installment? Question mark.
Fake.
This,
Is it a
this,
second movie?
this Square Enix stream of all these brand new games is sick.
Turns out it's a mobile game.
Told you like a million times. It's just 15.
No, it's sick.
Yeah, I want to go get a snack, but I can't because Pat's sleeping.
You can.
No.
But we can't open the door.
I'll come down and open it for you.
Just call him.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll gladly come down and
Oh
open
my
it.
god, they just showed. What the fuck?
What?
It's just,
Okay, it's the Afrojack thing, but they just showed Noctis fall off a building and just die from a super high height.
Sick.
Like, what are you doing,
You
guys?
sure that wasn't when the Dragoon knocked him down? The Dragoon's sick.
This is last night's trailer, isn't it?
This is the last night's trailer. I guess they're opening with that.
Well, we might as well switch to that audio-wise.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize. That good? The song was pretty good. A lot of people were blowing up on it because, like, whoa, you see that guy?
Yeah, that was interesting.
I don't think that was in last night's trailer because we would have noticed that. Maybe this is an extended version.
I don't remember seeing him fall.
Remember this bit.
And this guy.
Unicorns.
The webs.
Yeah, this is stuff I recognize. Super excited to play this again. Or, well, play the finished version.
Well, the question is, how many environments have we not seen? How many locations and crazy, boss things have we not seen?
Yeah.
So much.
I think there'll be like, 3 or 4 regions as big as the Duskeye one, but I'd be surprised if there was more than that. The city, the other little city, the deserty looking place, and Duskeye. I'd hedge my bets. Maybe one other area, a major area.
This could be as big as Infinity, but it doesn't need to be.
I mean, well, we know it's only been in development for like 3 years, so or something like that.
Something like that.
Well, this version. So like.
And welcome to the Final Fantasy 15 E3
Okay, now that they're not showing a trailer, I'm just gonna put it like this so we can.
You can actually just mute that entirely.
Well, I mean, either mute it or have nothing. Like.
And today I'm joined by 2 lovely gentlemen, starting with.
I'm the first lovely gentleman, of course. My name is Matt Kishimoto, and I'm the senior
Oh, that's the guy that bungled the entire thing last.
Yeah, that's Asian U.
Final Fantasy 15 Global Marketing.
And Nintendo's back too. And the Fire's back as well.
Good. All 3 kings are back.
The Lords of Cinder have returned.
I'm good with the Fire being on while we're doing this.
We can sit there like that dog and just say we're fine with this.
Oh look, they're gonna touch the Twilight Princess Amiibo now.
Legends of Twilight Princess HD on Wii U.
Totally fine. Just ignore that fire.
Look, Matt, they're using toys.
Right here.
I can see that.
And at the time, we mentioned that the game would have, the Amiibo would have
Don't worry about
functionality
it.
in The Legend of Zelda for Wii U.
Is that fire alarm?
Wii U, now Breath of the Wild.
Yep, but it's
and
fine.
So we wanted to take the opportunity
It's
today
fine.
to show you what the Amiibo is going to do in game.
Exactly
And so we want to start with a quick video just recapping how the Amiibo functioned in Twilight Princess HD.
Working on a train track.
So we're going to cut to that video really
That was what
quickly
it showed during that one shot.
and show you, if you recall, what it does there.
getting
But
more
essentially the way that it
aggressive
worked
fire
in that video
It's going into phase
is
2?
you
No,
would
it's
enter
not
the
getting hyper
shadows
Zelda.
as
This
Game
is
of
playing
Shadow.
Twilight Princess.
when you tapped it in, and you would play the challenges in there, and you would complete the Cave of Shadows, and then you would tap the Amiibo to the Wii U gamepad.
I kind of
and
think
it
they're
would save
saying
the number of remaining parts
No,
that
that
you
stream
had
where the guy lights his
after
house on
completing the
fire
Cave of Shadows
while they
to the
burn
Wolf Link
it
Amiibo.
better.
And so now what we want to
That's
do
also
is we're going to actually tap this to the Wii U version of Zelda Breath of the Wild and show you what it does.
What does it do? It
Does
better
it
be
give
something
you that
that's
many?
nothing.
Does
So
it give
as
you
you
that
see,
many
you
hearts
use,
as
one
a
of your
heal
runes
once a
there on
day?
the Sheikah Slate to give you
item
access
disposable.
to the Amiibo,
Which they
and
can't do
we
'cause you
tap
can't
it
roll.
in, and let's see. There, I heard a little.
Oh, wow.
We have a slight tech. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you get Wolf
You may have
Link?
seen a little.
Wow.
What you see in
I
Twilight.
told you he can
Tapping
ride
the
a
Amiibo to the
wolf.
Wii U gamepad in Breath of the Wild will bring Wolf Link into the game as a partner character. So we've been showing you a lot of the game. We've been showing you running around and exploring.
What other partners
Perhaps
now?
What you've noticed
Can I
is
put Little Mac?
does not
Can I
have
put
partner
Little
characters in
Mac?
the game. And that is true. Typical
Minna.
of a Zelda game, you would normally
That's
see
fucking
somebody
awesome.
like a Navi, or in the case of
That is
Twilight
the
What does he
Princess,
do? What does he
Midna.
do?
That is the best
In the
Amiibo
case of
bonus
Breath
yet.
of the Wild, Link is generally exploring alone.
So I guess the
if you
other
do want that
Amiibos are
partner
gonna do
character, you
similar
would tap
types
in
of
the
He
Wolf
hasn't
Link
actually
Amiibo
done
and
anything
call
yet.
He's
Wolf Link
barked
in.
a lot.
He's just
Wolf
barked.
Link does a variety of different things in the game,
Like
in
bark?
addition to just kind of being a partner character that runs around with you. As you can see here, Wolf Link helps with combat.
No.
He will actually attack enemies and,
Well, he didn't, but-
and will help you fight them.
Yo, let's go, dog child.
When he finds
Dog child.
Yeah.
It's really cute when he does. He kind of like hunkers down and growls a little bit.
Yeah, I love seeing him in his art style. It's just really cool.
Yeah, he's missing some
And the other
things. He
thing
doesn't have like the chain.
The
in his
other thing that's
claw.
really cool is you do
When he
looking at
comes
how
down
big
from
he
the
is. You're like,
Twilight
yeah,
realm.
that's
That's
Link
awesome.
crouched down in wolf size.
Or like the Amiibo universe.
I mean, I bet anything is not canon.
Alright, final phase. Fire,
Oh,
level 3.
there we go. Now, apart from,
In case you
from
guys
combat, the other
didn't
thing
get the memo
that
about
Wolf Link
fire
can do is
phases
if
1
you
and
get
2,
close enough
here
to,
comes 3.
to a wild animal. Oh, looks like you need to get a little bit closer there, Chico. Wolf Link will go out and hunt the animal for you. He's able to sense.
All right.
prey,
Okay,
sense
show
the
us
fire-
him
the fire
actually
animal.
doing something instead of telling us though.
No, he doesn't. Just the meat. You can see the animation also just really fluid, really nice.
Yeah, what if Little Mac could pop in, but it's like a high-end version of
Yeah,
Little Mac?
he still has the chain around his paw from when he was in
Oh,
prison.
he
at the
does. I
beginning
didn't.
of
I couldn't see
Twilight
it.
Princess.
Yeah, I really wonder what partner characters
Oh,
are
there we
in
go.
these.
All right. Is he gonna? Is he?
What do you do? What happens when you put the
Don't.
Ganon
There you
Okay,
go.
he attacked. He
There you
attacked
go.
it.
He
I have a Ganon Amiibo. One now.
got that boar right there on the rump and took him down for Chico.
This Link is constantly shifting.
Yeah,
his
exactly.
balls.
Game over. He wins.
Yeah, it's just an Amiibo that says game over. Progress and praise. Oh,
That's
oh,
right.
oh, oh, oh.
Now we also have from the show floor here at E3. One of the things that we're showing,
Where's my
obviously, we've got
adult
Amiibo on display
Amiibo.
here on the show floor. One of the things that we're showing is what the process is for creating Amiibo.
So the problem is that most of the
It
time she's been
starts
attacking enemies.
Very,
All
very
right, so you
simply,
knocked over
with a
the
very basic 3D printed model. Usually these are based off of some of the in-game models
He's going
that
after
we
him.
see in the
Yeah,
game.
there you go.
And
Yeah,
in
he
this
tried
case,
to
Wolf
attack
Link
him.
started
Kinda
off
shit.
with this very basic gray
It distracts
in-game
other
model.
enemies, though.
And
Like,
if
it's
you're able to get
distracting
up
the
close
boars
on
or
that, you can
whatever.
see sort of the polygonal nature of the print here.
He hasn't
I think perhaps a little bit later in the day we may have a chance to show the full process, but there's sort of
He hasn't
about
taken it
5
damage
different
either.
steps in the
Anything
creation
going on with
process
those guys?
before we actually end up getting to the
Oh, the
final
movie.
model here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think some folks don't
After the
appreciate
war.
how much iteration goes into the creation of the
kinda
Amiibo.
stupid.
But when you're looking at some
Yo,
characters from certain
Wolf Link.
games,
Oh,
His behavior is
yeah.
really dumb right
No,
now.
they're not really
to make
doing him
Amiibo, especially
justice.
when you're looking at balance
They're
and
not,
making sure that you've
not
got them
doing
in a
much.
pose that they're going to have nice stability.
The
and
animation in that
effectively
movie is
sitting on a
nuts.
shelf where you're playing with them.
Yeah, but I hope that they don't.
And in
Like,
fact,
so
you,
far
you
I've seen a
start
bunch
with
of
this
facial
basic
shots to
3D
show how
model
good
print,
their
and then
facial
from
tech
there
is.
you,
It's like,
you
no, it's
have
good.
to
Make it a movie.
refine the
Don't make it
model
a facial
itself.
shot.
Also try
and
having
then
a
you
good
get
story.
into sort of once you finalize that
Like
model,
show me something that's not a
then you start
close-up
to get into
to show
some
that
test
you have a,
painting and things like that. And it becomes, it's actually a very long process. It takes, start to finish, it can take.
Yeah, I wanna see
upwards
the
of
bike
roughly,
fight.
You know,
Like
10
Advent
months to a
Children
year,
now.
From the very beginning
Because it
of
seems
the
like they're
Amiibo
really
creation
just focusing on a
process
bunch of
until
close-ups
the
to
actual
go look at our
product
facial
launches.
tech. And it's like,
So it actually is a
where do you
long
get it?
process,
But you need
but
to
one
still
that's
tell
it's
a
fun
story.
to kind of watch and see.
Yeah, like there's
go
clearly
through
fights
all
in
those
there.
different forms.
Because
Yeah, especially as the poses get
they're so
refined. I
little
know I've seen
snippets
certain
of
Well,
it.
don't
iterations
worry,
for
as
some
long as
more
you have
Amiibo
cool
where
fights,
There you
they're
go.
really
everything needs to have a
experimenting
good
with how best to
story.
pose the
There you
character,
go.
position the character, and
Don't
it's
worry
mixing
about
kind of
that.
what didn't work as well, and the different test cases that they do along the way.
That's right. Now going back to Wolf Link in the game, we mentioned that when you tap Wolf Link in, he will have the number of hearts that you saved in Twilight Princess.
Whoa.
And he'll
What a
travel
weird
alongside
thing.
you for the duration of your gameplay, and he'll do this until he loses all of his hearts. Fortunately, Chico is doing a good job here.
I'm really glad
and is
they're doing
taking
it,
good care of Wolf Link, and so he hasn't taken a whole lot of damage yet. But once those hearts run out, then Wolf Link
Yeah,
will
shot of all
disappear.
of them together.
And the next time, if you do want to play with him again, then you can wait 1 day in real world time,
Take your own
not 1 day in in-game time, but 1 day in real world time, and then you can tap Wolf Link to the gamepad again and call him back into Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
You need to get after those boars, Chico.
I know.
It's interesting what a difference Wolflink can make, especially if you've taken the
Really?
time to
'Cause
really
I haven't
kind of make him a
seen the
werewolf
difference
and
yet.
bring him into the
Nothing.
game. And if you're starting out,
He attacks
can
one enemy
really help
twice
cover your back
and
for you as
fails.
you're getting a feel.
Oh,
He
you
failed
were
to
right
kill
behind
it.
me. Jeez.
Uh-oh.
It does
Well, that's
seem
the other thing you
like
can
you
do is
want
you
him
can,
at all times.
He killed it.
Yeah.
And
You
he
can-
left the food for
'cause
you.
why
too, it's
wouldn't
not
you?
the end of him.
It's so
How
kind
you
of
got
him that
killed?
he takes down the prey but does not eat the meat. He leaves that for you.
He loves me.
Definitely
That's a
not.
generous
Now the other thing,
dog.
of course, is if
Definitely
you do
not
get separated from Wolf Link, you can blow your you can blow a whistle or whistle to him and call him back to you. And you'll also,
Is
of course,
this
he is a wolf.
implying in a
Oh,
weird
listen to that part.
timeline
I
way
love it.
that Link went
There's
back
a lot
to
of
being a
really cool
wolf?
animations.
I prefer this.
I will bet you $1 million
So you
that
can,
it is
if he
super
runs off in a
non-canon.
different direction, then you can whistle to him and he'll come right
Oh
back.
yeah, episode 2.
Talk at all about
Best
his
anime.
ability to sniff things out as well.
Well, yeah, you will. Of course, he is a wolf, so wolves
Oh,
having.
now we're just watching
big
anime.
noses,
Yikes.
he'll be able
Is
to
this
help
what it
you
looks
out,
like?
and later on in the
What?
game,
That
be able to
really low
sniff out
frame
certain
rate
items
on,
for you,
like, the
which is
3D
quite
phones, I
nice.
guess?
But of course, Wolf Link
Well, that's
isn't the only
That
amiibo
person
that's
walking
going
in
to be
distance
compatible with The Legend of Zelda Breath
Yeah,
of the
usually
Wild.
childhood.
Oh, is that
We
Prompto? Is he
actually
fat? Is
have
Prompto
a
fucking
few
fat
more
when he's
brand
young?
new amiibo.
That's ballin'.
Hopefully we can get in very close on these. The level of detail on these new amiibo are really,
Wolf Link.
truly stunning.
That is a nice
This
one.
is Archer Link.
Oh, that's not
and I'm just
Prompto,
going to
that's,
slowly rotate him around.
Especially the detail on the back of his shield.
I like
Oh my
how
God,
he has
that
a,
amiibo's
a
nice.
thing of
Right
dust
here,
to prop him up rather than a
you can
dumb
see
base.
the
That's a
detail
million
on the
times
sheet of
better,
slate.
yeah.
Or it actually looks like he's farting
The head
and
of
he's
this
being
arrow,
shot up in the air.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
from,
like a rocket jump.
Yeah.
The video in the Guardian
Like how
battle,
Farah does her boost.
incredibly
Yeah.
detailed, very, very well replicated. You have the arrows hanging from Leek's belt, and just the
I will
amount
buy
of
that.
detail that you get on even his
For
armbands and tunic are really amazing. These
So
are
what does this
easily
one do?
the most highly detailed.
This is
amiibo
our
that I
first
think we've
$100
created so
amiibo.
far.
From the Amiibo
And this
Premium
is the
collection.
first
God.
we
Big
have
buys.
3 that we want to
Big
show you
buys.
today.
They have 3 that they want to
So
show
the
today.
first is Archer
Still
Link.
aimed at children 6 and up.
Really cool. I can't wait to get these.
We
It's great
think
because
that
I've
children-
been,
We already have
Son
them,
and I have been
Bill.
talking
We
for a
think
long
that
time
children who
about
work hard
wanting
and
to
earn their money will
have
want to spend
Zelda
on
figures
something premium.
available for people.
What?
So
That's just Link on a
hopefully
horse,
people are
yeah.
excited for these.
He's got a hood on, but
This is Rider Link.
All right.
Again,
my
one of
favorite.
And
the.
then
Look,
that has a dumb base.
propped up by a dumb thing.
Just the sense of
Looks
presence
great.
you get.
Why not
from
just use
the
the dust
horse.
again? It'll look better.
Looks
The
great.
way that it's sculpted, you get so much detail in the muscles, the mane, even the
Bill loves the
bridle
horse muscles.
with the saddle and
Hey, if
everything.
you're scanning this amiibo, do you
Link's
get a
shield
horse?
hanging on the
Because I'd
back,
like
the
to see it.
saddlebags.
Yeah.
Really, really
Does it
nice. We
just
have
make a
some
horse walk up to
online,
you?
We have some videos that show these in really close-up detail, rotating around,
Sure.
that are really great.
And I think we might have these on display actually at the booth here, so folks can maybe check out. Hopefully there'll be some more photos folks are taking online. But it's so impressive how they were able to realize the art style, I think, of the game here. And it
Well,
really
it's
feels
hard
like it
to do
captures
cell
the
shading.
softness of the color.
The
and
art
so
of toys
it's,
has had many years to advance
Right.
itself,
really cool.
and this is not the pinnacle.
You can actually touch it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not touching it because
Yeah,
I
I
like
know,
my
I'm too
job and I
scared.
don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
break
yeah.
things.
You're not
If
allowed
you
to
touch
touch it.
anything in
These are
Bill's
still in
hands, you're
prototype
fired.
If you
They're
touch
near
this
final,
amiibo,
but they
Miyamoto
are
sent
because
to your
of that, a
house
little
and
bit
kills
fragile
your
still.
family.
I feel like
So
you can
we're
get
being
away with it
very
if something terrible happens, but I'm keeping
Yes.
a very respectful distance.
Now then, I have one more to show,
Oh, this
and
one's
this
cool.
one
Oh,
is,
it's the-
of course,
That's terrible.
That is so big, it won't fit next to all my other amiibos.
That's
and
bad.
again,
Amiibo
you see,
collectors around the
detail
world are
really
screaming
helps
at
bring
this.
sort of
Clearly
those
this teaser
glowing
beast is going to
pink
show up a
colors
lot.
to life. You can see the eye.
It's not a
in
very
front there.
memorable monster.
Well, it seems like it's like a
And
tank
although
style
I'm not
creature
gonna-
that these
I'm not gonna
aliens
bend
used
it
or something.
Today, this is the first amiibo that we've created that has posable parts. You can bend the legs.
Sure.
If you're with our pre-production model, it's you have to
No,
be
it's
very
so
careful.
tempting.
So I'd rather not. But in the when we
It
release
costs
it,
$100,000.
The
you'll be able
Matrix
to bend
toys
the
of the
legs freely and
Sentinels,
kind of pose the
and the
amiibo
legs
however
fucking
you
fell
like.
apart
I'm kind
because
of
they
looking forward to
weren't
making
they weren't
dioramas of those
properly
arms.
Dot
He's going to be
com
grabbing
farm
other
for
amiibo
you.
in my collection,
That
or
was his shit.
maybe
Yep.
actually
I
back
had a
with
bunch
it
of
or something
AVP
like that.
figures
So
from
yeah,
Todd
it's gonna be really
McFarlane.
fun to
And
see
Todd
what I can
McFarlane's
do once I've
like
got
paid
What
for
is-
cheap ass plastic.
On the
Apart.
Square stream, what is this thing?
So
the
these
King's
are
Tail.
3 amiibo that we have coming to launch
isn't
alongside
that
The Legend of Zelda.
Not the anime.
DLC?
No, it's
King's
15.
Way.
It's 15.
I'm really
Not King's
excited.
Way,
I can't
not
wait to
the
get them.
anime, so-
But we just
More
wanted to give you a
anime.
quick moment and share those with you. Chico, is there anything else that you
It's a line
wanted
of
to
sex
show us
toys.
with Wolf Link or? No?
That's about it. Well, we've got a little bit of time. We can maybe do some quick running around with it, maybe see if we can find another camp to hit before we wrap up.
No.
I think there's
This
a
is dope.
Looks like it's a mobile
Mark,
game.
that looks really good. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
Not really.
But who's that character?
Is that a
Adam
screenshot
Jensen?
they're looking
This
at?
looks like Noctis to me.
Good catch. All right,
We're
so it
not
is
allowed
not
footage
Noctis.
of the
Actually,
Square Enix
it's a
game
very
here at
young
the
King
Square Enix
Regis. This
stream.
game actually takes place 30
Oh, it's
years
a young
in the past,
King Regis?
before Final Fantasy 15.
Alright, well.
What the heck?
So these are
What
some of the
is
enemies that we
this?
have
Yeah, show
that are actually
footage.
from
The
either
screenshot
older
is not
Final Fantasy
adequate.
games, but as well as from the main Final Fantasy 15 as well.
I imagine that's all they have.
Notice though.
The bomb.
Bomb?
I know.
Your favorite.
Who else did you notice?
I can't talk about it until we see more monsters.
So I got a question. So you said this
thought
is
that was
a
more
young
gameplay,
King
though.
Regis. So this takes place.
Nintendo's gonna be back.
How many years?
Again.
Is this kind
See,
of
look,
like,
they did
They
it!
did it!
They did what I
They
said!
made
You gotta
it!
make a big playground
So
and
let's
make
break
it
down
fun.
what you
so as I
did.
mentioned
Yep.
before, it takes place
Oh.
30 years before the main Final
dedicated.
Fantasy
They did
15.
this.
But
You
actually,
did
the way
this.
that this
I
entire
made
game is
this.
set up
You
is
made
actually
this.
I
a
made
fairy tale
this.
that's being told to Noctis. So Noctis and Regis are in the bedroom,
Bowling?
and then they're, Noctis
that a
is
thing?
begging his father. He's like, please tell me
Bring
a
this
fairy
mouse
tale,
over here.
but not one of the
Look,
old,
it's fucking
boring fairy
empty.
tales that you tell me all the time.
No one's
And so
playing.
Regis
There's a
kind
lot
of
of
concocts
setups,
the story
actually.
of this adventure that he had
Well,
with
it's
him
the
and his
one
friends
game.
30
I
years
wish I could
before,
play it.
before
they're actual
Noctis
characters.
even.
Go down to Best
Yeah, they're
Buy.
actual characters. Yeah.
that's
And
so
wait in line for
cool.
50 years.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is that happening
where did
this
you
year
even come
too?
up with
No.
this?
Yeah,
This concept?
Well,
You talked
it
about
was.
arcade.
Something was playable.
Sony it is the
where
VR
did you come up
Morpheus
with
setup.
But,
So,
but
Nintendo,
this is
some people play
Nintendo
well
growing
at
up,
Best
we
Buy.
saw
I'm not
games,
entirely sure
especially
it's
not
not
doing
good.
it.
Playing
I
a lot
didn't
of
hear
action
any
brawlers that
any
I'm sure many of you
promotion
are
for it
familiar
at all.
with,
So.
either in
Because
the
like
arcades or
it's
at
an
home.
archaic
And so,
form of
when I got to work at Square
marketing.
Enix, I wanted to take
Wow.
on multiple roles, and one of my dreams really
Yeah,
was to
for the Wii U,
help
yes.
not
For
only
VR,
start the game, but
not
also kind of
so much,
direct the
but
game
yeah.
on my own.
Yeah,
as
well,
well.
Because you need the hardware.
it's
Yeah.
called downloading a
I
demo.
love side scrolling
You're right. You're super
Yeah, yeah.
right.
types of games. I used to play them in the arcade with my friends. all
Look,
the
the
time.
kids are here
course.
for the school
You
trip.
got anything
I think we have a
else?
few more
More
screenshots.
screenshots?
Oh, they
Actually.
came in.
I know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Look,
the
we have a
Iron
new
Giant.
screenshot.
So-
Recognize him.
So as you can see, yeah. So we have some very classic monsters in here. So we have the Iron
Okay,
Giant,
so
we have
this
the
is just
Bomb,
tap
and actually the
fucking-
Sloanine,
this is a
which is
Kung
like
Fu game.
kind of a new
Is
character, I
what
believe, in
this
Final Fantasy 15. So as I mentioned, we're trying to
Yeah, why
definitely bring
wouldn't
back
they
the
just
nostalgia
throw
factor
up the
for
plans?
fans.
Oh, wow,
but
it's
also
super
have,
elaborate. Look, he's fighting
the
some
fucking
action
monsters
combat and
shit.
new enemies that'll attract new fans as well. So the people that are working on this game are true diehard fans of Final Fantasy, and so they want to
Maybe
make
'cause they
sure
don't want
that
people,
we
like,
stay
ripping it
true to
apart.
what Final Fantasy is, but also make it
When you put a
approachable for
demo
new
up,
fans.
that's what happens.
Absolutely. So Sloanin, we did actually show off during our Instagram campaign in October. So I think fans would be excited to see him here again as well.
Is that the same monster that Noctis is parrying in the
Oh,
in the E3
Africa.
trailer?
Oh
I
Yeah,
don't
with that crazy
know.
transition,
I
like,
only have
okay,
this one
okay.
screenshot.
Oh, that's dope.
Yep, yep.
But okay, we know that there's classic
We're
monsters.
analyzing screenshots
Gameplay.
of a
What is
mobile
this
game.
gameplay like? Are there
Tell us
what?
more.
Come on.
Why don't you
So,
have
as I
footage
mentioned
on your
before,
own
so it's
stream?
an action
Join
brawler. So
us.
it's a side-scrolling action brawler where you have full motion
An
control, up, down,
action
left, right through
brawler.
the entire board. But you're going to be able to use magic, summons, or astrals as well.
Up, down, left, and right. you
But
said.
also some companion attacks
That's
as well.
4
So
directions.
That's
companion.
crazy.
Count
That's
So
them.
all we see
That's
here
two
in this
more than
screenshot and on the
normal.
previous screenshot.
If they say this is on
So does that mean
consoles
you
and
get
it's a beat 'em up,
Play as other characters or what
sure.
is that?
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
So the companions that you play with are actually characters that
The
you
problem
probably
is
are
that
some
any
of you
mobile
familiar
game
with,
that's
some of them
like
are actually brand new as
that's a
well.
beat 'em up and then it gets ported is still bad.
But yeah, so the,
I didn't
the
say for
combat for the companions
$15.
themselves are actually going to be kind of quick time.
Oh, sorry,
summons
at
that
50.
do a really
Like they want to
If
put
it's free,
it's the
maybe.
prettiest, craziest,
If
most
it's-
expensive
if it's
thing.
free,
one of
maybe.
which that
Yeah.
you may recognize is actually
Slashy
much
Souls.
younger Sid.
Sid.
Young
Ooh,
Sid.
Sid.
Sid said the word.
Ooh, that's the
Whoa,
thing.
Pat.
Man, it's in all those games. It's crazy. You guys are
Summons.
nuts.
You said summons are in this game.
Can we watch Nintendo
How
only?
how
Well,
is Titan gonna fit in this?
Well, there's
screen?
nothing really happening on the
Like,
Nintendo.
Iron Giant already takes up like a third
Yeah.
of the screen.
debate it amongst yourselves.
Nintendo
Come
said
to
they'll
a
be right back.
come to a
Down with the
consensus,
mechanics and everything, but actually,
Yeah.
and then let me know.
Have a mod put up a poll. Have a mod put up a poll.
Nintendo's like
Giant
announcing
massive
news,
summon itself,
and they're
but,
just
we're staying true
have a
to
conference.
the look
Fuck.
and the feel of both
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
Mario
and
comes out in
Final
October.
No, there's no time.
Cool. What about warp striking? Can you warp?
All you care about, CG girls,
Pat, wake
warp
up. Not
striking.
But warp striking is like the coolest thing ever.
Like
So
Can't
I just
wake
want to
up.
know.
So Warp Strike is in this game,
Wake
and the
up.
combat
Sorry.
mechanics are awesome. In addition
Wake
to Warp
up.
Strike, you're also going to have a bunch of different combat
Can't wake
abilities
up.
with the different
Save
motions.
him.
And
Let's
in
reboot
fact,
in a few
so
days
this is
from
going
now.
to be a simple kind of button mash type brawler.
Actually.
There's actually a lot of complexity to it as well, where certain enemies you need to attack with certain attacks.
Extreme nothing. I'd
Enemies can
rather
parry
have
attacks,
nothing.
you can parry attacks or roll past them. There's
Just turn
aerial
the whole
attacks
thing off and
in
leave us
addition
in
to
the
all the
corner.
magic and the
Yeah.
summons and the companion attacks as well. So we're really trying to make this as robust a game
But
as
when do
possible.
we actually want to
Capcom Unity, why would we stream the RE7 demo if we want to take a look at it spoiler free? We're not going to do that.
How long are we staying? Because we do have a podcast to record as well.
That's fine. This thing ends before the evening. Like,
I know, but I have to pick up Zach at the vet at some
Alright,
point.
so without
tomorrow.
further ado,
So I do have a
this
Maybe
game
we'll
will
have
be
a
coming
double
out day and date with the main Final Fantasy 15 on September 30th. And
Because I
the
didn't
only
think
way
we'd
to
be
get
here
it is
for like
actually
8
Xbox
hours.
One and PS4.
retailer
There you go.
exclusives. In
Okay,
the US
okay,
and Canada,
you're
it'll be
totally
available
right.
for GameStop
You're totally
and
right.
indie games. So
Get it
every
at
single
indie
pre-order
games.
that you have at both
How
of
do
those
you get it?
places, you will automatically get this game for free.
Pre-order.
Free?
Cool.
Pre-order.
Just pre-order, and
Correct.
it's yours at GameStop. or
Okay, so that is
here
Correct.
and other places.
5
Yeah, and it's for,
pieces
so for
of
Europe, Japan, Latin
content?
America. We'll have more information on our various
Not
websites.
counting the demos?
Contain this game as well.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'll play it.
Dude, so all the screenshots, they look
I
phenomenal.
wish there was video.
We understand when we can get it.
No, it's not allowed.
When can we see some actual gameplay, some
Yeah.
live code, some video, like now?
Like, has there
I
ever
wish.
been
No,
more
so no, we're still working on the game.
God,
very
fuck off!
heavily.
Don't
but
lead
actually,
up to
the
a
first
thing
trailer
and
for
say,
this
"Can we show
game
some
is
now?"
due actually
And then the
to
dev goes,
No.
I wish."
be there for only about a month or so.
Don't do that.
I wish. It only comes out
so
in,
that's
in
cool.
like
Just
3 months.
Are you a
Anything
PR
else?
guy? That's
I mean,
not
all my
good
questions
PR.
answered.
Like,
The game is a year away.
I just want to play it.
I know.
You can't show footage of
So
the game
anything
that
else?
early.
You want to give us a
Fuck.
rundown? Anything else you want to make sure everybody knows?
Well, I guess one other thing I can kind of mention on the screenshots that are showing on screen. So the first two take place within Insomnia, and then the one on the right actually is the first glimpse of
Okay.
Sky, which is from the demo that everyone played as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to take place in 3 different areas throughout the Final Fantasy 15 world. I think we have a variety of characters and enemies.
I
that
like how
we
they're
can
calling it
combat with.
Norman Reedus and
But as I
Norman
mentioned,
Fetus.
really the focus of this
Yeah.
is an ode to the fans and what we can do, just to make sure that everyone just has just a ton of fun playing Final Fantasy 15.
It's a new flavor of
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 with Behemoth.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
Mark, you're making it difficult. I don't know what I want to play more on September.
Play it all.
Just
Play it
like
all.
switch.
You get
back and
2
forth.
games on the same
not
day.
that hard a
I
choice
know.
for me.
Alright, so a full retro game coming out. Thank you so much, Mark, for coming on the show, and we'll see you very soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
See you
Mark.
back in El Segundo.
All right, see you.
Yo,
Alright.
Next time, bring footage, Dick.
Someone at E3 is currently dumping the Zelda demo onto an SD card
That's
from one of
crazy.
these Wii U's.
Yeah.
How does
but
that
How's
we
that
still
even
have
happen?
more stuff.
Apparently
That's
it's
the cool part about
16
this
gigs and it
this
is being
program.
leaked as we
We
speak.
still got some new stuff
Okay,
to show.
what is the screenshot?
It's
What
a guy
what
on
is this
Twitter.
Do that.
Guy on Twitter who's there with his friend.
doing it
I
right
don't think
now?
that's very secretive when
Oh,
you're covering.
It's
sorry.
happened with the Skyward
Ladies
Sword
and
demo.
think
gentlemen,
we
He's
are.
already
ladies and
bleeding out in the
gentlemen,
parking
other
lot.
new piece of information.
This is not actually
Time
taking
to
place.
hack a
Artwork,
Wii U
and
if
not
this
just
is a
any
thing.
artwork,
That is
but we're
not
gonna talk
happening.
you
There's
through
no way.
some of the
It happened with
North
Skyward
American
Sword.
artwork
It
we're working on
literally
right
happened with Skyward Sword.
See, SD card
Cool.
leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
they,
very
yeah,
excited
they
to
just
bring that to
put
everybody
the demo
today.
on
So
And there's no
in
one
Japan,
standing there
they
watching
reveal
this.
their
Well,
Look
here's the
how many
thing.
setups
You
there
have
are.
so many setups.
on March 30th, and so this is what it looks like. if
You just
guys
go to
haven't
the
seen it.
shadowiest,
And
cornerest one.
It's awesome. It kind of tells the story of the guy.
But like
the
some
road
guy
trip and all
gets
that
to the
kind of
main
all in
menu
one
or
very
gets to the Wii U menu and starts dragging wads around and like.
Not wads, but sure, yeah.
Whatever.
They're lifelong
Something.
friends. They're on a journey, and it's a very
Well, and I remember
serene,
on the
piece of
homebrew
artwork,
channel
and it
they
makes me feel
call
really
them
calm
wads.
and curious
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what
Yeah.
like road ahead.
Hope, you know,
What about our
for
platform?
Nintendo's sake, I hope it doesn't. But for my sake, I will fucking
so-
buy a
I
Wii U
guess
just
we're
to
all
hack
very
it,
excited
just so I can
to
play that now.
what our front of box looks
We
like,
have
which
many
is
mystery
a bunch of
games
question
coming
marks.
out at
Look at
stores.
that!
Is
Do
it
you
the
know
same?
what these mystery
So,
games
Matt,
are?
Is that
I think it's
Is it done?
alternate box. Right?
that's
Is
what
that
was
done?
deleted
No,
already?
no,
Apparently.
So what we're going to show you guys today
Probably.
is
Is it-
we're
was
going
it
to show you
screenshots
kind of
too?
It was screenshots.
Yeah, the
near
actual
final
Twitter's
pack art, and so
Or
we're
so
very
someone
excited to
says.
share that.
They might
I
be
know
lying
you've been
because
working
the
up to
chat
this
lies.
moment for a very, very long time.
I didn't get this from the
Near
chat.
final, like how final is it?
Near final, I'd say like
Chat lies, people
98
die.
to 99%.
Ooh, that's
near
almost, that's pretty much
final.
there.
So yeah,
Okay.
we just want to keep kind of making
See, the
tweaks,
chat
making
wants
it
to be
look
helpful
awesome,
a lot,
and
so
just kind of
they'll
refining some of
believe
the details in
anything.
there.
I see. You
as
want to
well.
get it at its
maybe.
best.
To
So
impart that
you can all take
information.
a deep breath right now. Take
Link
a
to
deep
tweet.
breath.
I don't know.
Ready
Look
to
it
do
up.
this? You're gonna show off.
Google.
All right,
Google's your friend.
let's show off what this artwork looks like.
Here we go.
Mystery
Question
games.
marks. I love it.
Oh, guy holding a weapon.
That's what are those things
much
in the
more
sky?
What's going on here? What
You
am
see
I
them?
looking at?
Wait. So the dev team made a brand new piece of key art along with the Japanese
not
one.
floating.
That's actually a really nice piece of
I
art.
think
though.
so.
It's
Yeah,
not
just the
floating
first
His
point
pose
about
is
this.
super
This is a
awkward.
very, very special
That's
project.
him pulling
Kind of
his
for
sword off
everybody.
his-
So in the first
Super
time
awkward.
in history of Final
It's not
Fantasy
Death
main number
Stranding.
titles, this is the first time that anybody outside of the development team has worked on the front of box key art, and I think that's what's so special and such an honor to work on this. Yeah, and yeah,
That's
this
really
is what it
cool.
is.
It's really cool. It looks so different.
But I mean, Ryo, you've worked at the company for a while, and you worked on Final Fantasy 13. So you've seen kind of how the Japan team, the headquarters team works.
Yeah, I mean the dev teams are. I mean, this
Nope,
is their
still
baby.
nothing.
Like
Nothing.
the front of
Is
box
it sound
artwork
or is it just
represents
music?
the
This
game
is
that
the
they've been
biggest
working on
delay so
for
far.
years, and for them
Seems
to
almost
allow you
completely
to
silent.
do something that's different, it's a big step, and that's a huge undertaking. That's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it's
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it might
of
be
pressure.
bullshit, but I hope
14
it's
number
not.
titles leading into 15. Yeah.
14 titles. That's like 29 years.
I don't
if
know.
we do the math,
Like-
math.
Nah.
As much as I want, yeah,
We're gonna have to wait till
to-
2035.
like all joking
to
aside,
be
I
able
don't
to
mind being patient
get
and
another
enjoying
chance.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
'cause,
and I
like,
think
getting
that's
it
like
early
the
might
pressure
kinda
that I had
slow
on my
some of
shoulders the whole time
thing by,
of
like, you know,
working with the
already
team
getting it in
to
your
kind of
hands
come up
and
with
then, like, you
concepts
lose some of that
and take it
excitement
to
when it
finish.
actually comes out.
But that's the cool thing about BD2.
So then why did you
business
play the
adventure, is
Mirror's
that
Edge?
they're
Not
so
always, not
open-minded,
always.
and you had this
Not for
vision,
everything.
and you sold them on the
The first
vision,
Zelda
and they let
Probably
you
would
take it
be
away.
for
And that's,
Zelda, yeah.
I think that's what's cool about this.
Yeah. And so, yeah, again,
Like
I
I'm
said,
definitely
it's just an honor
like
to
Mirror's
work
Edge. I'm
with
gonna play and replay and replay, but like
real quick,
Zelda, I'm
what is
definitely
the
not
But,
gonna.
but here's my thing. It's like if I go to PAX East
What's the theme
that
that you
one
were
year
thinking about
and they
when
have
you were
Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, you're gonna
and-
fucking sit and do it.
so-
No, if it comes out a month
think-
later, I'm not gonna
I think when
stand
we
in
started,
line
we
for
just
like
really
Yeah,
wanted
2
to do
hours.
something
yeah, that's a waste of
But
time.
if it's
It's
like
a waste of
a little
time.
bit
if it's
more
like
unexpected,
If it's
something
a
we
year
did.
away,
2017,
then maybe I will.
I think without going
sure.
into every
so
minute
confirmed
excruciating
Zelda Breath of the
detail
Wild
we
has
did,
no
we
towns,
took our team
handful of
in
stray
LA
NPCs.
through every detail of Final Fantasy 15.
In that demo.
We took
Yeah,
it through each
okay.
one of the characters, their subtle differences.
No,
we took
no,
them through
in the
kind
game.
of the story
There are no
of the game,
towns
the
or
relationships
villages in any.
that there is. We took them
There are a
through kind of
handful
the
of
themes that we
NPCs.
want to make sure are covered. Like
That's
the
weird.
whole
Is
brotherhood
that-
theme,
Also,
the
they
brotherhood
claim
theme,
Link will
world,
not have any
and
sort
the
of
sense of scale
in-canon
and,
partner.
And really, what
that
we
we'll be
wanted to
exploring solo.
communicate
No towns,
is
period?
how fun and
Yeah.
how cool Final Fantasy 15 is
I-
going to be.
Now, did you
Much
just
like
drive
Dark
immediately at
Souls.
the vision?
You
Like, how
said
did you
all
get-
the
You
influences
watched
you
that game.
wanted.
So I have another gift.
Well, Dark Souls has
that
towns,
I brought
but
everybody.
it doesn't.
I guess,
Dark
yeah,
2
doesn't?
is the only
I don't
one that
know.
has a town.
Surprise.
there's
So
like
check this
places where
out.
people
Yeah,
are,
Yeah,
like
it's little
NPCs
hubs,
are.
yeah.
There's
Started
hubs.
Yeah, a
with
handful of NPCs.
over 50 concepts. It might have even been over 100 now
Over
thinking about
50
it. It's kind of crazy.
concepts.
But yeah, we started
Nobody cares about
with
the
just
quantity of
a
concepts.
number of different
the final art
ideas on
looks
how we
amazing.
want to
I
approach
do.
Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
It could be communicated.
I'm
to
glad
people
that
in
it's
so many
more than
different ways.
40.
This is what we had.
Okay, well, I take it back then.
Yeah.
Show us the ones you didn't use.
Alright, Nintendo's back. Get rid of Square.
I'm joined by my colleagues Ed,
I don't
Chico,
care.
Ray, and Bill on the end there. And we have a really special guest with us for this segment. Miyamoto-san has joined
Tell
us
us about what you did
to
to
talk
Paper
to us a little
Mario.
bit about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, earlier on today, Anuma-san stopped by and was talking to us about the different ways that this game kind of steps away from what people might think about as the traditional Zelda conventions. But what we'd love to talk about with you, Miyamoto-san, is how we're actually getting back to the roots of the original Legend of Zelda game here.
以前ゼルダの青沼さんに来ていただいて
He's like asking him about the weather.
If only there wasn't so much noise.
それに対して今回それもあるんですけどさらに初代ゼルダに戻ったというのも言えるんではないでしょうか。
そうですね。ゼルダの当たり前を見直したって言って
I will kidnap you.
壊すとか言ってるんですけど、実は
Like I kidnapped
ゼル
Paper
ダの
Mario's
シリー
fun
ズが積み上げられてい
and
って、
characters.
でタクトが出て使い物ソードになりっていう流
I'm
れ
better
の
at
中
making
で
Pikmin than
ど
ever
んどんと
though.
ゼルダがもともと持ってた自由なアドベンチャー
One time I went in the forest and got
損
lost.
なわれて
For years.
This was the inspiration for Wii
まあ
Music.
それを原点に戻そうということにもある。
Fling my turd at this
So, you know, we
camera
talked
and you would all
about
love it.
reimagining the convention.
Drink
So,
it up.
But really, as the series progressed, there's a lot of more added features. Like if you look at the last Skyward Sword, and as we started doing that, we realized that the game was becoming more and more sequential. So what we really wanted to go back to was the original spirit of Zelda, which was actually freedom.
Yeah, Fuck that.
So we're starting this segment off for those of you who maybe missed the morning segment.
Like,
you'll see
I already
the
slept.
Good that we can discuss that quickly.
I already slept last night.
doing
I don't
that
need
for
to
a
watch a
very
Monster
specific
Hunter
purpose.
stream.
But one of the things that we saw early this morning at the beginning was that once again the game starts by Link waking up, and I was curious why Link always wakes up to begin the game.
いや、まず今日ね、世界中でこの 中継を見てもらってる人たちは経験することできないですからね、まあ、朝と同じようなシーンを見てもらうことになるかもわかんないですけども、まあ、今言ったように本当に裸で始まります。で、最初のゼルダも何もないところから始まったんです。
Probably. Or it'll make you auto grab the ledge.
Well, you jumped off the thing to the lake
there's a specific reason we're doing that. So, in the original Zelda, there was this, just like in the original Zelda, you start off with really nothing much on yourself.
You start off with nothing.
The grab is a good idea. Thank you. Super Mario とかを遊んで、まあ、
I love his little aqua shorts. He's like from free.
一体何をしていいのかわからないって。でモニター
Old, disgusting, crust-filled
まだリンクは剣持ってたんですけども、じゃあもう剣も外して本当にわからないところから自分で考えて遊ぶことが分かりやすくしようというので剣を同時に振れるように変更したという歴史がある。
So, when the original Zelda came out at the time, people were used to games like Mario where you just play through the levels that come
When the
up,
original Zelda came out at the time,
and
everyone
you
told
had
me it would be a
feedback
huge
that,
failure.
you were tossed into this field
And
with
it
a
was.
shield and sword and, weren't given any directions, so it was kind of confusing. So we thought, let's just take it
I
all the
still
way. We'll
have
just remove
over
the shield and the
100
sword
million
as well
gold
and start from
cartridges
there
in my
where the
house
old man gives
that
you
were
the sword. That's what we
unsold.
did.
Every day I weep.
It's interesting for us.
My house is built
I'm
of
wondering if you could talk a little bit about your vision of 30 years ago with all the technology that's happened since, and sort of the concepts and ideas that you've been able to see these teams develop now over that time.
There's no Gorons in that? You tell me there's no fucking Goron tribe hanging out on Death Mountain?
Maybe not. Maybe they're all dead.
この世界そのものが再現されて
This is really impressive though, because unless they have, they probably have other studios helping, like they normally do with their big games, but this is Nintendo's first internal game of this kind of visual scale.
I'd say the effort to scale is probably the closest thing probably at the time, for what they had coming off of
I guess, but even Mario 64 was like 30 guys.
And you kind of had to put that in imagination as you were playing along. But now,
like the scale is
don't
really
need
on
that
a different
illustration.
world.
This vast world ahead of you, it surpasses the illustration. And now you can actually walk and do things in that in this world that's come to life.
Like Mario
we actually
64
have
would be a
that
bare
original
fraction.
illustration here from the original manual.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Right, you see Link.
Is that the highest quality scan you've got of that?
That's the best.
Maybe they would have gotten a better one if they didn't kill the
You can
artist.
actually see the same
So that no
mountain,
one can
the same
recreate
twin
this.
peaks. We have them right on screen here now.
This is Shigeru's decree.
In that original illustration.
Oh wow, they timed
here
it.
in the world of Breath of the Wild.
That's sick.
It's really interesting how that captures
Like Miyamoto just
sense
like
of
with some of the
excitement, not
artists'
only
work,
looking
he's
over
like
this
very
cliff, but
good
also when you're on
work,
the edge of the
and then the
plateau,
artist just
you're
feels a
looking at all
blaze
the space that you
on
do
his
want to get
throat.
to explore.
And of course, as
Your work will be
the
remembered
NES game
forever.
starts with
But
an old
not
man who gives you a sword. You
God.
start off in a field and you walk into a cave to get the sword. In this game, you start in a cave and you walk out into a field. So it's almost like it's reversed.
And he just starts laughing for like 10 minutes straight. And Beltran's head just pops off.
Instruction or tutorial at the beginning of the original Legend of Zelda.
No.
Was it a similar reason that you
I
didn't
weep
give a lot
every
of
night.
story information at the beginning and you kind of dropped the player into this
Please
world
stop smiling
without
at
telling
me.
them anything about what's going on around
Why are
them?
you smiling? Paper Mario colors.
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with that, but I
didn't get that impression at all. I thought you liked those latest Paper Mario games.
Now you're really bad. You're making me feel really bad. It's my big least favorite.
I'm not sure if I've said this, but I lament the fact that there's no new Prince of Persia games. Did you know this about me? I am upset at it.
Wooly at least got Phantom Souls.
We got that reboot.
That fake DMC that's not even DMC.
I got that reboot show you always wanted.
That reboot show.
I'll tell you what.
Reboot Guardian Code game too.
I got the
where
Titanfall
there's a
multiplayer
lot of
show.
explanation by different NPCs.
You got Mirror's
to tell
Edge
who
too,
you
so
are and what your role is.
Yeah,
so
isn't
we
it
went back
great
to
with
the
the
origins
tether
of Zelda and to
I
discover
think some of that gameplay looks too like
thrown into
doctored
this
to
world,
be too
and as
cool.
you're trying
I think they should make it
do that amount of
Well,
stuff.
I think they should put out a patch that makes it less
you
good.
are and what
You
you
could already
I
double
think
jump.
the biggest problem is that it looks good.
You could already double jump, boost jump, and
The
wall
NES
run.
Zelda
Yeah.
game was every time
The
you
Now you
tether
can
and all the
fucking
other-
maneuver
well, you started the
gear
game
on
and you
top
could
of
just
that.
go off
Yeah.
in any direction, which we
Get the
see
fuck
Chico
out.
doing
It's
here,
little
heading
game.
off in a different direction from where I
This is like
started
a
from
more
earlier in the
forest
game.
area. We haven't seen one of these yet, really,
But the other
have we?
thing is that
they wanted
on every
to do
screen
one.
there was
With,
movement.
the Wolflink.
Every time you
Oh,
entered
yeah,
the
you're right.
screen,
Yeah,
there
my
were
bad, my
enemies
bad.
on the screen,
There's
and
been
they
a
were
couple
milling
hours
about or
content.
shooting arrows, or if they were
I wanted
aquabats,
to pan out to
shooting
be
rocks.
noted. He's just got his
And you
like,
have
head
that
in
same
his
sense
hands,
here,
he's
but
just
in this
shaking
case,
his
the
head. He's
movement
like,
is
no.
coming from the
I
natural
wanted them
world.
to put less
with the
story
wild
and
animals
less
like the boars. You see
More
the
music,
leaves
more Wii music.
kind of floating through the air.
More weird control
and you'll
schemes
notice
that-
things
Bill
like
comes up behind him with a
squirrels and lizards
syringe
running
and
around
shoves
on
it
the
in his
ground.
neck, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm fine now."
I'm fine now.
Sorry.
敵だったんですけど、今回ではまあ動きもまた同じような動き
Please
なんですけど、
understand.
それは敵ではなく自然のものであったりが多いです。
He's got the world on his back now. He's gotta carry it all.
半端な数もすごい多いですし、でこれ昔から我々8ビットのねこう平
I
面の
guess
スク
they're
リ
like
ー
we
ンを
have to
使
have
い
some
ながらゲ
footage
ームを
showing
作ってるんだけ
Kansas
ど
how it's
足
talking
音
and so it's like
がそれらしく聞こえる
Just go
いろんな
through the demo
足音をつけたりして雰囲気はですよもう本当に今
Yeah,
絵も
we're
ですけ
gonna
ど
show a
も
dungeon
音も
already,
含
like a
め
real
て
dungeon,
すご
like a
く
full fat
自然に自
thing.
分が自然の中にいるっていうのを書けるようになりましたね鳥が鳴きましたね
So
Maybe
this
there
is, you heard the birds
are no
there.
towns
In
because
original
the
Zelda, we were
towns are
looking at
never
obviously
existed.
2D screen. That's what we were working
The old
with.
towns are in the
And
dark
so
world.
to create some depth, we did
Maybe
things
you
with the audio, like
legends.
having
You are
different
a dark
footsteps
world.
with
And
different
they are the
surfaces to create that depth.
Zelda.
But now everything's there, not only visually but
What are
orally.
you gonna
too.
do,
So it's
Link?
really just you're
You
it's like
know?
you're in the wilderness.
What are you gonna
You're
do?
just experiencing
You're
it
the
for
last
yourself.
one, and the new people have
you.
taken over.
You have to Minecraft your town.
Chico,
Yeah.
you're pretty good.
Craft minded.
You are the monster in the modelings
Please
of
don't
the
pressure me,
new
Mr.
You have to steal moblin babies and raise them as your own.
Yeah.
You know, I usually
I'll raise this moblin baby to hate its own kind.
That farmer's tools that you stole, that was actually a moblin farm.
If I did, yeah, I'd use Haha, now I have it.
So I wonder, Yimoto-san, if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about the extent of
It's like in the full version, you pick up some arrows, and it says that once, and then you pick up more arrows, it just goes beep, and you got it.
まあいつもと同
Because
じ
I've
ようにね
noticed,
最
I think
近
it's
僕
like every
Yeah,
time
not like
you
in
pick up
fucking
a
Twilight Princess movies, the original Twilight Princess.
Yeah, but it seems like with every piece of everything you pick up, I think I've noticed. Oh no, when she's picking up those arrows that are getting shot at her, she wasn't acting. Oh, cool.
ディレクティングをしてるというところまで入ってたんですよ今回はね本当にリンクの基本的な動きとか自然とのやり取りとかそれから特に本当に自然に見えるかどうかという監修とか
Little shoulder
そういうところに
charge.
徹してて
I think he jumped. I think he jumped and canceled out of his move, so he like only hit the first few frames of his attack, and so it looked like some sort of shoulder thing.
Yeah,
So there's a bunch of
プログ
Persona
ラマーとかデザイナーがみんなで
events
これを作っ
happening,
て
but
くれて
they're not being streamed.
So, you know,
Cool.
I think my position will end up being
Well, we can't stream
executive
those.
producer on this title as well. But
Yeah.
I have been in the
That's
past.
nothing.
But in past
Gameplay will
Zelda
not be
titles, I took on a lot of
No
different roles
game
as
talk
well.
will not
You
be
know,
streamed.
even
Do not
though
get
as executive
Gameplay
producer, I did a lot of
anti-stream.
things that maybe a
Gameplay
director
not
wouldn't.
streamed.
What's
But
an
this time
anti-stream?
around,
Signing
my
session.
involvement
It's
is
where you
really
take down
focused
other
on
streams.
just making sure that Link's movement is
Tokyo
natural
Mirage
and his
sessions
interaction with the
will be on the
environment,
Treehouse,
with
but
nature is natural, and that it's all
Tomorrow.
smooth
Tomorrow.
experience. And really, all the
more
details,
Persona
I've
shit
left it really up to
So
Mr.
there you
Aonuma
go.
and
Rumors of Persona
Mr.
streams are
Fujibayashi,
lies.
and of course
This
all
is
the
known.
designers and
People
programmers.
are just going
you know,
like the
this is a really
schedule's been up for a long
collaborative
time,
effort
like
on everyone's
it's
behalf.
all been known.
And then I also
so there's nothing
look after
new.
the financials.
People are just like people who weren't paying attention are just looking
When
at the
Chico was
schedules for
fighting
the
the
first
problem
time.
with the
and
axe
going, oh my
your
god!
approach would have
Well,
been
people that
probably
are
to
Like all the
act
people
easily.
telling us that Kadokawa was
Tell us a
on
bit
at
more about
12:30. and I
how
said,
your
no,
approach
they
has
were
been
not.
as you play this game.
People that are at E3 that have whatever special occurrence might be seeing P5 right now. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, well, I'll ask my friend.
Before you jump into that, I just have to point out how much this reminds me of the original meat item in the original NES Zelda game.
Thanks for that scintillating fucking commentary there, Bill. This reminds me of a thing from a Zelda game. Yeah.
Guess where you are.
Oh,
I didn't notice.
Guess where your job is.
job is Zelda.
Cancel your clothes.
All other games canceled. Nintendo announces all other games canceled. NX canceled. Zelda Wii U to be only product forever.
You know, before this,
Bill
this
Trinin's
started,
jokes
you
are
can
only
you can
product.
probably take on Ganon with just as
Stock
he is in the
sales
news. And
fly.
you really can do that. That's how much freedom this game offers. So you can use all different kinds of weapons for all different kinds of enemies. You can take
Oh,
their
why?
weapons
You like
and
a
use
million
them against
items.
them. So it really does.
You can double
open
check
up
it once
any
on
kind of
Google to
gameplay
see if
style
there's
that
like
you
a.
prefer.
And I don't want to get.
It also
I don't wanna
opens
say
up a
things
lot
that'll
of
make,
different
We
don't wanna
possibilities
multi-stream
in
a
terms
third
of how you
stream.
want to approach
A little
things
wind
like
acting up.
combat
Or
or,
get- or get mad
puzzle
like
solving.
Roland
You know,
for nothing
in
right now.
certainly the more recent 3D Zelda games,
What?
generally when you found
Gotta
yourself
roll that
faced with
around
a
the
puzzle,
room.
there's one
Yeah, that's
solution.
how you get me to move.
Whereas in this game, even
Someone
as
said
we've been playing in the
Spider-Man
Treehouse,
was on Sony.
we
It's
found
like
that
it's
different
not
people have very different approaches
You know
in terms
what?
of how they want to try
It
to solve
might be
puzzles.
worth checking
And I
out.
think
I actually
Chico
like
is
did
taking a
That's a
slightly
Sony
different
stream.
approach.
I think we need
here
multiple
to,
people
how she
checking
wants
it
to
out
deal
at
with
every single
combat.
second.
Actually, now we're here.
Yeah, I doubt it when I just read a thing saying like there's
There's
not
nothing.
showing
Here,
up.
the wind is going towards the enemies who just use the fire to take it back to where the enemy is.
Everyone's a liar.
We're just trying to
Everyone
figure out how
likes to
it's
lie to be
interesting
part
all
of
in
the
the original
team.
Legend of
To be
Zelda
part
as
of the stream.
To be part of this.
That's right. This is I think the
Everyone's
first time in a while
lying
that
to
Link is
be
able
on
to use
stream.
really fire as a weapon in
If
a lot
you
of
have a good
different
stream,
ways. And
tell
the
us
original
about it.
NES Zelda game,
Yeah.
you
Watch
could
that
bushes
instead.
and find things there. And I'm sure a lot of
I really
a
hope
lot
they
of
go to
all
a
of you
dungeon
probably
or
spend a lot of
something,
time.
I
burning
think at
every
this
bush
point
in the
we've
game.
seen probably a solid hour, if
Especially
not
Bill.
more, of just walking around.
Bill loves
Looks
burning.
good, but
I think a dungeon segment would actually be written
So I
down.
think
saying
maybe what we were going to do
dungeon
here is
If you missed the
switch
tweet and
to a
retweet,
slightly different
we
save
are going
format,
to put out a podcast
and
Nope.
we're going to
later on
look at a slightly
because of
different
this
area
stream.
of
We're
the
doing this
plateau
today.
here.
We're doing this
okay, they're
today.
switching to a different city.
So I'm curious, Miyamoto-san, as we're
No,
moving
I'm
on
just
to
letting
another
people
section of
that
the
are
game,
asking about the podcast.
Oh,
it must be a
yeah.
really
We
interesting
put out a tweet about it,
experience
but
having been
we're gonna get
involved
it
in
later
the
tonight.
series for this long and over this many iterations. Have you found that there are things that you wished you could have had in the original Legend of Zelda game that you've been able to
probably
realize
a
over the course of
bunch.
the series?
今までいろいろなゼルダと携わ
Yeah,
って
we
きた
didn't make a single Zelda game
今
between
回
now and
ね
then, so
初代のゼルダでできなかったことを組み込みたかったっていうのはあるんです
Apparently, it is there, but it's just a trailer.
いやし
The Spider-Man
現場
trailer,
のメンバー
literally.
プログラマー
Well, that wasn't even a full trailer. It was like a teaser
自
of
然を
like
そのまま
3 scenes.
自然として作り直そうということにすごいチャレンジをしてて僕はこのネタがこうなるというよりそれ全体
Oh,
が
I think they're confirming the Okama Game Sphere
こ
will
の部分
support
のアイデアを
this.
こうして作ってくれって言ったことはなくて現場がどんどんものを作っていくっていう感じです
You know, the programmers and the designers, instead of kind of trying to make one spec or one feature available, they try to really recreate nature as it is within the game. And within that step, there's a lot of things that came up. And so there wasn't anything that I specifically requested. It all came
Do you
from
want
the
me to
development.
get that as the
I
multi?
mean,
programmers,
they're
the
just
They're not
designers.
doing it. There's nothing new.
They're talking to Insomniac guys, so they might reveal details.
大きなものが出来上がってきてる方
Oh
に
my god,
ものが
up
進んでい
next
くんで
is
すけど
hashtag Tomb
意
Raider
外と
20.
その
Fuck that. Fuck that.
ってなんとなく雰囲気でわかるとかね
So now, as we're trying to create this massive world, we noticed that
Oh, yeah.
During that step, we realized a lot of the
Absolutely
small,
nothing new.
minute details are being polished as well. So when you're playing the game, you know there's all these details and things that you just kind of notice and stumble upon. For example, like you know when you look at pieces of rock or stone, some of them
You need
kind
one of those,
know
like,
that you can't move, and some of them look
broadcaster,
suspiciously
like, rooms where you have, like, a
movable,
wall
and you
to
just kind of have
use.
this feeling.
Yeah, like where a
Just don't have
villain looks
anything.
at their shit.
Headquarters.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, we need a base.
We need.
Just line it
We'll
all
never
up.
get one.
Definitely is
That's
such
the
a
only way to do it.
rich,
I suppose
Maybe
we could set it up
feels so
somewhere.
good. Bill bringing up the chunk of meat looking.
And now we're back to cars,
one
so
from the
that's
NES
it.
reminded
Great.
me of,
Love
you know,
cars.
That was one of my first great video
No
games as a
Spider-Man.
kid
Love the feel of
was
the leather.
going
I
into
can
False
find.
information,
that cave scene
people
with
don't
the
know.
rubble and being like, oh,
Stream
okay, there's
lies,
a puzzle,
everyone
this is
dies.
something to figure out, and then remembering because I had the manual memorized at that point because that was all the literature we had back
What are you
then.
doing?
I was like, oh, I bet you he's hungry. Oh, there's meat there. It's just like my first little light bulb going on. I still remember that.
No, Capcom streaming Mario 7. We don't want to watch it because we want to play.
We are going to do a video for the channel of it.
Hey Jay, if you're around, do you want to put up an FAQ for the stuff?
Yeah, this was an
Yeah.
example here again of the original NES Zelda game. sometimes there were those conspicuous spots where you knew you could place a bomb. In that game, sometimes you had to tap the wall to see if the sound was different. But here in Breath of the Wild, it's really interesting because they've done such a very good job, as Miyamoto was pointing out, of
bomb areas
how
and stuff like that
the walls are designed in a way that they give you a little bit of a hint that maybe you can blow it up. But there have also been plenty of times where I've had to experiment and see if it actually can happen.
Yeah, it's kind of a gut feeling you have when you look at it.
So I'm curious, Miyamoto-san, have you been surprised as you watch a bunch of the dev team play this
Yeah,
game,
there is
seeing the different approaches they take,
unless it's
or
like
maybe them playing the game in ways that other members of the team didn't expect?
Friday the 13th. Looked a little stiff.
Did you see the foot massage? Almost Friday the 13th stream. So it was a Friday the 13th stream. It was the first thing in E3, I think, or it was just after Deus Ex. And there was a guy getting a foot massage in a foot massage machine during the stream on a table. It was kind of fucked up.
Let's do something wacky. Alright.
When are you going to load up that second save data that you spoke about?
I turned on the volume, or rather I told Liam to, and he did, so I think we'll catch up in a couple seconds. Gotcha.
You know, so I actually haven't beat the game, so there's a lot that I'm still discovering as well. But, you know, I'm just looking at some of the development team play this, you know, how they use different types of vehicles and what weapons to use when they're riding those vehicles.
Sorry, vehicles?
Also like the horse, basically. And also, you know, when if you're really good at
vehicle
earlier, you can go into the slow motion effect. So seeing that kind of high-level gameplay is really, I learned a lot from it.
Here's that shot, pretty much.
But can you kick flip off the horse then do it?
Probably.
Yeah. You guys not have horses working? Because you had like Rider, Link, Amiibo sitting next to you.
So, you know, even with climbing, you got to keep an eye out for the stamina gauge, so you make sure that you have places to rest when you're going up. And, or maybe you could just go all the way around and go from the back. And likewise, when you're maybe attacking the enemy camp,
a question like, are there heart pieces in the game is a lot better question to ask than, is there anything in the original NES Zelda you wish you could have done?
And as more and more features get unlocked, there's a lot of more ways to play the game and, you know, solve these puzzles.
Now, Miyamoto-san, one of the inspirations that you had for The Legend of Zelda came from your early days.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that.
Talk about
I think the pace of this presentation is way too slow. I think it's actually turning me off more than anything else.
Because they're not talking about a specific subject.
And they're not showing anything new at this
They're just
point.
like, we have to have Miyamoto come out of his coffin and talk.
And we'll just meander around on screen in areas we've already seen.
Yeah. So, like, is there anything else that's like actually scheduled for Zelda?
They said they're going to load up another save data that's further in the game. So,
So, you know, when I was a child, I was in the Boy Scout and I used to go do hiking and orienteering.
I used to go into the mountains and freeze my ass off until I got my green tunic
cleared
on.
up into this beautiful
Is that a boat down there? Looks like a boat.
A scene similar to that in original Zelda. It brought me back to that. And
Show off the vista another time.
God, do you think there's a sea around the fucking continent?
Maybe.
That'd be amazing if you could, like, sail out to sea.
To find line back.
Yeah. And then the cannon becomes really fucked. Look, there's a little bathtub right there.
There's a little boat right there. We haven't seen boats yet.
You know, and when you're climbing a mountain, you have a destination, but then something strikes your interest, so you kind of go off
like a
the
boat.
path.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of interesting things.
Yes.
You start to wonder, wait,
it's a raft.
am I supposed to go back? Am I going to be able
Good
to
enough.
But
Good enough.
that
It's a
kind of
raft.
feeling is recreated
A boat's
here.
a raft.
And what's great about this game
A boat
is
is a boat.
within a short period of time, you're able to really explore a lot, and there's a lot to explore in this.
That tunic kind of
one
looks
of the
like
things that I
classic,
love about the game
A little
is that
bit.
just
Or it
like
doesn't
the
really
original NES Zelda game, it's
go down very-
it's
It
very
doesn't have a
easy
hat
to
and
kind of
anything,
wander
yeah.
off your
Yeah,
path
that's
or
true,
get
eh?
lost in the world
No
and find
headgear.
yourself
Oh,
in an
so you
area
control
where
the,
the enemies are way
Oh,
beyond
yeah,
your
of
skill
course.
level. And then you've got to decide if you want to try to fight it out or if you want to try to turn around
Why?
and attack.
初代のに自由に行けるのでちょっと強すぎるところにも行ってしまってどうやって戻るか分かんなくなって
Wait, it's a
Smack.
weapon?
You can
Okay.
smack people with it, or you can gust.
Alright, well,
If you
keep
charge it,
smacking.
you...
So, yeah, just
So Chico's
Just trying to
waving
blow it
the
around the edge, but then
fan
if you
to,
stop doing the charge attack, it doesn't do
round
anything.
here.
Oh my
No,
god.
no, it might do something this time.
今度進む自分で進める引っかかってる
Has this guy not played this game before?
こ
Like,
れ今物理と計算
He has to get himself
Fuck.
off these, like,
just keep blowing it. Why are you even using the charge attack?
とか内輪で仰ぐとかいうネタはいろいろあるんですけども今回そう
Yeah,
いう
you looked away when he did the charge attack like 6 times in a row.
漫画のようなこと
It
を
might have worked.
本物の物理でやるとすごい新しい魅力があるんですねこんなこと起こるわけないんですけど嘘のような本当をやる
You know, like when Chico was
I've
stuck
never
there,
felt such a
it's 'cause of
divine
the physics
thrill.
engine of this game.
No
But
king
then,
of red
you know,
lions.
obviously you can't actually swing a fan and propel yourself on a raft. And these are all kind of comic book-like effects. But taking that and applying that into a physics engine creates this whole new experience. It's very fun to watch.
Of
Is
course,
it?
in the original NES Zelda game, Link somehow had a raft that he carried around.
Yeah, I was
with
gonna
him.
say there used to be a raft.
But in this case, you'll have to find the raft in the lake and ride it across.
そうですねだから見つけたのにうちは持ってない
Yeah, maybe if you touch this water, since it's in the frozen area, you'll just fucking die.
back.
What was that? Now you can
I think he
combo
just did
it.
a second swing. I think he just swung twice in his succession or something.
Maybe a budding
There
interest
you
in
go.
hiking and maybe joining you on a trip. I think
Oh,
that
okay.
15
Yeah,
field
you
trips
got it.
would be amazing once everybody's had a chance to play this
This is an area someone got to, like, no problem, by, like, just walking.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's kind of dumb if you can just jump off a height and float down to the
Maybe hide copies
entire.
of the game and they have to go hunt them out on the mountain.
So, like, what you would need to bow is to, like, reach an island.
I was gonna say you can't get him until you get 4 of his
Chico's on it.
skiers.
Good.
The glider.
Good job.
They confirmed that before.
Is Polygon playing this?
Is anyone playing this?
You know, when I use arrows to fight enemies, I always make sure to pick up all the arrows that I use.
特にミスして打ったやつは後から拾って集めて
Especially the ones that I miss. I
That
go
ice choo
back and
choo is
grab
like gearing up for its final attack.
敵にわざと打たせて
Why'd you eat 3 steaks?
Because
Or when I start running out of arrows, I let
He's
the
never played
enemies
this
shoot
game
arrows
before.
at me and then go and grab those and make them my own.
すごい慎重なプレー
I'm very cautious player.
It's very economical.
Absolutely.
It may surprise you,
Shiguru's
but
getting a
I'm
big
somewhat of a
fright.
reckless player.
You can just chop trees with
cutting this tree right now is a good idea.
It takes a few way more hits than it does with the axe. But
Yeah.
Oh, you turned it into wood.
Firewood here.
I don't know if I have flint though.
Like,
This is actually
like
one of the other
Zenyatta,
things that I love about the
Shiguru
game.
just
is
gives
that,
off an
you know,
aura of
certainly
fear.
in the original 8-bit Zelda game,
into
the
the
team that
eyes.
did a good job of using the limited color palettes and the limited graphics at the
Fucking
time to
race.
depict a very fully realized world with a lot of different terrain. And we see that again here in Breath of the Wild, but to an exponential
More
degree.
snowboarding.
And you see it just in the style of trees that we've seen so far.
I really
with,
think
the
like a
forest
40-minute
down
Nintendo
below
Direct
to
would have been
the fir trees up here in the mountains. It's really
They're kind of
impressive.
improvising.
No, an hour and a half Nintendo Direct with 40 minutes was all
Like the first part when
Yeah.
Bill had like a goal and a clear objective to show stuff.
But now they're literally just walking and then stopping and then walking.
Which is
and
kind of
stopping.
how the Xenoblade thing is too.
Yeah, well, that was a treehouse thing
森に行く
too.
とキノコがたくさんある
All the treehouse. That's why I never watched the treehouse lives because that's all it is. It's like mediocre gameplay of games that you can't see yet. You can't play yet, but
かかった
Okay, good. I
It goes
wanted to
without
see
saying,
more
but
of this
it
action.
really is. This game is so beautiful. It looks so good.
本当に美しいゲームですね。
いいんだな。I guess I might use the
it
card
looks like
so
what
I
he's
can
doing
go.
right now is
Yeah.
literally pointless.
Miyamoto-san,
Yeah, that's
since
right,
you were talking
about-
about the fact that you've been really involved in making sure that all the animations
And now he's running
really
back
good.
to wherever he was
Talk a little bit
before.
about the temperature system and your thoughts on that, because that's really interesting as far as how it affects Link as he's traveling through the world.
先ほどリンクが自然に動けるっていうのを
Speaking of giving up, let me know when you want to give up.
Look, Link's chilly.
が愛用されるのについてお話
He's real chilly. Look at them nips. Why? We already saw this.
I think they're just showing this off.
But see, here's the problem. Is like Miyamoto's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna talk about Zelda, and like he doesn't know what they've already shown.
But also the person presenting is just not doing anything else. Like.
You know, so this is actually an idea that came out just entirely from the directors and the development team. So as, for example, as you're
This
climbing
idea
a
for this
mountain,
video
the higher
game
you go,
came
the higher you
directly
go,
from the
the
development
colder it
team of
gets.
this
So you
video
have to
game.
prepare yourself by eating food that
Miyamoto's not
gives
even
you
charging
cold
this type of
resistance.
like.
And this game
Yeah,
has
you see, it's a completely different diet.
Yeah, it's not Aonuma either. It's the Minish Cap
and so
guy.
that helps you prepare for any kind of
Minish Cap guy's also
Skyward
got a
Sword.
Skyward Sword.
and then
Yeah.
so there's a element of preparing yourself by having the right clothes, and there's also an element of preparing yourself
I
by
never heard
eating
you
the
talk
right
about
food.
Minish Cap that much.
I like Minish Cap. It's not as good as the Oracles and Link's Awakening as far as I'm concerned. Minish Cap's good.
Oh, no, you're serious? Because I think he talks about Minish Cap all the time.
No, he talks about Link's Awakening all the time.
And the Oracle games, you're right. Yeah, you mentioned that.
The most interesting thing about Minish Cap, I think, is the different sword skills you can get similar to Wind Waker. But they're like 2D, which is kind of neat. Oh no, sorry, you get the sword skills in Twilight Princess, but you have a similar training
Mr.
partner.
Miyamoto, was
as
there
Wind Waker,
anything else you
and they
wanted to
kinda mix
add
those two
in
together,
terms of the
and get a bunch of
stories
skills
of the
and shit.
development of the
The actual
game,
Minish thing is kind of
or
nothing.
anything
It's
related
just
to this
small.
game?
So the areas are scaled to you, so
He's gonna fucking fall.
そうですね。いろいろ現場とやり取りをして、結構ね、僕
Are you gonna climb back up?
食べ物の材料の種類とかすごい多いんですね。で、アイテムの数
Yeah,
も
that was
す
the
ごい
right
多い。
answer.
でそれをこうこの組み合わせ、この組み合わせて、いろんな組み合わせを楽しむっていうのはみんな好きみたいで、僕その面倒くさくて嫌っていうふうに結構対立しながら作ってたんですけども、まあだんだんとこう仕上がってくると。
Is that how you guys feel when we film a bad episode of something?
Yep.
Sorry about that last episode of Twilight Princess. That's
Sorry about that last episode of whatever we're doing.
ルピーに置き換えたりしながら、本当にバランスのいいゲームになってきたと思います。
You know,
Sorry
so
about
you
me.
know, there's a lot of back and forth with the dev team, and there's a lot of items, a lot of ingredients that you can collect.
Sorry about the
and
whole
I'm kind of a
Resident
lazy
Evil 4
person, so it's
Sorry
kind of
about the
painful to,
channel.
Mess with all
Yeah,
that.
let's just
So
shut
there's
it
a little
all
back
down.
and forth with the
Shut it
development
all
team,
down.
but
You'll be
as
less
it's becoming,
disappointed.
more and more enjoyable, I realize it's a lot of fun, a lot of
In
good
the
games
end,
out
it's
there.
better for
And
you
there's
this
a-
way.
There's
Yeah.
really a lot you can do with all of the options that you have.
Oh,
in
that's
this game.
cool.
See, this is a more fun thing to show. Even if we've already seen it, it's still kind of
computer's dying or something made a noise.
Nice
Yeah,
match,
that's a
Chico.
laptop noise.
No, it's still got a bunch of batteries. Yeah.
No, I think it means his unforgivable porn is infecting the computer.
It's really cool to see all the moving connecting.
And plugged in.
And I hope you enjoy maybe taking a walk through the booth if you haven't already now.
Show a simple boss. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna switch save file hopefully now.
You're very good, Chico.
Please announce that someone has dumped the demo on the internet so we can just download it and play it ourselves.
Another of the shrines that you can check
That'd
out on
be
the
dope.
plateau, so please stay tuned.
Another of the shrines that you can check out on the plateau.
Not gonna. Well, yeah. We'll see what happens.
What?
I'm reading. So if you're saying something and I have a response to it, I'll give it to you. But like,
Most of the time, Willie doesn't have a response.
that's what's up.
Oh, we might have some cool stuff to look at though in the meanwhile. Yeah, I'd say we have some kind of neat stuff to look at in the meanwhile.
What you got cooking?
Fire alarm.
Fire
alarm is back
Fire
on.
bosses. Cinder
yeah, I need
lords.
the keyboard. Why? There we go. There's two little
Why
things.
are you so dead? I'm not dead. I had an energy drink. I'm fine. A little tired, but still got a lot of work to do. We're gonna be recording the RE7 demo right after this.
No, we're not.
No, we're fucking not.
All right. Well, yeah.
We were
Pat's
told
sleeping.
that we
That's
we
true.
weren't.
Then we're gonna be doing the podcast.
Oh,
and-
girls confirmed. That's new. I'll play as a girl instead of a guy.
Show us more details about the mini buys.
Dude, this game is gonna be packed with mini buys. It is a free to play game, so.
Yeah.
fly.
Let it mini fly.
Favorite conference was Sony, clearly.
Yeah, Sony, definitely.
I don't know, the Fire Joe conference was a little more exciting.
That feels good.
No.
No.
First boss.
Yeah, we played against this boss. No penetrator.
No, he is not. In fact, I would say he's a normal enemy in about 2 rooms.
Yeah, after that.
There's some gameplay, but we're not gonna.
We know the RE demo's out.
It's 9
What are
minutes.
those
It's 9
5
minutes,
for?
so let's skim it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, we'll skim it.
A psychonaut.
This is the VR.
A
game.
real psychonaut. Me, Raz. After dreaming about it all my life, I'm finally a psychonaut on an actual mission. Rescuing not just anybody,
after the beginning
but
of
the grand
Psychonauts
head of
2,
the
or-
psychonauts himself, Truman Zanato, who just happens to be the father of my girlfriend. I mean,
So you see how we were
I
kinda
think
getting
she's my
bored
girlfriend.
watching the Zelda movie?
There was that kiss,
Yeah.
but it's not like we've had the talk or anything. But hey, she said it first.
Yeah.
Darling,
Turn
Didn't she?
it down.
Rasputin, sweetie.
I'm gonna start skimming this shit more
Mia.
aggressively in a second.
Hello, darling. I just wanted to make sure that you're all.
Let's get to some gameplay stuff.
here.
I mean, this is in an engine, obviously, but
This is the
Is there gameplay or is it just an experience?
no, it's supposed to be a game.
Sorry, little busy right now. No time for camp business.
This is was that SpongeBob?
This concerns the
So load out.
unbelievable.
No, this is the game.
There should be actual gameplay, but
Shania! Don't mess this up,
Did
Rasputin.
they ever describe what this was in like a press release or anything?
not really.
Okay,
He's
so
going.
this
He's
is-
going.
Wow.
Oh, he switched minds.
So this is how Sasha sees the world.
Well, not usually from so.
My eyes. Fascinating.
It is a pre-alpha.
Oh, you get to use your telekinesis and shit. Yeah, of course, that would be the game mechanic.
Willy Zelda, yay or nay? Yay.
Yay! Absolutely nay. But this presentation is not.
That last segment was not like that great.
Sorry.
Like just because
Oh, he's
of,
asking
like,
you to
the,
hand
like,
him
the
some shit.
pacing of like the whoever was playing was like the worst
Why
one of
is
all.
Willie's always
Salty
been
Bad
better at
Friday
burning.
Revelator? Because we had to record it, and we had to record it like yesterday.
Either I'm too freaked out or too.
We were overdue for a Salty Bad.
Okay, so you just blast. You use your telekinetics all over the place to do stuff.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll be kind of fun. I guess it's all in the writing at that
Wait,
point.
Skylanders, yay or nay? I've never played it.
You should.
Uh,
You should try one of them. Just any one of them.
I'm not really
Not
interested. though.
really interested.
Yeah, like
Maybe you'll fall in love.
maybe, but like I've never seen
doubt it.
anything
That's
from
good.
it that's made me go,
This is
oh, I
really
want to know
good.
more. Like I really haven't.
Nathan Drake Nendoroid.
He looks like he
That's
could
where
be
we're at.
anyone.
Is this necessary?
Eyes of Heaven, people that have played it have told me how trash it is, but I want to see what the story stuff is.
No, you're gonna play it.
I am.
Yep. Nothing
I
really
already
new
told a
going
bunch of
on.
folks, but we're doing, yeah, we're LPing that.
You're LPing that. You're confirming you're LPing that.
LPing that.
World exclusive.
World premiere.
Super Best Friends Play announces full LP of Evil Within DLC.
Full LP of Nathan Drake Nendroid, or whatever the fuck.
What does that LP entail?
We just look at the figure and be like, who is that?
For 30 episodes.
I don't know what character this is. Yep. Welcome to E3.
And we're back on Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sangi versus the World. Is Eyes of Heaven good? A lot of people told me it's not good. But
Yeah,
I don't,
Arm Socks is
I
back.
don't know because I didn't play the demo.
Shut up,
I'm
Arm
not-
Socks is back. No one cares.
I'm not giving
What
my
we're calling
opinion. I'm
Shrine
repeating.
3, which, you know, it's not really...
Matt,
it's not really
Days
a
Gone,
story
yeah,
description,
yeah.
it's just the third we're showing today.
Matt.
Third.
Yeah, so... I'm finally.
Here's a zombie
I'm
shooter
excited 'cause I finally
amidst
get to
1,000
do some play
zombie
here. Been doing
shooters.
a lot of talking today. So
And I'm
we're outside
disappointed it's
Woodcutter's
more of an
Camp.
action thing rather than like
And,
an actual scary horror thing.
Yes, because I can.
Oh,
So
that
check
doesn't
this
look
out.
suspicious.
This is one of the great things about this game is you can really looking off in the distance. You see all these places. These are places we can go to. And so I'm gonna get a closer look here. Where were you? You were up there. I'm gonna mark it on my map just to be safe. So, all right. So I want to check it out.
Let's
Were
hope
you
this guy
gonna
knows how
pass
to
by
play.
that really suspicious-looking thing?
No.
So suspicious.
Oh, it's gonna go into the cooking stuff.
I want to grab that pot lid though. Can't
That's
let
true.
that
You
go.
needed that pot lid.
Or
You
not.
Oh,
Did they go to these pop-ups that you're gonna get for your items?
Then your trailer
Don't
was
freak
with,
out.
a date
It just
delay?
happens because this
Then
is
your
the first time
automated
that
trailer
we're all
was also
rebooting
with a
these
delay?
things. So it's not gonna happen every time, everywhere, all the time.
Never had a date other than that.
What's shaking up here?
I don't believe it was
chat.
Hanging out.
It's like near auto. It's like automated
There's
delays.
something up here.
That other side.
Was
Boozy,
it ever
sparkly.
2016?
I actually forget. Maybe it was.
I thought it was.
Examine it.
Yeah. Shall we do it?
Oh shit, here's the thing.
To be honest, whenever I look at a trailer for a Japanese game and I see the date, I assume it's the Japanese date.
So this is our second one we've seen.
Yeah,
today?
initial release date 2016.
This might be our.
Oh, okay.
Deadpool, we literally already watched the new
regardless.
trailer earlier.
They're all over the place.
They're all
We
over
watched
the
it
place.
live.
We did.
So I'm gonna head over to.
I guess it is technically delayed,
map
but
marker that
like
I
a delay
grab
from
I might grab
2016 to 2017
That
doesn't
apple's
bother me so
mocking you.
much. When it's a
Don't let
delay
it get
from
away
like November 2016
So,
to November 2017, that's a bother.
Did you pick up
Probably only
the
gonna
axe?
be axles.
Hey, it's a
You think
woodcutter's
this game
head.
looks
You know what would be
bad,
good to
Tony?
get?
Tony?
The woodcutter's axe.
Well, it's a Nintendo game, so of course it looks bad.
You don't think this looks really interesting
I mean,
for
you could,
a Zelda
chop
game?
down a tree
You
with
think it
any
looks
bladed
different?
weapon.
Possibly
You
it's
could.
not?
It's not.
Oh,
I
man,
just,
look
I
at
just
this
want it though.
60%.
This is my axe of you. So here we go.
What am I most disappointed about not seeing?
You're so much
Devil May
less
Cry 5.
steely than I am.
Well, it doesn't exist, so.
I would have liked
Well,
to
they're
see...
recording something together. We don't know what
Okay,
it
this
is,
is
but
one really cool,
they're
like,
they got mocap on and they're doing something.
Abilities to interact with.
No,
the
the
environment. Here, you see
mocap
this tree? It's
picture's
got a couple
super old.
notches
That was
on
a
it.
throwback
Oh,
Friday,
okay.
throwback Thursday.
Was
So,
it?
yeah.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
thought that was new.
So
Okay.
there's
So-
so much Devil May Cry shit
So
flying
I'm
around, but
gonna
it's all like throwback.
give it a
Or,
Cancel.
and like the voice acting thing was a guy for DMC Devil May Cry called
Right.
the DMC
Check it
5.
out.
Okay,
This is
okay,
gonna be
I see.
cool. But it's also not just so that was
Yeah,
how
for me, I
you
think
do it.
DMC 5 was the thing I most wanted to see that I thought had a chance. Because there's stuff like Freedom Wars 2, but that, there's no chance.
I would have loved to have seen Beyond Good and Evil.
You know, it's not. This isn't
Would
an
have loved
automatic.
it.
That wouldn't
So
have
they
worked
could have
very
shown
great.
it, but they
It's not
didn't.
gonna. That'll be the bridge to your doom. Is what it is, and I always get.
This is nothing new.
Oh,
This
be
is legit
careful.
just Skyrim, right?
So careful.
Okay, well, so it doesn't deserve to exist.
You had it
Check
under
it out.
control.
Check it out.
We had faith in you.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Apparently, checking out the Bandai Namco thread on
Hi,
NeoGAF
guys.
right now.
Come
They just updated with a bunch of new announcements. Might be
want-
worth it.
I want to play
I'm gonna
Soda.
check that in just 1 second.
Let me see.
Oh. That was almost a really nice dodge.
Almost ain't good enough with these guys.
Good though, because their announcements were
No,
MIA.
no, watch
I
that.
hope
Good.
Gundam Breaker in English, that would be a nice one.
Yeah, just
Gundam Breaker is
Wasn't that already confirmed?
in Asia, it's in English.
Yeah, there's an English
in
language
Asia.
release.
Yeah. But
That's good. I'll take that.
no, it's good enough. But I mean, if you've already got it, I wish you just release it here. You know?
Yeah, Mama
people
was a
want
Hinox.
people, so.
Come here.
Whoa, that was cool. You jumped off
I
the,
know.
really.
the rock.
Taunting is
Children
unnecessary.
might be watching.
But
Also, like, this being third person and Skyrim not
Yeah,
being third
Trevor's
person
sword.
is appeal to
Well, you
me.
can play Skyrim in third
Stop
person.
with
It's just,
mods.
it's just janky and
More
shitty.
apples.
I'm gonna switch to a faster weapon. That
Ah,
axe
here
is
we go.
powerful.
It
Like
is
most-
Yeah,
most
here the
things.
lineup
Pretty
is
slow.
Be a
Tekken
little
7, Xenoverse
Flavor
2,
of doom there.
Sword Art,
So,
I can't believe they're making Xenoverse.
God Eater,
You got this little area, it's like, what's going on here?
Stream
And you're
versus
checking it out, it's
Force.
like, oh, okay, maybe there's a couple little, like...
When
I
a Dragon Ball game comes out,
Climb
and it's
almost
like,
anything.
no matter how it
Almost anything,
plays,
but
if it's
there's
a
a
new
little-
3D game,
there's
you're
a
gonna get
little
at least two of them. They're
Yeah.
gonna
Little
use that
plateau
twice
area
before
over
they
here.
pitch
We'll
it.
check
No,
that
there's,
out.
there's
So this is
nothing
a very
there.
tall
Well, you
cliff.
can do
You're
the
not
jump.
gonna be able to make it all
Yeah,
up in one
they did
go.
that way
so
earlier.
You found kind of this resting spot where Link
But you're
is
probably
going
looking at
to,
the chat or something.
Gundam Breaker's English is actually decent.
Re-energize.
Sorry? Someone says
Get
Gundam
your
Breaker's
stamina
English is
wheel
actually
going
decent.
again. So check
I
it
know.
out. It's like, oh,
Is that a hook shot point?
there,
What's that?
yonder. So maybe that's the way we
The
go.
Underbreaker's English is great,
you can get up
but
to
no,
pretty
like
high
most people
places
don't
if you're
import, and that's
clever
why I
about
wish
how
they'd
you
still
climb,
release
how
it
you
in
use your
English.
stamina.
I'll import, but I mean,
Crafty,
a
if you
lot
will.
of people would like it. It's a sick game.
Injustice 2
Get up
gameplays out.
here.
Yeah.
I'll check that out later.
I'm gonna
That's
make
what game
that
looks
grab
like.
that rush room, which I think is my favorite item name thus far.
I saw Gorilla Grodd,
And
Supergirl.
look at that. We got little line of
else
rush
is new?
rooms.
I think that was it.
Batman.
No, there's
We're
four.
going to go into this in the
Yeah,
next
but it's
segment.
old.
When we
There's
take
4
an
new
in-depth
characters, 2
look at
villains and 2
cooking,
heroes.
but if you were to
I
cook
forget the
that,
other 2 are.
it's going to have a special effect that's going to increase.
All I care about is that.
Skyrim? No, I did not. Didn't play
So, for
Skyrim.
instance,
Didn't
if you were
play
to
the
cook
one
this
before
here,
that.
you'd have to
Didn't
climb
play the Elder Scrolls
faster
other
and
game.
make it up here with
That
the
the Elder Scrolls other game.
Be a way to manipulate your
You know the one?
stamina wheel.
Be careful.
We're gonna make it.
Low.
What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow! So when you have low stamina, you get to do
Final
like a
dash.
super long jump. It looked really good too. The way you stretched a
It
little.
did. It fucking worked.
Maybe.
I like that. I like that. Like
Yeah.
as like someone who's working on this climbing mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm
I
all
really
about
love
the
about
starting
it
jump
to do. Yeah.
Gotta get the
Oh, I
starting
know, it's
jump.
true, right?
Yeah.
It is fun. Like each.
Is Armsock's playing, or is the other guy that's playing?
Other guy, I think.
Almost. Like
I
you
like
have
know
to,
itself,
you
yeah.
have to use your stamina. Like.
So is this the stamina segment?
Because
Doing
when you're
pretty
at the
well.
very top, if you're about to run out, you can do
You
that.
could probably just jump your way to the top right now, dude.
Even if you just have one little sliver of stamina,
I don't
you
know
can
what my favorite
sometimes make it up to
Just
the
jump.
top.
You can just.
Get that wheel. There we go. And what do we have
Nicely.
here?
Ooh, patience, or not.
Check it.
Or not.
Cool. Shrine Oadaim.
Yeah.
How about a little Sheikah
So they
slate?
said this is the point of this segment.
It's
this
such a relief
shrine.
when you
Yeah.
finally make it into the safety of a shrine after going through, God knows what to get there.
Treacherous
Well,
climb.
relative. I mean, some shrines aren't so safe.
Yeah. That's true. This little room is safe, though. A
It's a
second
little
to breathe.
very safe, not ominous
I wouldn't
or
say
foreboding at
literally
all. It's
Shadow of the
actually safe.
Colossus,
Yeah.
Operation Thunderbird.
There we go. Way more mechanics in Shadow.
There hasn't been a single Colossus.
I hope we see a Colossus though.
So
And now we're gonna get another yummy ability, another new
Literal
rune
is a
to
strong
play
word,
with.
and I think you mean figurative.
It's very cool how they've integrated technology into this with the Sheikah slate, with the runes, with
I
the
love all those
functionalities.
stats and armor
It's a
you
lot
can
of
pick
fun.
up in Shadow.
Get our tips and tricks here going. All right, here we are.
all the enemies that you run into on the map.
Yeah. All the amiibos you can use.
Mysterious voice, nothing to worry about.
Stasis.
Yeah, free stuff. Nice.
We'll pop
Should
our
I buy
Sheikah slate in there.
Overwatch or Doom?
See what we got.
Both good choices. Depends on what
Do you want a big single player experience
drop
or a
load of
multiplayer
technology.
experience?
I mean, Doom has both,
But
but
really,
what really
Highly.
It's not really a contest.
multiplayer is not
yeah.
as nearly as in depth as Overwatch. And if you do buy Overwatch, you'll get all of its DLC forever for free.
So
yeah, I saw that
Stop the
icon
flow of
before.
time for an
it's giving
object.
us, and this is going to show. We're going to show this
You
off
get to look
here.
at an object and make it
what
stop.
what this room will do
So
is
like
it will
Prince of
allow us
Persia.
to
Yeah.
freeze certain objects.
So you could stop the gear and it would stop the.
Remember when you got to this temple in Shadow?
Freeze the motion, not actually
Is there anything that would give me?
freeze
Yeah,
it.
this is called Shadow of the Colossus.
Just freeze it for a limited time.
No,
though. You have to
I
be
mean,
pretty quick.
now that it's a
So
new
you'll
release
see
of
this
Skyrim,
wearing
like
off
I'm curious
back
to know what all
here,
the
and then
hubbub is
there's
about.
a
but
recharge on
that'd
here.
be the only thing that would make me
So
want
you're
to
not
try
going to
it.
be able
Do
to
you like
immediately.
games focused around combat and exploration? Do you like when their combat is
So what we
downright
got here?
bad?
No.
Terrible.
Well, then you'll hate
Boulder coming
Skyrim.
on down.
Okay.
Because Pat likes Skyrim, but he's always like the combat's terrible. And I played Skyrim
We
for a
don't
few
need our
hours, and I
Indiana
was
Jones
like,
moment.
I think it's okay,
Keep
but
going.
I like dirty
it's not-
faces.
I love the chains when it does
Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
great.
it's
Like
really
the
good.
of reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really
So you
cool.
can also just take the stasis off instead of letting it wear out. If you want
Hammer?
Just immediately.
Yo,
hit, yeah.
look at that.
pull the stasis
Um,
off.
I'm gonna pick
Iron
up this
sledgehammer.
sledgehammer
Because
here.
it really depends how much you actually want to play an
Oh,
open
looky
world game.
there.
Because Skyrim's
There's
open
a
world in the
little
sense,
something actually
wander
behind
wherever,
that,
get quests,
where that
and that's
boulder was
pretty
coming
much it.
down.
Or go to the end game.
Let's go check that
And
out.
that's pretty much it.
A true hero
It's
takes
not a
every
bad
opportunity
game, but
for
it's
treasure.
not really.
Oh,
I
you
don't
have
think it's the type of thing
have
that like.
Right.
Because I would sooner recommend Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, you'd like Dragon's Dogma.
Because it's the same kind of experience.
And it's third person, and it's got a better, more combat system.
Yeah, yeah. I would much sooner recommend.
And guess what? Dragon's Dogma is on the list of things I want to play.
Yeah, so.
Skyrim is not. Like, that's exactly how this kind of thing works.
And to be fair,
when they
every
have the
time-
version of the thing that actually interests me. then
Every
it's
time I
like-
start up Dragon's Dogma, like the starting section is just
So
terrible.
one of the other cool things
Like when you're
about
trying to start up
the
your
Stasis
character and
version,
like
it doesn't
build,
just simply
it's
lock
just
in
really
anything,
rough. The game
any moving
looks
object.
bad
It doesn't just
and
freeze
shit. Like
function.
it's really rough, and you really have to put some time in it to get to like some
Pop
really
into
awesome
something.
stuff.
P5 stream, GA? Is this P5 stream?
Nope.
Where's the P5 stream?
And what you can do is
GA
you can
doesn't
sort
really
of
lie about
What's
this.
this? Look at this.
Find out.
Oh, you build up the momentum while it's frozen, and then when it.
Oh, yeah. Like
That's
you did
cool.
it with the camera a bunch
Once
of
that
times.
stasis comes off, all that energy that you built up gets released in whatever object you.
That's cool. Could that have
there.
combat applications?
Now allows
Maybe
me to
freeze
Like
enemy
you
shield.
freeze an enemy? Yeah.
You can use that in
Freeze
all
a
sorts
tree.
of creative ways
Totally.
throughout the game.
It's kind of wily though. I've had that thing fly back and then
Something
come
like
barreling in
here.
my face. So
Yeah.
you gotta watch
And I
out.
just realized he has a new weapon, a hammer.
You never know exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Content chest
about,
going too
this
fast.
thing might bounce back and crush
I want
you,
to
so
get out. Like,
Playing with fate here.
Is that gonna crush the thing? Is it-
Oh, someone's
Oh,
periscoping the
because
P5
against
demo.
the pillar,
That's what's
you're-
happening.
Yeah,
That
of
worked out
course.
so much worse for you.
we can. I
To
can
watch the video or
too,
chat, you
so
need the app.
but go ahead and we'll.
You want to watch P5 off cam on Periscope?
I don't.
That's the thing. The
Get a
physics-based
reward
puzzles.
here.
There's so
I'd
many
rather
different
do the
ways
podcast.
to solve a single puzzle.
Mhm.
You
That's
can
already
use
going to be
a number
late
of your runes
for our
to solve
fans.
the same puzzle in some cases.
It's true. That's part of the fun is figuring out your way to solve a puzzle, your way to progress
I
in
mean,
the
I'm
game.
fine. It's like, you know,
Can we just maybe enjoy that when it's direct feed tomorrow or so? Or should we watch this now?
He's been waiting this whole time for you to
I'm
steal his
okay.
treasure.
I'm cool.
You're not really stealing it.
Like,
Yeah.
Borrow.
not to,
Yeah.
you know, just
Relieve him of his treasure.
Yes. His duty's
End up
fulfilled.
his
He can
duty.
now be abreast the
We can't go
ancient
forever.
Shikamonk, right?
The environment is just so. It's so cool. I love the ambiance.
This guy's good at decorating.
Ambiance.
We need to find out who's the monk's interior decorator.
I don't like that. That old man put something in me.
He was like, what?
What was that?
What
just
my chest?
Something? Something happened.
yes, exactly. Naoto. I think we can like check out Persona and when that fucking actually comes
Yeah.
out proper. We don't need to watch a Periscope stream.
Now he's gonna go nap.
Don't stream
big
this.
nap.
So like
Not the
other
big
things
nap.
that have to happen
Medium
today.
nap.
So.
The medium.
yeah, we have to. We still have to
Like,
record
it's-
the podcast. We still have like.
He deserves
Yeah,
it.
Session
and I mean
of-
we've been
of
already we've
recording.
been here
Also, I
we've been
thought
here
if-
for like 4.5
Longer than
hours.
five.
I thought if we had time, like I downloaded, but any of us can download if we want, but like I booted up
Insanely flexible.
Trials of the Blood Dragon this one.
Oh, right,
And I
okay,
kind of
yeah,
want to do
that's
a video on
true.
that,
Well,
but I
we're
doubt we'll have
Trying
time
here.
today at least.
And we've mentioned this
let's talk
before,
about
but
it when we get off.
these
Okay,
runes,
well,
they're not just
in
for
any
use in the
case, thank
shrine.
you,
You can
Jay,
use
but,
them to do all kinds of things
That's
in the
not gonna-
world.
Yeah, we can.
What?
No, that's not,
Like
we can't do
this.
that.
So check this out. So there's this massive
Okay.
boulder here, and ooh, peekaboo.
Treasure chest.
There's a little something, something there too.
How dare it block this treasure from us?
Right. So I'm gonna put that stasis lock on it, and let's get this thing.
It's kind of neat as a game mechanic.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on,
it's-
Ed, you better than that.
Oh, get away!
Fuck you!
So fucking cool.
God, could you imagine it like LOD'd out? That would look really
That's,
cool.
that to me is like a stand.
That's a
you
good
know?
feature.
Yeah, almost, huh?
I can't wait to use that against
Like,
the
I can't-
boss and like
Slam
Yeah.
him in the face with huge
Yeah,
rocks.
you can't see
Like,
it,
there's
but
nothing I
it's
can
such a
think of
thing.
that compares to that.
It's
Where it's
either
like
something
Yeah.
good or something shit.
you stop
Some
time
shit.
for like just a localized thing,
Oh, but it's
and then
not
you can
really shit.
apply like kinetic force to it.
Yeah.
As well.
It is
So
really
it's a stronger than standard. And you
Apply
have,
force downwards on the ground.
yes. You have
We haven't talked about what we think of the games on the stream. Well, that's what the podcast is going to be for, my friend. When you tune in a little later, we'll be talking all about what we think of what we've seen. Because that's what the
Because there's a
podcast is
fucking lot.
perfect for.
Honestly, though,
And there's a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
honestly, though, like it's been really good.
Yep. Yep.
If you want to be
been
really
really
honest,
good.
it's all been shit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been pretty garbage.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's
overall.
turning
Drop
around.
trow and just
Another reason why E3 should be abandoned.
Diarrhea trough.
Did it just end abruptly?
I didn't hear what they said.
Okay.
I saw T.I. talking to me for like a half second there, and then we cut to a crowd.
Okay. Due to running out of time, we're going to have to call it abruptly as well.
Yeah. And you know what? To be honest, we seen it.
We seen it. Maybe more Zelda than we needed to see. Even
maybe
looked
more.
I'm really
If
impressed.
there's a
though.
cool ass boss that pops up between now and tonight,
We'll see
then
it
we'll
later.
catch that later.
Catch that on the flip flop.
But I'll tell
we
you
got
what,
work to do.
We got work to do.
We got work to do.
And we want to thank you for tuning in.
Thanks everyone for tuning in all across the
Nation.
not weekend, but the event.
I think we got more E3 out this year than we usually do.
Yeah,
And,
let us know like on the subreddit or wherever, even on Twitter, what you thought of this format. It was very different from what we did last year, obviously. And next year we'll reflect on it and we'll see what the right choice is. Personally, I'd like to keep doing this, but we need to see that you guys liked it as well.
It's raw,
and I'm
but,
sure we can improve in the future because this was a last minute setup.
We
and
won't
stuff,
improve.
So. Yeah, that one was a lie.
Come
I'm
on,
not
we'll
gonna
stay the same or get worse.
I shouldn't say things I'm gonna.
Yeah, don't.
Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you in 1 year, no sooner.
No later though.
And you'll get our podcast stuff a little later on tonight. Stay tuned.
Way later, actually.